Something fell.
No.
Rob, get on this.
You fucking dirtbag scumbag.
It's my favorite new clip. Welcome to the show, folks. Busy one today.
Yeah.
Rich Voss will be meandering in whenever he fucking feels like it.
Isn't it amazing that somehow Rich Voss is the one person that got carte blanche?
Yeah, Bobby Kelly too.
Yeah, he definitely
Colin,
has carte blanche.
But Voss uses it.
Yeah, Bob Kelly and Colin are professional enough that even though they could just come in whenever they want, they give us a heads up and come at a time.
We gave Voss, we gave all of them carte blanche, but Voss actually demanded it and took it, and we finally gave in.
Right.
With everyone else, we offered it. With Voss, we kind of gave in.
That's right.
And has Marina been on the show?
I do not believe that Marina Franklin has been on the show, but I'm excited because I've wanted to get her on for a while. I like Marina.
Yeah, I love her, man. And then Ricky Gervais at a little later. So it's going to be a busy show. And
it will be.
Great job, Rob, with the video. Our Bagel Boss interview. Chris Morgan is up on YouTube.
It's so funny because we were talking about it right after the interview. Because I think you kind of just checked at mentions just to see what the pulse was, and you're like, oh, some people liked it, some people didn't like it.
Sure.
But throughout the day, I got so much overwhelming positive feedback on that interview. I mean, people they
enjoyed it.
They loved it. They loved it.
Yeah.
And people were just excited to see Bagel Guy. I went to WWE on Long Island last night, and I was just like, in the afternoon, walking around the arena, and so many people who worked at WWE were coming up to me and going, oh, what was Bagel Guy like? Or some of them had heard the interview or whatever.
They all wanted to know what he was like.
Yeah.
Everybody wanted, because he's this guy in the news who looks like such a dick, screaming and yelling, and they're like, oh, well, you talk to him. I liked him more than I expected to like him.
Like you liked him as a human being?
Yeah,
or
man.
as a guest?
Both.
Okay, I mean, I can go with you as a guest.
As a guy, look, man, as a guy,
he's not a good person.
He's not a bad person. He's just a little dude who fucking. He's not handling some things well, but he's not an awful. He's just kind of.
I kind of think spousal abuse is a lot of times the woman's fault.
But he's trying to phrase it. He does. I don't think if you said that to him. No, I don't think he really is.
I kind of phrased it exactly like that, and he said yes.
He's like, yeah, but he's basically saying there's two sides to every story. Again, anybody, he's not used to, even if you thought that, you or I wouldn't say it. Or even if sometimes there's things that you've wanted to say, probably that you've been like, well, I better not say that. I've had the same thing because we do this for a living.
You don't think his filter is on?
No. So, I mean, if he had been accused of it, that's different, but he wasn't. He's just.
Right, no, he's not.
Yelling.
He hasn't actually abused anybody.
He's just an angry, yelling guy. But when you talk to him, I think he needs to work on a few things, but I liked him more than I expected to like him.
He's quick to the racial stuff too. I gotta tell you, he's very quick to the racial stuff.
He doesn't know.
We actually found out he was instructed. His people apparently. So he wanted to do his racial joke.
Yes.
And we didn't know that.
Hey, look, it's an open forum. This is uncensored. We're not going to be fucking two hens going, that's not nice.
And it's like the oldest joke.
The
book.
joke was probably an ill-advised one because it was old.
It's ridiculous.
It's like a Blanche not those truly tasteless jokes. That's the type of thing.
Yeah, that he grew up at a time when it was probably different, and he hasn't quite come up to speed with where we are in 2019.
Yes, he's not up to speed with the fact that if you tell a joke, people will crucify you.
Right.
Do you? By the way, do you remember those jokes? Those joke books that used to come out that had like a black cover and the truly tasteless jokes.
No, I mean by the time I was a kid, I wouldn't have seen it when I was super young, and then by the time I was in middle school, that stuff was all digital. Like the internet wasn't huge, but tasteless jokes were one of the first things to pop up on the internet. I
used to read those over the phone to a girl and make her laugh. Like when I was
Did you tell her you were reading from a book?
Yeah, she knew I was, but it would just go through the joke book and try to make her laugh, reading those fucking truly tasteless. So that's the vibe he has about it.
Yeah, he's just not. He spends a lot of time at the marina. He's not aware that we've evolved as a society.
When you ask him about it, like he's not. I don't think the guy is. He says racial jokes, but they're like, no, I got black friends. Like he wouldn't ever think that
7.
He's just he's just trying to be funny.
I believe he has 7 black friends. He said, right?
Yeah. I don't remember. He did give a specific number.
He had a number. Yeah. Yeah. But his people were in his people were in Travis's booth. And apparently when he was like, hey, can we make jokes here? And we were like, of course you can. And he decided to make his black joke. His people were like putting their head in their hands going, the only thing we asked him to do was not get racist. Just don't get racist. And he just did it for no reason.
Well, he's an Italian dude, right? From Long Island. I mean, that's his
Is he Italian?
I don't know, but he sounds like he's Italian.
I mean,
I
his
like
last
how you
name's-
qualify it like that.
But I mean, come on, he's got a little bit of humor. Like,
But it came out of nowhere.
No, yeah, I
know,
mean,
he just likes a good.
it's taught in the
appropriate
home.
joke.
That's a Long Island thing.
Right, it's taught in the home.
It's just a different world over there.
Right, there's generational. He struck me as somebody who maybe is a victim of generational racism. Is that tough to say? Is that
I
bad?
wouldn't say generational racism. I would say more. No, because to be telling racially insensitive jokes doesn't mean that you're racist.
That's
There's a
true.
difference. If he was saying it seriously, like, look, the fucking blacks.
But then he was
different.
he was mad at the Indian woman for not understanding egg whites.
Yeah, but everybody would be mad at that. He
I
just
know.
said it. Everybody would be mad at that. Like, maybe everybody would be like, what the fuck, lady? But he just said it. That's all. He's no different than anybody else. He
And when
didn't
we-
say fuck her. He didn't say she's
He
terrible.
was quick to tell the Pakistani guy that he comes from a trash bag country or toilet country. In the
well,
video at 7-Eleven.
Again, here's my answer to that. He's lashing back. The guy asked him about being short. He's an angry guy. He's like Trump in a way. He's reactionary. He says things, they come out, and then once they're out, you got to defend them.
Trump has been accused of not racially being the most aware person
Sure,
either.
like that comment. It's like, come on, man. You can't go
Told
back to
people
your
to
own
go back to
country.
their own
3 of the
countries.
4 of them are from here.
Yeah, you can't. You know,
But then he digs in instead of just going, look. Then he digs in, and then you're kind of just punching. Everybody's coming at you, you're just kind of punching just to keep them off you until the next thing happens.
you get into a defensive position.
Yeah, and that's kind of like the same thing. He'll just say something and just flies out. That's not always indicative of what you're really thinking. Sometimes people just fucking fire shit out and then can never back up on it.
Well, I enjoyed talking to him, and
did too.
I certainly enjoyed him as a guest.
You were funny in that interview too.
Oh,
There was some
thank
really funny.
I mean,
the syllabus.
Syllabus. I think one of my favorite parts was when he said, "This is a bagel guy." And you can, by the way, if you want to listen to the interview, it's on demand.
Yes.
It's on. We put it up on demand as quickly as possible. So yesterday's whole show is on demand, and also the interview is on our YouTube channel in its entirety.
Is it just Jim and Sam on YouTube? Because I linked to
Jim
it
and Sam Show?
Jim and Sam
YouTube
Show,
/
okay.
Jim and Sam Show.
Probably
All of our social media is that.
Yeah,
Jim and Sam
Jim and Sam Show.
Not the.
No,
No,
and
no,
Sam Show.
the.
no, Jim and Sam show.
Yeah, I mean, it's an hour and 15-minute interview. It's great. But when he said he was going to do something nice for his parents, and we asked him to like just whisper where it was, and he whispered off Mike Cruz that we could all hear, you responding to him and whispering back to where, as if the audience couldn't hear you, was pretty funny as well.
Yeah, that was a fun one, and we got his side of it, and it's like I think that's fair. We were fair.
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, I very much feel like, and there's always going to be a few people that are like, why are you giving this guy the time of day? Or why are you helping this guy promote? He shouldn't be famous. Number one, it's nobody's, unless it's something like super like offensive or we're glorifying a murderer or a shooter or whatever it is. When somebody becomes famous, it's nobody's place to say that person shouldn't be famous. If there is something about a person that's compelling enough that it draws an audience, who are you to say that person you shouldn't be paying attention to that person?
Absolutely. Anybody that uses terminology like you shouldn't give him a platform. Why are you? How about here's my just blanket advice: eat a dick and kill yourself. Fuck you.
That's great advice.
Okay, Manson gets interviewed. Fucking Bin Laden was interviewed in a cave by a reporter
Yeah.
before 9/11, but long after he was a terrorist, a known terrorist.
How about Sean Penn interviewing El Chapo?
Exactly. Well, he got shit for that, which he shouldn't have. I
Right.
defend it. Or how about Vice did a great job interviewing the head of ISIS. Everyone, who the fuck is anybody to say who deserves to have? Oh, hey, welcome back. It was good seeing you yesterday.
That's Rich.
Chris just walked back.
No,
in.
that's Rich
Oh, hey,
Voss.
buddy.
Yeah.
But who the?
Let's do a small person joke. You know what?
I don't like your shorts.
I don't like you.
Rich Voss is here, ladies and
I
gentlemen.
always change my shorts. Oh, get it? That's the. Hey,
I don't like when people say who should have a platform and who shouldn't. It's just like shut the fuck. People
I agree.
complain whenever if you interview somebody they don't like. How come you give this guy a platform? Who the fuck are you to say who should be able to talk and who shouldn't? Shut up.
I come from the school of thought that the best thing that you could possibly do, whether you like somebody or dislike them, is shine a light on exactly who they are. I think when we're in here, Like if I get the sense that somebody might not be the most likable person in the world, shine a light on it. Just let them explain exactly who they are, and sometimes you're right, and sometimes you're wrong. Sometimes you go, oh, actually,
What
there's...
is this, a Sly and the Family Stone song? Sometimes you're right, sometimes wrong. My own beliefs are in my song. That's basically what you're saying.
That is exactly. It's in my song. That's
my
all. You're right.
beliefs are in my song.
That's right.
Butcher, banker, drummer, within, makes no difference what group you're in.
That's right. That's Rich gets me. Rich understands me.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you why else I like him.
Papa has a head like stone.
I saw that one forming. I'm very impressed.
Yeah, why wouldn't he? It was funny.
I'll tell you why else I liked him as a guest. Because when the three of us took a photo together, boy, did we look like big, strong men.
We look like big guys.
Yeah.
Now, Chris, comment.
His name is Rich.
I literally didn't mean to do that. I was just joking.
And by the way, Rich is he's the tallest guest we've had all week.
No,
Yes, he
here's
is.
the thing. Most like every other person, I didn't hear the show yesterday. Is that guy
How
like?
dare you.
Is he a comic or something, or what does he do for a living? Someone said that he's doing comedy.
No, he lives in a van.
He lives in a van.
Yeah,
He had a cleaning business.
So it's really a 2-bedroom for him. Huh?
No, he was a cleaning. He had a cleaning business, and it
I don't care.
kind of fell. You asked, so we thought he fell apart. But he's trying to get shit together.
He is. He's got a team around him. So I think that the team around him is doing well, because I noticed that he was outside the building for quite some time yesterday, and at one point he had a piece of poster board behind him, and in marker it said, "Take a pic with Bagel Boss."
Like,
So
was
he's standing
none-
on the sidewalk trying to get people to take a picture with him.
This wasn't pre-planned.
No, and that was part of having him in. Is like, let's see, because that's when I was talking because I did a WWE thing last night, so all the wrestlers were asking about this, and they're all such carny workers themselves that they were all asking. All of them thought this was a work, and I was like, dude, this is not. Like, this guy is this guy. He's
Yeah,
not
there's a lot
working.
of other videos. It was not a fake. He just got caught having a bad day.
How
and
great
he's-
was it when he goes like, we all have a bad day, and I go, yeah, how often does it happen? He goes, not every day. How many times a week? He's like, maybe 1 or 2 times. Because like a couple of times a week he flips out.
Yeah, he's got
People
anger issues.
Attack him because he's shorter and he just
He's been made
snapped.
fun of his whole life. Yeah,
Look.
he's just gotten very defensive and cranky about it.
He's
But
got
you've dealt with that because of your face, but you don't fucking lose it in McDonald's or wherever the fuck he was, right?
No, but I mean, I've been, I've stand up. Like, I have a way of getting it out. It's like something I can talk about it.
He's got anger issues. His issues are his. It's not everybody else's fault for making fun of him.
Right. But I'm
Did he
saying,
do it-
whatever the reason, but he has, it's anger issues. I mean,
It's anger
Did
issues.
he do any other media yesterday besides you guys? Like he didn't get TV or anything, did he?
He's done. I mean, he did TV over the weekend. I
Did
mean,
he do The View? Because anybody can get The View.
I've never been on The View.
I've never been on The View myself.
Have you?
3 times.
Oh.
You never been on The View?
Why would you repeat that?
Just so I wanted to hear you say it again.
Yeah, no, I haven't.
No, I don't see. He's not doing like the nice shows because he's not a nice man. You know what I mean? Like The View can't have him on and be like, oh, this is all fun for everybody, because they're like, I think
Did he like snapping here? Like, is he
No.
out of his mind here? Or?
he was a little out of his mind, but not in an anger
He
way.
wasn't a dick. He was very grateful.
No, he
to
wasn't
be
a dick
on.
at all.
He was cool. He was happy to be here. He was open.
He's
So-
a little nuts still. He was a little nuts in here.
I think he would admit that he's fucking nutty, but he's not. He wasn't in here like an asshole. He didn't have an attitude. He was great.
He was
in.
happy to be here.
I like I said, I enjoyed talking to him more than I thought. Like, because sometimes when a guy comes in like that, like, what's this newfound fame going to make this person?
Yeah, but
but
it's only 15 minutes.
it may be, yeah. But I mean, I still, I felt for him during the video. I was caught between being really annoyed watching it, like shut the fuck up, and then going, ugh, I know that sucks and just builds up, and you can't.
You still feel for him. You don't think he's
Yeah.
bringing a lot of this upon himself.
Both. I think
Okay.
he is, and I also feel for him.
Okay, that's fair.
Where's he from? New York City or
Long Island.
Long Island?
Yeah, he's a Long Island guy.
Well,
Yeah.
fucking
that
Long Island
fucking
maniac.
traffic. It's so weird because I'm at the brokerage this weekend in Long Island, and every time I drive out to Long Island, I want to lose my fucking mind. It's
Yeah.
just, it's,
And imagine if you were driving your house out there.
yeah,
Yeah,
Was it a van?
yeah.
that's a good point.
Are you
Yeah.
going home or going right from the city to
No,
just stay at the hotel?
I came from Atlantic City.
Oh, I'm
last
sorry.
night.
Today is Tuesday. Okay,
I got to go back to Atlantic City.
Yeah,
For gigs?
Voss is here at the
Tonight?
request of Mr. Gervais.
I am. Yeah, you think I would drive from Atlantic City to this fucking fly-by-night show? Go.
What
fuck
time did you
yourself.
leave?
Huh?
What time did you leave this morning?
I left from AC at 11:30.
Oh, you went last night.
I worked last night in Atlantic
And
City.
then you drove home and slept and came in.
No, I drove here. They got me a hotel.
Oh, all right. That's cool.
Good.
Well, kind of. We'll discuss that later.
Well, I'm glad you're here, Rich Voss.
Listen. I couldn't think of any other fucking radio show in this corner of the building
I
that I'd
appreciate
rather
that.
do.
Well, that would have you.
Nikki or Stern.
Right.
And you guys.
Well, Stern wouldn't have you, and Nikki
No,
starts
no,
later.
no,
yeah.
no.
Stern after show sometimes
That's not
has to be.
Stern.
That's not. It's not the
That's
same.
not Stern.
I know.
not
Have
the
some
same.
dignity.
Have some dignity.
Have some dignity.
Yeah.
Some dignity.
And this is coming from a man who's wiped cum off his face.
Have you done that, Jim?
No, I mean him.
No, I let it harden.
By the way, speaking of insults, Jim, you would have been very happy. We got into Bagel Guy so much yesterday. You would have been super happy over the weekend. The wrestling fans were furious with me again.
Why?
It was an ugly time on Twitter.
Why you fucked up that improv
in the ad
with him?
mentions?
That's what it is. It's improv class. It's improv. It's bad improv. That's
You
what
fucking
it is.
dirtbag scumbag.
I'm just giving my opinion. Bad improv.
No, they got. I don't really read the at mentions after I do those wrestling shows because
They're usually too positive and it's going to give you a big head.
that's not my normal concern. But my colleagues have started reading them to me, and one of them was quoted as saying, "I don't understand why Sam Roberts is alive and hasn't been beheaded yet."
Yes, I wrote it. Oh, look at Voss's leg almost hitting the table. It's fun to watch you attempt to stretch out. The little heel just barely touched.
It did. It
rascal.
did. But yeah, it was an ugly time. It was an ugly few moments.
Yeah, they take it really seriously.
They do. They take it really seriously. You start going on and insulting wrestlers on TV. Especially when you're, some pencil neck geek.
You insulted somebody? Who'd you insult?
I insult. That's what I kind of do. I go on and
He insults people.
I give my opinions, and they don't like that. A lot of fans don't like it.
Yeah, but you also give positive reinforcement to the ones that you like.
That's
right?
true. Yeah.
So you have those fans.
No, they're not as vocal. they're a little quieter about
Yeah,
their
they
support.
just kind of quietly enjoy it, and the people who don't like it will be very happy
Very
to say
vocal.
they don't like it.
Yeah. Although it's 2 nights in a row, and the same guy 2 nights in a row was able to find me sitting next to my work colleagues and shout Sammy shitbags right before we went on the air. I mean, right before Sammy shitbags. I'm like, I don't need it, sir.
Where was this? Did you have to travel or was it in New York?
Sunday was in Philly, and last night was in Long Island. So it was drivable. It was good.
Yeah.
What would you do if it was far? Like if it was somewhere like San Diego?
Take an airplane.
Okay.
What do you mean? I mean, what else would I do? That would probably be the best way to get there, the most convenient way anyway. Troy, are you signed up to raid Area 51?
No.
You're not. You haven't signed that petition.
No, that's a bad idea.
Why? But first of all,
A million people have signed up.
Yeah, I mean, what are they going to do? It's the security. They're not even going to be able to get close.
Well, all those people would be able to. The bottom line is, though, they wouldn't be able to get into the facilities
No.
because they'd be locked.
Right.
Like locked, and they just wouldn't be able to get in. I love the idea, though. Like, even though it's probably all just military hardware, but the idea that the government's been keeping that shit secret and people are like, just enough.
Over the weekend, a Facebook thing was started. And I think in the end of September is the official date.
Yeah.
They're going to go and they're going to raid Area 51 and they're going to get the aliens out. This group of people, they said that
I thought they weren't letting them in.
they said the government can't.
Are you going? I'm going.
Have you signed up?
No, I'm just going to go. I need to sign up.
Right. No. Okay. They said the government can't stop us if we get our numbers. And we're going to go.
Oh, yes, they can.
Oh, you think so?
Listen, when we were in Vegas, we went to a gun range, and one of the comics I was with, Mike, like I was a pussy. I just took a little handgun.
Because you have
And
little
just-
hands.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There
You probably
go.
look very big.
Oh, yeah, like I swear to God.
It's like us taking a picture next to the bagel guy.
Well,
Like we look like big, strong men.
That's right.
Well,
Yeah.
And I drove down to my house, and I just shot a regular gun, and he shot a machine gun. You know, not a a machine gun that if
It's
you
not automatic?
If you just like
That's automatic.
no, automatic is only shoots like a certain amount of bullets at a time. Whatever. All I know is if you had one of those,
I think it's automatic.
I'd use it right
it's
now.
a machine gun. If you had one, you could protect your property. I'm telling you, no one would get in. So when you have a whole area, whatever it is,
51?
51,
Full of machine guns, you're saying?
yeah,
That are not automatic.
that are machine guns.
Yeah, but
And
you
they
have-
don't sell them. You can't buy them.
Do you think the military is just going to shoot 30,000 civilians?
$1 million.
I mean, yeah. I'm saying like at worst case, how people. Come on, it's not going to happen.
You don't think
they
they're
would
gonna-
deter them some other way?
With rubber bullets.
Yeah, or gas.
gas,
They'd
yeah,
probably
they'll
use
throw
tear
tear gas,
gas or something like that. They wouldn't shoot.
I mean, and let's be honest. Like
No one's
19 people
going.
are going to show up.
I know.
Like 1 million people signed up. 19 are going to show up.
Maybe.
Maybe.
I love the idea.
protest or something stupid.
Someone's going to
Right.
handcuff themselves to the fence or something. That's their big protest.
They're going to be on acid. You know what I mean? They're going to take LSD before they go.
It's going to be a party for them.
But also, they start this petition. Over the weekend, they got 400,000. By last night, they had 1 million people signed up for people who are going to go and help them raid Area 51 and pull the aliens out. Why would you give the government 2 months heads up? I mean, why wouldn't they just within the next 2 months go, just in case the 1 million people actually show up, let's move the aliens to a different area.
That's what I'm saying. They're going to move them. Yeah.
Yeah, right? I mean, it doesn't prove anything.
Even Bob Lazar's like, there's nothing there. It was at S4 or whatever the other place was. So
And everybody knows, like we had this discussion, everybody knows about Area 51.
Yeah.
It's not a secret place anymore.
Bob Lazar's not.
Wait,
You
is
don't
this
think he
in?
knows?
This is in.
I wish he wasn't.
He's
I wish
lying.
he wasn't. That education shit annoyed me so much.
Yeah.
I want to believe him.
but there was a lot of other stuff.
Is this in?
I know. I can't be sold on Bob Lazar. I watch him and
Did you watch Rogan?
some of it. No, not the whole thing. But I watched the documentary. I mean,
Rogan's 100 times better.
Filmmaker's still rough, though.
Well, yeah, but just listen to what Rogan. I mean, listen.
It'd be like, the filmmaker, it would be like if Bob Lazar were doing an interview and then Troy was there to back him up, and you're like,
yeah, well,
I
look at this
like
guy.
Troy as a guy,
Sure.
but, you don't have the same level of credibility. Is that fair?
to say that they wiped
Yeah.
off his college records, I just can't go with it.
That's not true.
Didn't happen.
No, I don't think that's true either.
Where's Area 51 in Texas? Or
Yes.
Yes,
It's
in
in what
Texas.
part?
It's in
Near
I don't-
Dallas, 10
I have
miles
no
south
idea
of
where
Dallas.
it is.
Yeah.
It is.
They
You
built
can
the
see it from
stadium. They
Texas
built
Stadium.
the stadium right by it.
Yeah.
So they get down there. There's other things they can do in Texas.
They got
It's
good barbecue.
Barbecue. Barbecue. I don't know how far they are from Austin, but they have great barbecue there.
Right. No, pretty close. Yeah.
Barbecue.
Barbecue.
Barbecue. It's
You can visit the Alamo.
yep.
I've been there. It's
Best
uneventful.
It really
Huh?
is. There's no basement.
No.
Yeah.
Where at the Alamo?
Yeah, there's no basement in the
In
Alamo.
Texas? There are no basements anywhere in Texas. I don't. I know there's none in Florida. If you're doing basement trivia,
Florida's
know.
right next to Texas.
Yes,
it
it
should be
is.
about right.
Oh, because
Yeah.
the water. Why is
Yeah.
there no basements in Florida?
because the sea level is too low.
Yeah, I guess you get flooded out. You get so many hurricanes
it's
and
like
whatnot.
your blood count.
I understand.
I couldn't get it out fast
Good.
enough.
I understand. I know.
And this is on 4 hours sleep.
Yeah, no, it sounds like 2.
Nick in Baltimore. Nick, what's going on, pal?
Good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning.
I was gonna say, look at how fast airplanes that fly too close or in restricted airspace are intercepted by fighter jets when they get too close to Area 51.
How fast?
Like
I've never
the
heard of
fact
it.
7 seconds.
It's protected airspace, and they have fighter jets that literally come up and escort people out of the airspace or to land. So, like,
Yeah.
the fact that a couple 100,000 people think they're going to do some wave is natural selection at its finest.
Yeah, they're not getting in. They're not getting in.
If all those people showed up, they'd get in, but they wouldn't show up.
You know what would be great? If the government just goes like, okay, and they realize this was all happening, and they spend the next 2 months getting Area 51 prepared, and they allow everybody to just come in and take a tour. Like they set up
There's a
tours.
souvenir
and, right.
stand.
There's a gift shop. You
Yeah.
can buy little alien toys. Yeah.
Or they set up where they hide the real aliens and they open up when you walk in, there's nothing but gay porn showing on all the walls inside.
Your dream vacation.
Just ass fucking. There's some scat shit eating videos.
Yeah.
People like, this is what's here.
They go, hey, look inside that box. the aliens are inside that box. They just open it up. It's just porn and dildos. It's just
box of cocks.
that's all it is. Same deal.
There's little guys in little alien costumes walking around. You can have your picture taken with them.
Of course, they make it like a haunted house, like one of those cheesy, like when they turn your elementary school into a haunted house
that
for
always
Halloween.
frightened me.
Oh yeah, little aliens jump out from around the corner. Nanu, Nanu. Guy dressed up as Mork from Ork.
Did he really have a sign behind him saying "Take a picture with the bagel guy"?
Mm-hmm. It was on his Instagram. I saw it.
No, I'm gonna look at that.
Yeah, I saw it. But yeah, so I think if Troy's not even down with it, I think people are signing up to it for fun.
I mean, it's fun to just talk about it and discuss it with people and theorize what's going on. But it's like, why are you going to risk your life for it?
Yeah. Especially because you're not going to find anything.
No.
There's no, even if they were, even if you're going by the argument that at some point they were doing alien research at Area 51, if they're doing alien research right now, they're not doing it at Area 51. Every sci-fi movie, every comic book, everything, every conspiracy theory, it's all wrapped up in the one area that everybody knows about.
Yeah, it's probably somewhere. I read a book years ago by a guy who was supposed to be some former high-ranking military guy. And again, whether he was true or not, I don't know. But he was talking about Roswell and the crash, and he said the aliens are at some military. It's like some other military base that you won't never get to.
It's probably on an island.
It's just it's a place. And again, I've said this before, but he said they store it under foreign technology because again, the reporters know that they're not going to get access to fucking stuff the Soviets have that we know about.
Yeah.
But again, I just think that I wish I could believe Bob Lazar. I want to believe him so much.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. Yeah, but I don't want to get into another Bob Lazar thing, to tell you the truth, because I'm on. Yeah.
I mean Rogan's interview.
Yeah. Troy gets passionate about it, and I appreciate your passion.
I wish I agree with Troy.
Yeah.
Believe me, I want to be on Troy's side with this.
No, it's not that it's just sometimes discussing it when something seems so it's so clear to some person and it's so foreign to somebody else.
There's no middle ground.
There's no middle ground.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no the education stuff, but somehow Bob Lazar knew that they were testing, these crafts on Wednesday at 11 p.m. He brings people out.
But you can't get past that. We can't get past the education thing. So it's like you can't
everybody supports their narrative.
Right.
And they'll head in the direction. So I like alien stuff. So I don't want to go research all this stuff that people are like, oh, this, this, that, and the other thing, where if you don't believe Bob Lazar, you're going to dive into why he's a phony.
But I didn't go into it with that. I was shocked at how passable that was for me.
But it's just one thing though. Like all the other stuff, like I said, the alien technology the technology that they were testing at that time. How did he know that was there? How did stuff he said 30 years ago? How does that come true? And then so it's just one of those things where you support your own narrative and you're fixated. Me too. And I'm guilty of it too. You're fixated on your narrative and you stick to it. Yeah.
But I don't, because the Navy guys, I always say that's something I absolutely give credence to. Like when the Navy, I don't have an anti-alien narrative. I see guys like all those that footage that we've seen the Times did. I texting you. This is huge. These are big stories that they're the Times. I want it to be true.
That's true. There was a time we thought you were
angry
being
watching
groomed.
that Bob Lazar thing. I got angry at the fucking all that shit
that's
sound.
production. That's
no,
production.
But I mean, it's like if this guy, and then and then they went in, and he makes it look like the government went in and took away his college records.
I mean,
Like,
see,
what
now,
are you
that's
doing,
another thing
Bob?
Bob.
how do you
It's okay. You didn't get into college. You didn't get into the school.
and let me just ask a question, and I'm going to stay calm. We're not going to get crazy about
Stay
it.
calm.
If somebody has information, top secret information from the government, and you go forward and you go public and you reveal that top secret information, are you going to honestly tell me that the government will not fuck with that person?
Sure, I'm not saying they won't. This is not about faith in the government at all. I just don't think, and they have the ability to do a lot, but they are not going to take Caltech and MIT and remove their records. He couldn't name one fucking professor or classmate. If he had named 40 people and they all said, yeah, I remember him, and then the records were gone, 100%.
And there's newspaper articles about him when he was building the rocket.
Not in college, though.
Not in college. That one reference, by the way, I read why his name could be in that list. because they also listed outside contractors who worked at the
I read
facility.
that too.
They did list them in that same phone book. Outside contractors. They said he probably did work at that place, whatever. But they said his clearance was not what he said.
Worked
And he-
at, not worked for.
Right, exactly.
Different.
And he what was the school? Well, it might have been Caltech. They said he probably did something there too, but as a contractor. And I've read a guy who knew everything about it, who broke down every single thing that he thought was bullshit. And he said this is probably why his name's in that phone book, because they did list outside contractors. There's even a letter next to his name indicating the company he worked for. If you look at Bob Lazar's name in that, and again, I know 10% of what I should know to be having this.
in life.
Yes, but I know who I hate. But no, his name. There's a letter next to his name, and that was the name of a company. That was the abbreviation for a company that was doing contract work.
I read that. I read the exact same thing.
Yeah, I forget
And-
the guy's name who wrote it.
And a lot of alien people are the ones that are disproving Bob Lazar. Like a lot of people who believe in all this stuff are like, yeah, it's all true, but he's not the guy.
Yeah, and I wish it wasn't, because I went in there wanting to believe it. If there were people if he named people, name all your classmates. If all of a sudden he does his excuses, I don't want to get them hassled. This could be the biggest secret ever kept by human beings, and he doesn't want to get his fucking
Not in
professors.
this room.
It's not a secret.
Yeah. Most poorly kept secret, maybe.
Is it possible for you to say, look, this really doesn't seem right to me? This the education and this doesn't add up. But some of these little things, that's interesting. You know, like how did he know that was there at that time? You know, it's like it's one of those things where it's like conspiracy theories where you're either 100% on this side and everything is exactly as it's told to you, or you're completely this side and you're a whack job. There's no like, I don't really know, to be honest with you.
I'd say this. My guess would be, how did he know? Because again, if he did something as an outside contractor for that site and knew that they were doing certain testing, or if anybody who lived in that area might know they were doing certain testing, you could look up in the sky and see it. If he was able to bring people to watch it, anybody could have seen, every Wednesday there's shit happening up there. Trust me, it was just too big for me to get past it. I didn't want it to be. I didn't go in there wanting to not believe it.
I don't know the story at all, obviously. The guy you're
You're
talking
talking
about,
above the microphone.
the guy, I want to feel tall. The guy you're talking about worked there or something, and he's
claims to work there.
ratting or something. Huh?
He claims to have worked there
30 years ago,
Yeah.
and he went public 30 years ago,
And he
now
got higher level clearance than he should have gotten immediately. And then apparently went out and blabbed. Like,
I think there's really only one thing that we can do to get to the bottom of this.
suck
Travis,
each other's dicks.
will you sign us all up on the Facebook petition?
Sign us up.
Again?
Oh, did you already sign us all up? Oh,
Jim and
appreciate
Sam
that.
show is going on the
Yep.
raid.
We're going on the raid, and we're going to get the alien shit out to prove once and for all who's right here.
But then again, the flights out there will probably be very booked.
Yeah.
Some radio show is going to do a live
a
remote,
bunch will
you know,
probably do
Yeah, they are. I bet Coast to Coast will be down there doing a live show.
That's but Pahrump is where they are.
Yeah.
Oh no, that was where Art Bell used to live. I don't know where George Doria, whoever does it now.
Yeah.
That was a good show.
He was great. Art
No,
Bell.
there's never been a better
By the
radio guy
way-
than Art Bell, by the way.
No.
No one could keep
He's
a
incredible.
phone guest. He would talk to a phone guest for 3 or 4 hours, and he teased into the break, getting to the... Like, he knew exactly how to tease you into staying for 90 more minutes than you wanted to. He was a master, Art Bell.
It also isn't that helpful for the Bob Lazar documentary that they go to this guy who's credited as a journalist and say, like, well, let's talk to the journalist. Let him tell the story. And then all you have to do is Google him, and you realize that he is a journalist, and he is on television, but he's the substitute host for Coast to Coast. Like, he's fully invested
In that world.
in that world.
Yeah,
And
there's
you go,
so much-
okay, he's got a specific narrative that he wants to push.
But when the Times does those Navy pilot stories, I love those. I love reading those because it's not there's like that for them. That's a big leap, and it's probably one of those things where like they know that it's risky or embarrassing for them to talk about that if it's off.
I do read the articles and watch the documentaries, thinking to myself, how am I going to argue with Troy over this?
Yeah,
You know, I do think that as I'm watching.
But again, just with the Bob Lazar thing, and then I don't, whatever.
Go ahead, go ahead, Troy. Get it off your chest.
If Jim, if Sam and I say Joe Rogan the interview's way better. Joe Rogan says this is one of the most interesting interviews I've ever done in my life.
By the way, still didn't convince me, but it was better than the documentary.
okay, I'll
Joe
watch it.
He's your personal friend.
I love Joe.
He's unbelievably brilliant. definitely the best podcaster.
Yes.
I don't-
After
I don't-
one of that, they do a Riotcast on Wednesdays. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah,
see
Chip isn't gonna be happy about that. By the way, Voss has an incredible podcast. Very insulting to him.
Yeah, he really does.
No,
He works hard.
I love Voss, but Rogan's a man.
It's two different types of podcasts.
That's true. One's popular.
One is intelligent.
Yeah, successful.
Yes.
Yeah, lots
Yes,
of words.
well,
you
I'm
could
very
use.
successful, but I'm not in that league. Not only is Rogan successful, he makes everybody that comes on his show successful.
Yeah.
I'm telling you,
Yeah.
if you're a Rogan comic, you're set. You're set.
Absolutely. Yeah,
It's
he's
set.
created like all the podcasts that are out there on the West Coast. They're all like run off from Rogan. They're all
The
good
difference
podcasts.
between
But
Rogan and this place is after this place,
that
it's
you can
hard
come
to fill
here.
the front row. I've done Rogan twice.
kidding, Rich.
But I'm saying, before,
Jim, it is
hold on.
very important to follow up a joke with some facts.
That is
correct?
true.
That's what I'm going to do.
I'm gonna
some
fact
Hold on,
check
you
that
didn't let Troy
joke.
finish.
now. Huh?
You didn't let Troy finish.
Oh, I didn't know he was still talking.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah, you cut me right off.
Yeah. Yeah, you went right into how you've done Rogan twice.
Sorry.
Yeah, you turned it around and made it about you.
Yes.
No, but so what I'm saying is if one of your good friends did an interview with this guy and we've said that this is better, why wouldn't you just dive into that one and be like, okay, let me at least see
You're
what my friend
correct.
says.
I will. I just literally had forgotten. But
It
will.
is. I mean, to be fair, it is a 3.5 hour.
It's a lot. It's
I'll watch it.
Jim's a busy guy.
He
No,
is.
but I also my memory is not good.
You
so
can
I
listen
will.
to it too. You can just
That's what I'm
listen
saying, yeah,
at
of
different
course.
places.
Although
I
you
would
did
do-
watch all those Bagel Guy videos while you were driving. You could.
maybe watch Rogan while you drive.
You're right. You're absolutely right. I could have done
Wouldn't
that.
that be great if Jim, you could just listen to it?
Yes.
But instead of just listening to it, you decide, well, I'm driving. I might as well watch the video.
Well,
I'll listen to it this week. I'll listen.
does the bagel guy have a podcast now too?
He's probably going to, I bet he'll launch one. I'll bet he'll launch
Yeah,
one.
he will.
I don't think there's a lot of juice left in that berry, to tell you the truth.
Well, it depends on what they do. I mean, is he an entertaining guy? I don't know. We'll see what he does.
Here's what I think our plan should be.
Kill yourself. Sorry,
Rich.
I was thinking of myself. Go ahead.
I'm trying to get him on Chip, but I haven't heard back.
Here's what I think we should do.
People haven't gotten back to us.
Well, it's very hard to get him. He only does the big shows. Chip is a big show, though.
It's true.
I think we should give it some time, let it completely die down, and then invite him back to promote his fixed boxing fight and all that stuff.
I don't think it's fixed. I think you're wrong.
He said it was fixed.
No. He misread.
He asked if
alluded.
we wanted him to tell us who's going to win.
Who's he fighting?
He's fighting the guy from Hydra Kids, Hydra
Larry
Wife on
Holmes.
YouTube. Larry Holmes.
Yeah, he was supposed to be Pernell Whitaker, but
But once it really, really dies down, maybe we just have him back and incorporate him as kind of one of the regulars that pops in every now and then just to give his take on things.
yeah, why not?
Yeah.
I enjoyed him.
Yeah.
If he wants to come on, he's welcome to.
He should go to Area 51. He should sign up that petition.
They
And,
might think he's the.
No,
true.
he should do Cameo. That's what he should do.
Cameo, of
Get
course.
this guy to yell at you. I mean,
Of course. The fact that he's not on Cameo yet is they've lost a lot of money. A lot of money. You know what I mean?
The
'Cause
clock is ticking.
Now was the time.
have the bagel guy fucking give a message to your girlfriend or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, how long do you think he goes though before he's like, oh, you shouldn't have video of you saying that, bagel guy? Somebody's got to be there editing.
Well, it depends on what he. Yeah, of
Yeah,
course.
somebody's got to be there editing the videos, I think, for sure.
Is he a little, not the smartest, or just angry? Is there something wrong?
Well, I mean, he's just. I would say he's dumb. He had a business, but he's just angry. It's like
I think he's got a skewed perception of
Yeah.
reality. I think that's a polite way of saying it.
That's true. A lot, after all that shit, you just fucking. And I'm not saying it excuses people being dicks, but after a while, you get fucking. You're 5 feet. That's a rough way, man. Again, everyone has rough shit, but
There's a lot of short guys.
yeah, and a lot of them are not happy. That's why they call it the Napoleon complex.
That's true.
Not because they're pleasant.
Or Voss's life? Sorry.
It's okay. We appreciate you making the drive.
That's true. Those little blocks on your pedals.
Speaking of viral stars, of course, we have not only been following the Bagel Guy very, very closely, we've been following Superhuman very, very
Yes, we
closely.
have.
Superhuman.
We can't get on this show, by the way.
Well, he will do a scripted text interview. If we'll do it via text, we can script an interview that way, and maybe we should do that and act out the parts.
What's he doing?
Maybe that's the best way to do it. I feel like after we had
Asshole.
that home run with Bagel Guy, to not just have a sit down with Superhuman
Is
is
Superhuman
kind
the guy that jumped off his porch? Who is?
Yeah.
Is that? No,
That's
it
him.
isn't.
That's
No,
super.
it
Yes, I swear to God, that's
It
Superhuman.
really is?
Yes.
Yeah, look behind you. That's
He
him.
just recently did a stunt where he had help. A man in a mask helped him, and he threw him off a set of bleachers onto a plank of wood covered in barbed wire on 2 steel chairs.
I think he might. Maybe there's something when he's interviewed, a certain things may become very apparent. So maybe whoever he's working with says no.
Right.
Go.
Right. The secrets.
Do
Maybe
the-
he's not that good at keeping the secrets of the brand.
Can
Yeah,
they play
maybe-
that interview? Can they play that?
Maybe
that
he's
stunt?
maybe he's a little on the slow side, and somebody who
And they don't want
enjoys him
people to
doing
know.
this, they don't want people to feel bad for him. Yeah,
That's possible.
it's my guess.
That's possible.
Can they play this? On
Yeah,
here?
of course. Why don't
Yeah,
you?
what do you
We're
give us
having
a
a
second?
conversation. We're
Jesus
doing a
Christ,
radio
you're just
show about
pointing
it.
at it with no
Relax,
headphones. Going, can they play
relax.
this?
Well,
Can
we'll
they
get
play
there.
this?
I got to put my
looking at me.
headphones on.
Jim and I are sitting here trying to talk about it, and you're just going, "Can we play this?
play
Can we
this?"
play this?"
And you're
Then
pointing
we
up
can
at
jump
it.
in and talk about it. You play it first.
I know, but
No,
it's
you
18
don't.
seconds.
Yeah,
We're gonna play it.
Here's what you do: you have a conversation about it to kind of build a little bit of anticipation,
teaser.
and then there's a reason to watch it. It's not just like,
Hey. There's no reason to get upset when somebody is just asking.
"Can I play this? Can we play this?
play this?
It's an audio
Play
medium.
it.
Here's the problem: it's a stunt video, right?
Yeah,
So
I've seen them all.
there's no visual component of the show that's live.
Not
So
yet.
the people that are listening,
So you play it and then you explain it.
no, you give people you hype
Well,
it up
everybody
first.
does things different.
Yeah, we do a radio show.
So you say.
Okay.
Yeah, we were gonna play it anyway, but in 18 seconds, we were just discussing the fact that he won't do the interview.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
and if we have a discussion
Could you
about
play it? That's what that was like.
Yeah.
That was like.
Sorry.
Rich,
Can you-
Like a child.
if we talk a little bit about it first,
Yeah, 'cause people-
the audience will be invested in it a little
Could you
bit,
play it?
hopefully. Yeah, you see how distracting that is.
Yeah.
It's not conducive.
Play
to
it,
a show.
Travis.
You
Play
sound
it.
like my wife. No, stop it, because that's how she yells at me. She imitates what I say.
She does. Well, so it's difficult, Rich.
Every time she says something to me, I go, no.
By the way, I would like to say that having you and Bonnie in at the same time
It's
is so great.
Yeah.
I mean, we're talking about how much good feedback I got with Bagel Guy.
Yeah.
We got so much good feedback on
Yeah,
you and
but-
Bonnie
but-
together.
I
Was it
guarantee you
negative?
she's talked to
Why was
lawyers
it-
already.
It couldn't have been negative. I
No,
mean,
no,
people-
good feedback is not negative.
No,
That's
she's
why they
talked-
say good.
She's talked to lawyers, without a doubt.
You think so?
100%.
She's so
yes.
fed up
She's just reached out a little.
just to see.
And I helped her with some good ones.
Sometimes you know. Yeah, but it was last week's segment with Bonnie was really, really good.
She's so funny, but
But you and Bonnie together
here's
are just great.
Yeah. Thank you.
But I heard you wanted to watch Superhuman's newest stunt.
Not now.
He's
It's already
getting-
passed.
What are you
kidding.
going to say? Here's what.
He wasn't gonna. He didn't have anything.
Off air, I'll tell you. It's not a big deal.
Go ahead.
She got mad at you.
Oh, no.
Go ahead.
No, we're closer than we've ever been.
Oof.
I haven't seen her in 2 weeks.
Really? Play it. Let's play it.
This is Super English Show. I'm with my good friend Paul, and he's gonna choke
Yeah,
slam me
By the
with
way,
a
could you
barbed
pause for a second? Rich is not wearing headphones.
Paul's in a mask.
And why would you put a guy in a mask and then announce that this is Paul? What? You couldn't think of a fun name?
You know,
Like, oh,
so
maybe
no one could see in the tape.
maybe Paul is not supposed to be at that park that they're at.
Sure.
Right, got to wear a mask.
Knock this door down. That ain't fair.
Superhuman and the masked Paul are on top of a set of bleachers at a park. It looks like a shitty baseball field behind them. And there, as I said, there's barbed wire on a plank of wood propped up on 2 chairs.
This is Super English Show. I'm with my good friend Paul, and he's gonna choke slam me onto barbed wire. This is for chicklets and chicklets. Don't try to.
I mean, Paul's the one telling
You
him.
pause?
Paul's probably the one telling not to do the interviews.
You think so?
Uh-huh.
Go ahead, Rich.
He's definitely mentally handicapped. And
He's a
they're taking-
juggalo.
Who, the kid?
Superhuman.
Yeah, but he's still mentally handicapped. You could tell by the way he's talking. He's not all there. So
Trust me, I understand that instinct.
slow down.
The man with the headphones on top of his head and on his ears, you can tell he's mentally handicapped by the way he's talking.
It's just taking advantage of some kid. It's fucked up.
He's not a kid.
or whatever. And
Or
it's
watching something
mentally he
online.
is. All right, let's go.
Yeah, I mean, he's doing something for juggalos and juggalettes.
But this guy has a
We're all
mask
juggalos.
on. Something tells me this is. I mean, again,
Yeah.
I'm sure he enjoys doing it, but that's the guy that probably went, no. You can only do a text interview.
Unless it's just a friend.
Maybe.
You say he's
Why
just
would
a
the
friend.
wrestler be the one that's telling him?
He's
that
not a
to
wrestler. His name's Paul.
Excuse me.
He's just wearing a mask. I mean, wrestlers do wear masks like that, but that's Paul.
This is Superhuman Show. I'm with my good friend Paul, and he's gonna choke slam me onto barbed wire. This is for Juggalos and Jiglets. Don't try this at home. I hope you like it. Whoop whoop.
Takes his shirt off, of course.
Fuck this shit. Oh! This is
I mean, it's great stuff.
Yeah.
It's great stuff. What are you looking at, Jim? What are you
The barbed
thinking?
wire might be rubber.
No, it's real barbed wire.
Yeah.
I don't think he has access to the gimmick stuff, to tell you
I
the truth.
don't,
You know what I mean? I don't think he's got movie prop houses around him.
I don't like it. No,
You've
totally changed. Because he
converted
won't-
your opinions on.
Not because he won't come on our show, but because he won't do interviews unless there's scripted text.
You're worried he's being taken advantage of.
Yeah, that makes me
I
think
see.
that, not that he doesn't want to do it,
Right.
but that somebody, it's like, why can't the guy just come out and talk? Like it's got to be a scripted text.
Yeah,
interview.
I'm still not sure if I was speaking to him or not.
Yeah, it's almost like that. Like he does this stuff and he knows he's online, but somebody else may control the interactions and worry that he's going to go on and someone's going to ask him a question. They're going to go, "Oh, this guy's."
And the guy's going to say, well, I just do what so-and-so tells me to do.
Yeah.
And all of a
mentally
sudden...
handicapped.
I don't
and then-
think it's because this guy tells me what to do.
Mhm.
I think, I think he knows his shortcomings.
Superhuman.
Yeah,
He
and he wants to be prepared for what's coming.
He knows
That
his
could-
own shortcomings. Maybe.
That's very possible, too.
Okay.
Or if Chris has a manager, this guy's got a manager, and it's just like the manager said, don't use racist jokes. You know what I mean? So
yeah, it
they're-
could be something as simple as that.
Yeah.
Like you want, like right now, we're on fire right now because all you say is this is Superhuman TV show for juggalos and juggalettes. Don't try this at home, and I hope you like it. Whoop whoop. Fuck this shit. You know, if that's what we're sticking to. We really don't want you falling off script. That's possible too.
He's done interviews before. He was on Tosh years ago.
He was on Tosh,
Oh, okay.
and that was on video.
right? Yeah, he was on Tosh, and it wasn't like he was a weirdo.
All right, maybe that's okay. That could just be
But-
that he doesn't like
yeah,
doing them.
I think he knows.
Maybe okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
That makes me feel better.
yeah. I hope so.
Yeah.
The reason
The
I
guy
bring
in the mask bugged me for that reason. I was like, "What the fuck is that?"
well, I think the guy in the mask
I
is
think it's
part of
Bobby.
Superhumans branching out.
Are you
Since he's
talking-
getting bigger and bigger.
you talking about Paul?
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yep.
His name's Paul. He's wearing a mask.
Okay.
It could just be that Superhuman. The reason that Paul is wearing a mask is because this show is about Superhuman. We don't need any other characters being formed.
Okay.
Like the mask is to protect anonymity because we want to focus on Superhuman. It's possible. But the reason I bring it up is because Troy. I have not heard this, but Troy told me that how Superhuman represents the Insane Clown Posse all the
Well,
time.
thank you for attending the show today.
He said, "Thank you." You know how he always brings up the Insane Clown Posse, Juggalos and Juggalettes.
Always.
That's fans of the Insane Clown Posse. That's who the Juggalos and Juggalettes are. Troy came to me and said that Superhuman collaborated with the Insane Clown Posse. Is that true, Troy?
That is correct. There's a couple things going on here.
Okay.
Okay. One, I wanted to write a song, or produce a song, I should say. I didn't write this.
Okay. Rich just blew his nose into the microphone.
I
So if you
backed
could,
up.
No, but you can cover it. You have a cough button.
yeah.
Every
Or-
mic has a cough button.
By the way, you didn't. I mean, you backed up
I didn't
very
cough.
slightly, but you were in exact direction of the microphone. So it's very, very, very audible.
Superhuman.
I don't even know what that means, man.
Exactly.
That my nose blowing is so loud.
I see. It's superhuman.
It's
Yeah.
superhuman.
You're bringing it back to
Yeah, but I will do interviews.
Yeah. Okay. Good. All right. Cool then. All right. So now that we got that out of the way, Troy, as you were saying,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So wanted to just put something together, have them collaborate on a song together, and then this to me is an olive branch to Superhuman. Like Superhuman, we put together a song you love. ICP, you're Juggalo.
Mm-hmm.
There's a studio filled with Juggalos here.
I mean, nothing. That's actually a prerequisite. When we hired Mike Montone recently,
Yeah.
I was in on the interview, and I said, "Would you consider yourself a Juggalo?" And he went, "Yeah, of course. I got mad clown love."
Yeah.
I said, "Okay,
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
So just to Superhuman, we're all family,
family."
family.
Yeah.
And yeah, he should come on the show. And
So
what
then
other shows?
You know what we should do then? I'll send
Travis,
this
are
to-
you a juggalo?
Yeah, of course I'm a juggalo.
You're not a jug of hoe.
No.
Okay, well, there you go.
Are you down with the clown?
Till I'm dead in the ground.
Okay, all right, okay, all right.
Hopefully you won't
Sam?
be down in the clown from
Okay.
down with the clown for. I backed out.
It's okay. It's no problem.
You know, I
That's
said
no
to
problem.
myself, I said,
You fucking dirtbag
and
scumbag.
I shut my mouth.
That's no problem.
So I'll give the song to Rob. He'll put it into a YouTube video.
Yeah,
And then we'll tweet it out to him.
that's fair.
Yeah. I like that. Good
So-
idea, Troy.
You want to hear? Should we hear the song that Troy put together?
I would love to.
Okay.
Juggalos and juggalettes. Don't try this at home. I hope you like it.
Everything stop.
Fuck this
You
shit.
either rise or drop. Everything stop. You either rise or drop.
Like,
Yeah, any cause by request, live life a train wreck, and your next. If you want the trouble, he'll pop your bubble. Superhuman. And then drop you on the double. He'll eject your ass if the beat is skipping. Cause you stuck in the fast lane tripping. You a balloon, living in a bigger bush. Believe that your buzzer is getting put. Everything stop.
fuck this
You
shit.
either rise or drop. Everything stop. You either rise or drop. Superhuman.
Oh my fucking god.
That's great, dude. Good job.
I'll
Really
tell you-
great.
I'll tell you a couple of things. Number one, I liked that we created a melody out of the crashing. Out of
That's
the sound. What was that crashing exactly? Do you remember what the stunt was?
The light bulbs really had the best impact.
Okay. I also, ironically, I think I enjoyed the superhuman parts more than the Insane Clown Posse parts of that song.
Is that their beat? That song?
It was just a beat. It was actually a twisted beat that I kind of jacked up a little bit.
I see.
Gave it a
That's
little more
good.
balls, and then I found a couple ICP acapellas.
I see.
So I chopped up what they said to kind of make. They sort of were rapping about somebody, so I made them rap about Superhuman.
That's really
I
good.
see. I see.
Very good.
Well, there you go. Insane Clown Posse featuring Superhuman.
That's right.
What is like besides the bob wire? Like one
What's
of his,
bob wire?
What I wish was fucking wrapped around your neck. Okay. What is one
Bob
of his
wire.
stunts that?
He jumps through like
What's a
He's jumped
real
on-
dangerous one?
He jumped on a microwave.
yeah, he jumped. He landed on a microwave. He fucking.
I think that might be my favorite one.
The
yeah,
microwave?
That's the best
Yeah.
one.
Let me see that, please.
All right.
So I can make my assumption.
I mean, it says in the description. That's a garbage
Yeah, not
can.
the
That's
bob
not
wire.
as. And we don't want it. It didn't have bob wire, if I remember. It was just a microwave. I mean, there's videos of him. He would drink hot sauce and run into a cement wall. There's all kinds of stuff. Legos. I think at one point he took various things to the genitals.
Did you do one with fire?
Yeah, I did one with fire at one point. You want to do the flat screen TV instead of the microwave?
I can find the microwave one. While
Okay.
Troy's,
Yeah, here's the flat screen TV. We've played this before.
This is Super YouTube Show. Today I'm jumping on this flat screen TV. This is for juggalos and juggalettes. Don't try this at home. I hope you like it. Ooh, ooh. Fuck this shit! Oh my fucking god!
Come on.
Oh my god!
It's hilarious, isn't it?
How has he not broken his shoulder?
I don't know, man. He's a real stuntman. It's great, isn't it? Boss is loving it.
The microwave is the best one.
It's really hard to watch these things and not.
Get a hard on?
Well, I've never become erect, but I mean, be in tears laughing. They're so great.
It's just mean.
Is it? He's doing it himself, though.
He's doing. They're probably throwing him like $10 or
Who's
something.
they? There's not some like Illuminati controlling superhuman. He's a stuntman. He
You
wants
don't
to
know
get out
who's
there.
working on the side.
Yeah, there's
of the
probably people
camera.
there who are there to repair the porch. And there's
Look at that.
The porch doesn't appear to have been power washed recently.
no.
No. This is him jumping off a porch onto a microwave.
Oh,
This is Super YouTube Show. Today I'll be jumping onto this microwave. This is for juggalos and juggalettes. So try this at home. I hope you like it. Whoop whoop.
Takes the shirt off.
Fuck this shit!
What the fuck is wrong with him?
He's a stunt man. He gets up the next day and he does another stunt. That's life, man. That's stunt man life. We have a little insight coming in from Steve in Florida. What's up, Steve?
Yes.
Hey, good morning, guys. So over the weekend, Mr. Hummin was arguing with an amateur wrestler on Instagram Live, and the amateur wrestler was in bed with another guy, and Mr. Super Hummin was using quite a few anti-gay slurs.
There you
while
go.
the wrestler was calling him retarded. So it was quite the, and I apologize for using
You don't have to
that word,
apologize.
especially to
But
both
there
of
you-
Mr. Voss. I'm just kidding.
Thank you, Steve. That goes to what we were talking about, what Travis brought up.
Right.
That maybe Superhuman doesn't have the best judgment,
Right.
and that maybe those slurs slip out of his mouth, and it becomes a little less fun for
That's
people
right.
to watch him jump onto a microwave and celebrate him if they know he uses homophobic language.
That is what Tef Puppy was saying.
Yeah. And let's be honest, he's from the backwoods of Florida. Would it be shocking if maybe some of his points of view did not reflect the mainstream? I don't think so.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
You know what I mean? So it could be something like that.
Yeah. Yeah, Teftikins did say that.
I'm not saying the guy's in Mensa. I'm just saying that,
No, he's not.
there's a spectrum.
Yeah.
There's a spectrum of intelligence.
Sure.
He is marketing himself very well.
Well,
He's got a bunch of merchandise now.
Merch.
I saw that he has his own trading cards now.
That's good.
His own, yeah. So look at that shirt. Fuck this shit. It's him jumping.
Well, he knows. But if he were really marketing himself well, he'd realize that if you put a shirt out and it's a black t-shirt and in big red letters it says fuck on the front of it, you're really limiting your audience. There's a lot of places you can't wear a t-shirt that says fuck on it.
The Gathering of the Juggalos, you can.
The Gathering of the Juggalos would celebrate that shirt.
I'm surprised he hasn't been booked for this year.
For the Gathering, maybe it's a surprise.
Yeah.
Because he's big enough now.
Yeah, maybe they're going to bring him out on stage and surprise everybody. Because if you
they should
remember,
do a fun trick, like have him jump on hay.
that's not as fun. That'd be a real letdown.
Gilbert's
all
doing
them.
it this year.
Who?
Gilbert.
I saw him last night.
They'll like Gilbert,
They'll
though.
love Gilbert. They'll love Gilbert.
Yeah.
Quite a lineup.
Who?
It's so eclectic.
Who's the lineup? This year's. You're talking about this year's Gathering of the Juggalos, the insane clown posse festival that
That's
happens
right.
every
Where
year.
is it? Ohio?
It's
Wherever
usually
it
in like
usually
the
is, yeah.
outskirts of Kentucky, like
Do you
between Kentucky and Illinois.
You go in the middle of the woods and do
I
it.
think maybe Ohio's right in that.
Ohio
Oh,
is
this
there.
is the 20th annual.
Oh,
Gathering of the Juggalos.
big
Whoop,
one.
whoop.
it's going to be a big one.
ICP, Bone Thugs and Harmony,
See you at the Crossroads.
Ghetto Boys, Guar, Gilbert, KRS-One,
Damn.
Max Sabbath,
Max Sabbath is going to be there. Our buds.
and a bunch of other people.
It's exciting.
Have you done it? You did that, right?
Twice. KRS-One I'd like to meet.
You had fun at the Gathering, right?
They were
Like
very
it
nice.
was a good crowd.
And
Yeah.
look, it's not a gig I would want to film. It's a rough gig. But they weren't dicks at all. They were nice. I mean, it's just late. You go on at like midnight. You're outside, and it sounds like it's going to be a horror show. You do 40 minutes.
You do 40?
Yeah, 45 minutes.
Yeah, Shimmer Forest, Springville, Indiana.
They
Indiana.
were really a lot. It was a lot more fun than I expected. And the guys came over, and I talked to them. I mean, they're cool dudes, man. They're supportive.
You talking about Violent J and Shaggy Two Dope?
Yeah, if their fans know that they support you and they like you,
Yeah.
the fans are at least respectful. They were great both times I did it.
I feel like sometimes the Insane Clown Posse books people to just see. It could go great or it could be a disaster. Like I see this year, CNC Music Factory is booked for the Gathering of the Juggalos. Good vibe. Is that good
It
vibrations?
takes two to make a thing
no,
go right.
that's,
Is that them? It takes
Make you
two
sweat. No, that's Rob Bass and DJ Rock, and that's Marky Mark.
Fucking
So
song.
what's CNC Music Factory?
Gonna make you sweat. Everybody dance now.
Everybody dance now. Right. So
I bet
either
that does great.
either the Juggalos, well, it could
'Cause
go
they're
either
gonna
way,
dance.
right? Either the Juggalos are in a good mood and they want to embrace the nostalgia, or they've been out in the sun all day and they're hot and they're ornery and they want to see Twisted or someone like that and they start throwing their shit at
Start
CNC
throwing
Music
rocks.
Factory.
Like tequila.
Yeah, they threw feces and rocks.
Yes.
Oh. What,
Is that Gilbert?
how many people usually go?
Oh. I heard you throw feces.
So don't throw. Oh, no.
Ooh, there's juggalesque burlesque.
Well, you could just say juggalesque. But you have to explain it. Juggalesque,
Well, that's what it's
burlesque.
called.
Yeah, I know. But to say burlesque after juggalesque, like just, it's one or the other.
You don't think it's vague?
At that point, no, you're overdoing it now. You really
I
just
saw them at, I think, I don't know, that I might have introduced them at Woodstock, but I did see them. I watched their show, and because I don't know a lot about them, but they're shaking soda.
Fago.
Yeah.
What?
It's Fago.
I thought it was RC.
No.
No.
RC. What are you, a jug of hoe? It's Fago.
I could be.
Fago, yeah.
Yeah, the Insane Clown Posse.
Fanta, you mean?
No,
Or-
Fago. It's called Fago is
Hey,
the brand.
Don't
soda.
raise your voice.
Fago is the brand.
Well, you're
yeah.
being insulting.
They told
to
you
the
8
Insane Clown
times.
I'm
Posse. It's
asking you.
Fago.
I'm not being insulting.
It's
I'm
not
implying.
RC. It's not Fanta. It's Fago.
And they still do that? And they,
Oh, very much so.
yeah.
And
Fago
it's-
is a big part of the Juggalo culture.
Aren't they really sticky after the show?
Very
That would drive
sticky.
me nuts.
Very sticky. It's colas. Yeah, it's
Really?
very
Or
sticky.
to
I
your
would.
bathroom.
I would hate that.
I worked at a venue where they played.
Mm-hmm.
It was a nightmare to clean up.
Just soda everywhere.
You just walk through the floor after everybody leaves. It's like they have to put plastic bags all over everything.
Because soda goes everywhere.
Soda everywhere.
Do the fans get soda on them?
They're soaked. Yeah, you leave completely soaked and sticky.
Gallagher 3. Sorry.
It's all right, man. Yeah, that's part of the Juggalo culture is that they embrace Fago because Fago it's like a store brand soda that's big in the Midwest. We don't have it in New York.
Oh, I thought those guys own that brand. They don't?
I mean, at this point, I hope they have a stake in it, but no. Originally, it was just because they're from Michigan, they're from Detroit, and Fago is huge in Michigan. So they were like, "Yeah, we're a working class band. Fago costs 79 cents for a 2-liter, so we're gonna sit here and embrace Fago." And they did, and then the Juggalos got behind him.
You should see the pallets of soda that have to come off the truck every time they play.
They're keeping Fago in business.
They really are.
Do they go on tour or they just do events like this?
No, they go on. I mean, they definitely go on tour.
Yeah.
I think that they've slowed down a little bit because,
They're on the FBI watch list?
well, partly because they're
Funny,
on the
they're
FBI.
so silly. It's a gang.
It's so stupid.
They're fucking fans. The
But
FBI is
also-
assholes.
Physically, like they've gone through injuries because they were doing stuff that Superhuman does at their shows. Like
Yeah.
Shaggy Two Dope used to just climb up a ladder and jump through a table in the middle of the concert.
His back is fucked up.
Right.
Last time I saw him, he was sitting there. He's like, "Yeah, I get my back
Right.
messed up."
Because they love wrestling too. And so they would do like wrestling stunts, but just to themselves.
Have you ever been there, like announced or did anything with them?
No, I never went to a gathering. We almost went one year and we did not go at the last minute, but no, I've never been to a gathering. I would imagine it'd be quite a spectacle.
Is it 10, 20, 30,000? I mean, how packed
No,
is it?
maybe 10,000. I think, I don't remember. It's hard to tell because you're in the woods.
Yeah.
And we went, I didn't stay there.
It's probably less than 10,000, right?
I don't know. I honestly don't know. It was packed. I mean, there's a lot of people there, but you're walking through the woods. They put you on a cart. They take you to your fucking outdoor gig. There's like hay set up for people to sit on, but it's like a crazy, like haunted place. So it's great. The way they have it set up is so fucking good.
They usually do it on somebody's private property. Like they'll get somebody who owns acres and acres of land to let them use their private property because otherwise the cities and the ordinances
give
and all
them
that stuff, they
a
won't.
permit.
Exactly.
Now,
But they just, they take over the land for like 2 or 3 days and people set up tents and then they use spray paint to paint their faces and just, they have a time, you know what I mean?
is there any hot girls there? Like,
One of my favorite porn stars ever goes there. This redheaded porn girl I love named Pepper Kester. She's one of my favorites.
And they walk around naked.
Every year she's there. She
the
loves it.
audience
Yeah.
walks around naked?
Yeah, if there's fat dudes walking around naked. There's tons of naked people just walking around.
Yeah.
It's a very freeing place. Very accepting.
Yeah, there's some really hot girls
Look how
there.
cute that girl is.
Sexy. There's a lot of sex. I've been walking around. There's a lot of cute girls there.
Yeah, we're looking at a lovely lady who painted, she's naked, but she painted her breasts, one to look like Violent J, and the other, if I'm not mistaken, looks a bit like Shags, doesn't it?
That is correct.
Yeah.
Morris Day and the Time are playing too.
What's that?
Oh.
Morris Day and the Time are playing this
Oh,
year.
awesome. How's the family?
Look at that.
I think, there's some a little bit of drug use. I think that might happen.
And you
You
could
know?
drive you could park your SUV or your RV there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is
How
there-
many acres do you need for that? Do you think 30 acres, 20 acres?
I don't know, because you have to go out there way past everything else, right? I mean, you were there. I would imagine that they have to go pretty deep into the woods so they're not disrupting anybody.
Right.
Is there a medical tent?
I'm sure there is. I mean, for insurance reasons, they have to have insurance. I mean,
Yeah, you usually don't hear about, nightmares, like medical nightmares coming out of this. I don't think they could, maintain doing this if like people were getting hurt and whatnot. So they must have that.
And it's organized. Like, you walk, it's not anarchy. I mean, there's this, people kind of guiding you which way you need to go. I mean, we got to go.
Is it free to the fans or do
No.
They have to pay?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I don't know how much.
Although they get a bad rep because they invited Tila Tequila when she was a big social media star. She was like the first MySpace star.
Yeah.
They invited her to perform because she was rapping, and the Juggalos threw rocks and shit at her.
Rocks?
And shit.
Shit. Yeah.
Like they shit in cups and threw it at her.
2 cups and a tequila?
That's
or whatever her name is.
2 cups and a tequila.
Did they like her?
No, they wanted her to get pelted with rocks and feces.
Okay.
Human feces. Human excrement. And rocks is what she was getting thrown at her while she was
excrement
trying to perform. Yeah.
Yep.
Juggalo excrement.
Yeah.
You got to get paid up front.
Yeah.
There's no video of it though, right?
There was.
There was. The TMZ had it like when it first happened. This was years ago.
Why'd they hate her? Was her rapping terrible? I guess it was.
I mean, yeah, she wasn't the greatest musician in the world.
It's a shame. Isn't she like a real conservative?
Well, I think that was the gimmick that she was doing for a while. She's just trying to. It's tough to stay relevant these days.
Oh, I know that.
I know.
Well, we should take a break. Rich Voss is here.
Voss is here next to me.
Tonight and tomorrow, if you're in the Atlantic City area, you can see Rich Voss at the Borgata. Friday and Saturday, you're headed out to Long Island at the Brokerage Comedy Club. And then, of course, July 27th, you'll be in Montreal to kick off Creeps with Kids.
Oh, yeah. Oh, we're doing a lot of stuff there. We're doing Would You Bang 'Em up there. Our show, Creeps with Kids. I'm going to do the radio.
That's going to be exciting. Yeah, we're going to be up in Montreal. If you want to check out the show live while we're in Montreal, is it next week or the week after? Is that already next week?
Next week, I think.
Wow.
Yeah, I go up next Wednesday.
Yeah, we're going up on Tuesday after the show. So next Wednesday and Thursday, if you want to be a part of the show, if you want to sit in the audience in Montreal, email us, jimandsamshow@gmail.com. And it's free. We'll get you in. We just want to.
Bennington will be
have a
up
list.
there.
Everybody's
on
gonna
last
be there.
night. Yeah, the stand open. It's a really beautiful room,
isn't it?
It's in Union Square to the park on the east side. It's really, really nice.
I saw some photos. It looks really
Look,
nice.
it's fucking. I was going to go on. They asked me, but it was just late. I had to get up. But Mark Norman was there. Dan Soder.
Whoa, all the
Karen.
big ones.
Well, funny. I mean, it was. I wouldn't say it was.
How do you think they got Mark Norman?
Why are you getting shitty about other comics?
Yeah, I'm trying to plug the stand, and
Are you getting a little?
Did they go through Amy?
a little FOMO?
He's getting a little shitty because he wasn't asked to be there.
wasn't
I
asked to
was
be
asked
there.
to be there. I was in Atlantic City. They managed me.
Oh, okay.
He's
And
getting.
they knew to keep you as far away from that club as
I
possible.
didn't even get an invite.
But it was really nice. The club was nice.
It's beautiful. The downstairs room is amazing.
Yeah.
Upstairs.
Yeah.
This club is going to be.
I'm going to punish you for your outburst.
Did you pass gas, Jim?
Yes, I did.
Yeah.
And the boss is being punished for his
farting all morning. Your farts are really bad today.
I'm sorry. I didn't realize I was. But Voss was a little snide.
He was snide, and he should be punished for
I
that.
apologize.
You should be happy for your fellow comics.
Do you think he should be punished for his snide remark?
Yeah. Oh, he knocked over the trash can.
Oh, it's bad.
What the fuck was in you last night? What did you eat?
Who? It's
I
who
ate
was in
two
him
of your
last
jokes.
night.
I'm going to be in Montreal the 27th doing my show, and then I got Columbus the 9th and 10th, and Magoobies in Baltimore the 16th, 17th of August. That really made me happy. Was it bad?
It's terrible.
That's what happened. Don't be snide.
Don't be snide, Rich. That's a lesson. That's an important lesson. I haven't gotten any of it over here, so it's easy for me
Well,
to
you weren't
comment.
snide.
Thank you. I try not to be. I've learned my lesson.
Be right back.
Microwaves.
Not the brightest bulb.
No, yeah. And he's also, two things at once is not his specialty.
Yes, very pro Al Qaeda.
That's that what we were getting at?
Yeah.
Rich Voss is here, of course. You can go to richvoss.com. You can get the legendary roast of the legendariest legend, Rich Voss. It's available now to rent or buy at vossroast.com. And you can see him tonight and tomorrow at the Borgata in Atlantic City, then Friday and Saturday this weekend at the Brokerage in Long Island.
Thank you. Have you ever dealt
Sure.
or try to deal with Vimeo? Because you can't speak to them on the phone.
Well, because is that where the roast is through?
Yeah, and like the hits it says it gets or the downloads
Right.
does not
Match the money?
match at all.
That's bad.
Like they'll say-
Wait. So, but if people buy access, can't they just watch as many times as they want?
See, that's the thing. But, they're saying every time it clicks on, like if you bought it and clicked on and off it 10 times, so it goes 10 times.
It'd give you 10 views.
Yeah.
Or whatever, right.
Okay, but let's say...
Rich Voss is calling Vimeo. I want my money, Vimeo.
No.
I want my money, Vimeo.
Yeah.
I don't deal
Fuck
with
him.
Our producer...
What am I, schmucking wheels? Yes.
Our producer does. But if it says it has, let's say, 1 million hits...
I mean, let's say, but
Let's say...
let's
No, I can try to find it and look at it.
Okay.
So that would be 100,000 people, you would think. No one's doing it more than 10 times.
I mean, 1 million hits, easily. I would
no
say
one's
that
doing
that's
it more
fair.
than 100,000.
Because if you're gonna watch it that many times, you can download it.
Yeah.
You're gonna download it.
Sure.
You're not gonna keep going back to the site and watching it. Yeah, that's
so
fair.
what it says and what I'm getting, which is not anything. We barely, we paid our.
Well, how about you
talent.
get someone to do...
We had someone go. You can't talk to them. They don't. You have to correspond through email.
So you're saying that the 10%, the money that you've gotten from this roast is 10% or so? Of,
no, if it was 10%, I'd have I'd have money.
Can't you...
it's
I would
less
pay
than
them.
10%
Oh, it's
of the amount of hits that it has?
yeah, because they're saying the hits, are
Can't you audit them? There's a way to audit
Yeah, it has to
companies.
be.
There's a way to audit them. I mean, I don't even know Vimeo. They're such a big company.
Yeah.
Again, is somebody
I'm not saying
actually
they're
lying about the count? I don't
no.
know.
I'm not saying they're doing anything wrong or illegal. It's just too hard to understand.
I would say
when
get
you
someone who
read-
knows it to do an accounting and audit. There's got to be a way to get those numbers.
100%.
Yeah,
100%.
because it just seems out. We get a small check every now and then. I could
and
show it to you.
what's the cut that Vimeo takes? Do you know?
Yeah, what percentage?
I don't remember. I think it was. I don't want to say it because I don't want to be wrong. I know my producer gets whatever.
A certain
they
percent.
get,
Oh, right. Fuck producer.
thank you. And we get, but
So that could be part of it. I mean, I'm sure Vimeo takes their cut.
yeah, they
Your
take
producer
their cut.
takes
I'm going to
his
guess
cut.
they take
No,
10.
I pay the producer because it comes into my PayPal, and then I send them their percentage.
That's very show business of you.
But it's what do you mean? Is that a slam or negative?
It is. It's a
Why
negative.
is it negative?
Well, to just be like, because the Voss roast is like probably the best roast I've ever seen.
Thank you.
It was really. I was there live. It was amazing.
Yeah, I don't know how.
And
to
like
get in.
when you're talking about having this project that you're selling to the people on a professional level and being like, this is one of the top comedy specials that you're going to be able to get your hands on, to then go say, and the money goes to my PayPal.
Well, it goes
feels
through-
very civilian. No,
No, because then if it went to somebody else, that's another person we'd be paying. If somebody else was working it, someone
you're
set it
paying
up.
PayPal.
Yeah, we got to pay. It's the only way we can get it.
You can't put it into a bank account.
No, because it's got there's the
You can wire transfer from the
hold
bank.
on, the producer
Just put it into a bank account, right?
No, the production company wanted to be able to see everything.
Okay.
So we had to have 2 people and 2 banks there. So it would come to
They
me.
want to be able to see everything that comes in.
So you
I
gotta put it
couldn't
into
do
a
it.
Except what
PayPal
Vimeo
account.
is seeing. They don't
Yeah.
see that.
No.
Oh, they can see that. They can
No,
get
they're
online.
not, but they're not seeing how many downloads the Vimeo, or how many buys Vimeo got.
Needs an audit.
It's just saying hits. It's not saying buys. I don't think.
That's what the production company should have done.
Wouldn't there be? I mean, can't you just log in and do you not have access to it?
Yeah, I do.
It doesn't just tell you exactly how many buys and exactly how many.
I got it. No, it's like hits, finishes.
It's got to tell you how many purchases.
Of course.
Oh well, it doesn't.
It has to.
I'm sure it does.
Okay, well you're wrong.
Well,
Well, then there's gotta be a
I mean,
way-
I don't have access
Because
to it. I
if
could be
there
wrong.
was, I've seen it. If there
Well,
was,
can you
I would
log in
have-
on your phone?
I
Let's
would
show us
have
what
no
it shows
questions.
I know, but
Log in on your phone.
Let
We
me
won't
see if
say
I
anything
can
on
do
the
it.
air. Well,
Right.
show us what it shows you.
All right, a second.
Because I mean, you're not. You're not.
What are
That's
you
not your
gonna eat
phone. That's a
first?
burrito.
We're on the radio.
I know it's confusing.
Why do I always mess that
We're on
up?
I know it's tough.
That's why you're not getting the gigs you want, because you keep trying to call the improvs on your burrito.
Right. It's a little
You fucking dirtbag scumbag.
okay. It's okay.
But
Let me see if
which
I can-
this is what I love. We're trying to get to the bottom of this. We're like log in. He goes, all right, later, but he wants to eat on the air first.
Yeah, let me get
By
a
the
bite
way,
of my
I
burrito.
thought we said no more food brought in while guests are on the air.
You ate while we were on the air.
I hit the cough button
I
every
do
time
it
I
all
take
the
a bite.
time.
Voss.
What?
See how it says Jim's name on the show?
Yeah,
Big
I have no
deal.
time to eat other than I have to eat when I'm here, and I
And-
put the cough button every single time I'm chewing. I press the cough button.
You have to know that the rule about guests not eating on the air is literally called the Voss rule.
Yeah,
Because you
Because
can't,
you
you can't handle.
That happened to another radio show. I called in. They won't never do another call in because they called me. It was a big interview, and I was on the golf course.
Take the.
No, don't even go near my food, and
Well, we'll
don't
take
tell
it.
him how to
What-
do
what-
what.
he's-
You
I'm
don't worry about me. I
in
was going to
char-
give him
Here's-
offer him some turkey bacon.
I do. I
and
would
he
like a piece of turkey.
Go ahead.
Yes, you would.
I would like a piece of turkey.
What would
bacon.
you do during the break?
Don't worry.
Should we take the food?
No,
Should we take it away?
get the fuck out of here.
He's holding his burrito. He's holding his burrito.
That's great. Never
like
gonna
it's his
sit in your lap.
penis.
Huh? Oh, I heard it. Don't worry. Just scram. All right.
Yeah. I mean, keep making an
Rich,
effort
just
to grab
find it
it.
on the thing with your
I'm
dumb
trying.
fucking Yves Saint Laurent purse.
It's fucking. It's fucking. That's not eat. It's fucking Louis Vuitton. You fucking idiot.
I'm glad I don't know. That's terrible.
It's terrible.
I don't like Louis Vuitton for a man.
Rich, we're trying to check Vimeo for
Come
you.
It's
on,
a
check
fucking
it.
computer case.
Exactly. There's no computer in there.
So,
So why,
because
Rich? We're trying to check
Hold
Vimeo
on.
for you. It's a burrito again.
I
You're
have
holding
to
the
take a photo
burrito.
of you. I'm not. You tell me if I'm crazy.
You put the phone
Hold
down
on.
and you're holding the
Let me see it.
burrito.
Don't- Look like that.
He's not.
how I do it.
I mean, I've heard of not being tech
No,
savvy,
Rich, look
but
at me, please.
you're holding the burrito instead of the phone.
I want one bite. And I need one bite.
Jim, I know what you did, Jim.
What did you do? Let me see.
I know exactly what
Rich, do you want us to check Vimeo? For,
Let me see. It's. I can't have negativity.
That's not negative.
Jim
What?
took a photo
I'll
of
just
Rich.
show you. I'll post. This honestly is not negative. It's just you with your headphones. So come on,
We're
Rich.
going to retweet it from the Jim and Sam Show account once Jim posted on his
Yeah.
He's
account.
better off doing it from his account.
We can do it on both.
Oh yeah. Then
There
you
you go.
good.
Double dip.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey, why do you keep lurking around?
He's going to
and
grab the
scram?
burrito when you put it
Scram,
down.
and then it's going
I
to
think.
fall, and something's going to happen. And look, what are you doing?
Rich, what are we doing? Are we looking up Vimeo or not?
In a second.
What are you waiting for?
Do it now. I'm
All
doing
right,
it.
scram, Rob. Scram, so he needs to eat on the air before we can.
I'm
Look.
taking one bite before. it
That's
gets
how you
cold.
start eating. Taking a bite is eating.
Yeah, that's what that is, Rich.
You can't
Rich,
say I'm not
don't-
going to eat.
Can
I'm
you
going to
look
take
this
a
up?
bite.
I'm
Just
gonna
look the
right
thing
now,
up.
relax. All right, fill the time with your fucking blank hair like you usually do.
Don't. He's taking.
You're
A,
eating.
He's
We
eating.
told him not to bring stuff in the air.
oh my God. No more food for Voss. You know what?
I thought he was the exception.
He's
no,
banned.
we already said that.
He's banned from breakfast altogether.
Oh shit. Rob says
Well, you-
okay.
Look up the Vimeo thing. He's looking up. His headphones are falling off his head because he's not wearing them properly.
No, I know.
Oh my God.
Here we go.
You know, we're going to have to talk to Ricky Gervais when he comes in about these requests
What request?
for you to come in. I'm not sure it was the best idea.
What is your?
I think it's a great idea.
Rich, what is your Instagram?
He doesn't know.
Rich.Voss.
Oh, dot Voss is correct.
There's egg on your bicep.
Spitting. And,
How do you get egg on your bicep? You took one bite. I mean, they're big. You know, it's a lot of bicep. But
Thanks.
yeah, you look great.
I don't.
I know you gained a little weight, but
I
the
did.
bicep,
It's
the arms look
worst
good.
It's the most I ever weighed.
The arms look good though.
So does my upper body.
Not the core though.
No, I got to lose 10 pounds. I know that.
Well,
So yeah, big deal.
big deal. Who cares?
Oh, big deal.
absolutely.
What the
So
fuck?
what?
Big deal. You got that gut. Yeah.
We
Troy
all
noticed.
do.
No, I know, but
Yeah.
you know,
We're not as proud of our
I'm-
bodies as you.
It's
right.
it's the off season, and I'm training.
it's literally bathing suit season.
Yeah, it is. It's July.
This is when you would be not wearing a shirt.
Not in some parts of the world.
That's actually a good point. Australia, it's winter. All right, we're looking up.
It's hard.
What are we laughing at,
Let me
Travis?
see.
Travis,
What do
did we
you do?
post the photo? Is that what we're laughing at?
Dude, find the
I
thing.
noticed it
Please.
earlier.
The photo?
Egg on me. You spit egg on me.
No, I didn't. I flicked
Rich, will you
it.
please look the
can't
thing
find-
up? We're literally
Really?
filling time.
Okay.
So you can
Relax.
look up the thing on Vimeo. Is the photo posted on @Jim and Sam show?
No, it's on Jim's Instagram at the moment.
Okay, are you going to post it on our Jim's
Twitter?
Yeah.
Okay, just retweet Jim's Twitter then.
Yeah, I will. Yeah.
It's going to be negative.
No, it's
No, it's not. It's positive.
There's nothing positive about it.
I don't know how he
except
doesn't
his-
know.
What? My glasses?
They're fine. They're readers, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got a pair.
Yeah.
Rich's headphones fell off his head. He's falling apart.
I can't find it.
Oh my God!
I can't. I don't. It doesn't say where to log in.
You can't even log into Vimeo, and you're going to sit there and. I'm
Can
sure.
you see where it says log in here?
Of course. What's your password?
Oh, yeah.
Why don't you use your glasses? You're wearing them. Can you see?
Because there's a big sticker on the front of him that blocks his vision.
I should take that off.
Yeah, there's a big sticker that describes Rich. It says wide frame on it.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah.
See your picture?
Jim got a nice close up, and it says my pal @Rich Voss likes wide frames.
Oh, it says wide frame.
It's very foolish. Stickers on crooked.
How come you can't fucking stop? What's wrong with
Rich.
it?
Okay, you know what?
Go
Can I have
with
a
the
piece of
show
turkey
and
bacon?
I'll work on it. Yes.
I think we're gonna give up on your Vimeo.
Yeah, we
thing.
have to. We try to help you, Rich. We
Yeah.
love you, but it's not. It's just not
I think
happening.
we're gonna
It's a
give up.
disaster.
Oh, look at this. Is how much they give you.
Oh my God! This is
Don't
why we
breathe
can't
out.
have Rich having breakfast in.
I'm
No,
not
we
making
already-
noise. I'm not eating.
He's completely distracted by it,
I'm
and
not
he's eating,
distracted. I'm
and
trying
it's
to find-
disgusting for everybody involved.
It really is a
and
nightmare.
a disturbance to the listeners.
Yep.
Who have to sit there listening to his chomping.
Boo hoo hoo.
We care about our listeners.
Oh yeah, good.
Yes.
Do you call those two every week? Oh boy, that stunk.
That wasn't that bad.
I know it did. Oh, it was horrible.
I know.
So did you see our pal OJ is going through some technical difficulties as well?
Oh,
It's
no,
not
what's
just
happening?
Voss. OJ Simpson is he's going through some
OJ was a better husband.
than Rich Voss.
Well, at least he has better aim.
And what does that
Looking
even
out this hour?
what does that even mean? No, I know, but why are you talking when nobody was talking about your aim? Like there's no comparison.
Yeah.
There's no context for that joke.
Well, sometimes you just gotta use your imagination.
You go for it, right? There's no
That's what I
problem.
do.
All right. Well, he posted, we got a message to the Twitter world. And you know, OJ Simpson, ever since he's been on Twitter, I still haven't found it in me to follow him.
World.
You follow him, Jim, because you want the updates to go out to the Twitter world. Hello, Twitter world. And OJ, I guess he was hacked. Is that right? Is that right, Travis? He was hacked?
Yeah, he was hacked.
Was he really?
Well, duped.
Well, you know what it is? Because his password is probably easy to figure out.
What do you think his password is?
The question probably is, who did you kill?
Well, you only get two choices. So.
Yeah, or put both.
Okay. This is what this is a little update in the life of OJ Simpson, which we got via Twitter video.
Hello, Twitter world. This is me, yours truly. You know, in the last 48 hours, I've learned that you're never too old to learn.
Oh.
2 days ago was my birthday, and I got hacked in my computer. Well, I probably got more duped than hacked.
Okay,
And
hit
any-
pause already. Is that not the best way to start something? Somebody tricked OJ.
Yeah.
Probably more duped than hacked. Somebody
Yeah.
tricked him into giving up his password.
How? Oh, one of those.
You know, you never stop learning. For instance, you're not supposed to kill your ex-wife. I just learned.
They probably told him, hey, dude, click this link. And
Yeah, he gave up his password.
You think he got you think he was a victim of phishing?
I think so.
yeah,
He got
it with a P.
he he got what's known in the business as Vost.
Yep.
Gave his password out to whoever wanted it.
It's not even paying attention.
You would think he would learn from my mistakes.
You would think.
He's not, right?
No, yeah, he doesn't know what
not
we're.
at all.
No.
Check
Why
that.
not?
You got. Why would you put
Still
a?
eating.
He filled up his mouth and then he said, "Yeah, I know."
Right, go get it.
Look, if you need a break, you can take a break, Rich. Jim and I got
I'm gonna
this.
send Robin to get
Go
his
ahead. I'm
breakfast.
trying
Yeah,
to-
please do.
wait,
Go,
wait.
Rich. Could you sit on the couch for a little bit?
No.
You finish your breakfast on the couch. That's all.
I'm done.
Finish your breakfast on the couch. You can join us when you're finished.
Put it aside.
You can figure out your phone. You can eat your breakfast. Sit on the couch.
What
for,
are you looking? Oh, then he's still trying to
He's
log
still trying to
into
do the Vimeo.
That is
Got
our
my
fault.
password.
What's
He
that?
forgot his password. Of course he did. Rich, you can sit on the couch. You can finish your
Take that-
breakfast. It's
take it
no
over,
problem.
yeah.
You're still eating. Finish your breakfast on the couch, please. It's no problem. And then come join us when you're finished. Okay. All right. Just sit on the couch, please.
Just relax. Yeah, take a seat.
Rich, take a seat and relax. I don't want to rush you. You'll choke. Okay. He's going to sit down for a while.
Twitter world.
He's going to sit down. We'll watch
Back
the
to
OJ
OJ, yeah.
video. Yeah. Rich is going
Hello,
to take a break. Rich is taking a break. All right, back to
OJ.
Back to OJ.
Yeah.
Hello, Twitter world. This is me, yours truly. You know, in the last 48 hours, I've learned that you're never too old to learn. 2 days ago was my birthday, and I got hacked in my computer. I probably got more duped than hacked. In any event, they got into all my information. Fortunately for me, my bank alerted me that there was a charge to coming in from Europe in euros, and they didn't honor it. So I really didn't lose anything except some time and stuff. But
Similar to what happened when I went to jail for 9 years.
9 years.
Really didn't lose much except 9 years of my life, which compared to a murder charge is nothing.
That's true. Got off easy.
Yeah, got off very easy. Tough for stealing memorabilia. Easy for killing your ex-wife
That's right.
and her friend.
And a friend.
Yeah, and a friend.
I was traveling the next day, which was yesterday, and I had to get some cash from my friends. I figured I was in good shape. Little did I know. Do you know there's companies in America that will not accept the American dollar for goods or services? Really? I mean, at one point, I couldn't even buy a bottle of water. You know, I just thought, well, when did the American dollar get usurped? I grew
You know
up,
what probably
they said
happened?
cash was
People wouldn't accept money from OJ because they're like,
That's
OJ,
right.
we don't want your business in here.
Yeah, there's cranberry sauce on it.
Yeah, yeah. Are you saying you don't want cash? No, OJ, we don't want you in the store.
By the way, why the fuck are places not accepting U.S. currency? These places that are cashless. Fuck you.
Try and
That's
get-
so elitist.
Trying to get on that Apple Pay.
It's elitist.
I think they just don't want to deal with having to transport cash to and from the bank.
No, I understand it, but
they
how
probably
is
don't
that
want to
even
get
legal?
robbed either.
No, all fair points, but how is that legal to not accept fucking cash, U.S. currency in a U.S. business?
I don't know. You get your PayPal card.
So basically, if you're a homeless guy and you have no credit...
Rich is taking a break. What's wrong?
No, I just heard the tinfoil.
Yeah, he's having his breakfast over there. He's taking a break. He's eating his breakfast. Jim, we'll go on with what you're saying. Don't let Rich distract you.
No, the...
He's on break, and we'll keep going. Rich is just having a break right now. Don't worry about the tinfoil.
The, how do you not accept cash? What if you're a homeless guy? You can't...
He's crinkling up the tinfoil behind you, but don't let that distract you. He's on break right now. He's having a break on the couch.
Sorry. Yeah.
We specifically
No, you did.
asked
I remember.
no more food for people while they're on the air.
I don't blame you. He's getting aggravated.
No, I'm not. I just... I don't want to rush. Thank you. Finish your bacon.
Rich, sit down on the couch. Have your break.
I'm not annoyed at you, Rich. I'm more annoyed that they got you when we specifically discussed this.
Especially because Rich is the problem.
Yes.
We know that.
Yeah,
It's-
Rob should have known better.
Well, whoever.
Rob. Rob's in charge.
Of breakfasts?
Yeah. However, Rob did tell me that he texted Rich very early in the morning trying to get his breakfast order early. And Rich said he would take care of it later.
How many
Wow,
times?
Rich doesn't run things.
How many times do they have to be told not to get me break? What am I supposed to do when it's obviously? You can't put that in front of somebody who's hungry.
No
It's
personal
their fault.
responsibility.
They've
You know-
been... Yes, I agree.
You know, I see you eat, and it's your. So I think I can do it. And
But I don't have time in the breaks either because I'm doing reads and going to the
Yeah.
bathroom.
Yeah.
But
Plus,
again,
you got it down to an art. Nobody. I mean, I don't. People can't tell when you're eating.
Yeah, I really... Occasionally I'll have to answer, but I try very, very hard to be silent.
Yeah,
when I
but
eat.
people
You don't
can't
slam
tell,
food in your mouth right before you're going to answer a question, which is
People can't tell whether I'm eating or talking. It's not a big difference.
because
You
it
know
sounds
what I
like your
mean?
mouth's full always. Yeah.
Yeah. So,
I don't want
but it's not my fault. I don't want it. It's turkey bacon.
Look, I know you have poor instinct control. And that's not.
Listen,
it is
I'm an
who
addict.
you are.
I'm an addict.
Right.
And if I'm hungry and they throw food in front of me, look.
That's true. I
you
understand.
know,
I'm not mad at Rich.
No, you can't be mad at Rich.
You can't be mad if you
at
throw
him. You can't be
kibbles and
mad.
bits down and a dumb dog eats it.
Exactly. Are you gonna be mad at the dog?
Yeah.
We told you not to feed the dog.
Yeah, that's what I say.
Right. If you overfeed a dog, it's not the dog's fault for overeating, right? Dogs are stupid.
So are some of your guests.
Exactly.
There you go.
You get it.
Yeah.
Precisely.
I'm trying,
Did we figure out your Vimeo password? No, we're still working
I
on that.
emailed somebody for it.
For the
But
password.
I don't.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't. It's so hard to do it on the phone because it's so hard to get to the. It's really it's like a maze to get to your stuff there. I'm not lying.
You could just stay logged into Vimeo.
Yeah, you could just
No,
keep
I
it
don't. I
logged.
do it at home on my computer. It is logged in.
Well, you keep it logged in here too if you want.
Yeah.
I don't want it on my phone in case I lose my phone.
I'm the same way with certain information.
Yeah.
You can wipe your phone though.
From
remotely.
I clean it.
That's not what I meant. I didn't mean.
Do you have a thing where you
externally.
can delete your shit from your computer if your phone gets stolen? You can do that.
You have that, right?
Everyone
Yes.
does.
Yeah.
I have Find Your Phone.
Find your phone.
You can
Yeah.
delete it too on
Oh,
Find
yeah.
Your Phone.
Oh yeah.
Yep. It's the
Yeah,
same
it's
thing.
It's a feature. You can do that in iTunes.
Wouldn't it be great if we showed Rich how to do it and he just did it right
Yep.
now?
Well, guess what?
Yep.
I was playing golf at Bethpage, and I couldn't find my phone. So I thought, I left it on the cart when I returned my clubs. So I go to the guys, have you seen my phone? They haven't seen it. So I thought somebody stole it, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I said, look, if you find my phone, I'll give you $200 fucking dollars.
Oh.
I go
Holy
find my.
Rich.
Hey, listen, I had to get the phone. I had to get to the gate. I had to leave
All
there.
right, fair
I go $200 fucking dollars. So then we go on Find My Phone. We're driving all over the course.
Right.
Then they detect it.
Mhm.
So it's on the other side of the course.
Mm-hmm.
The guy goes around out with the cart
Mhm.
onto the road, brings it back. I left it on my car as I drove away. He brings it back all smashed.
You put it on top of on like the roof of your car?
When I was putting my clubs in
Right.
the trunk.
And then you drove away?
I drove away.
That's awesome.
I know. And then he brings me back the whole glass and everything smashed, and he hands it to me, and I had to give him $200 for my smash.
And then you got to go pay to get it
I
fixed.
had to get a new one.
So you got to get a new one anyway.
Yeah, but I had to
That's
give him
great.
200. I promised him.
Of
I
course
can't
you
go
did.
back on my fucking word.
No. Well,
I
this
go-
is broken now. You don't get the money.
Yeah.
But it's still. Did
Did he take the money?
Yeah, he took that. Which, like, these kids are fucking like, they work there. They're maintenance, of course.
Right.
But that weekend, I still could accept calls through my car. It's hooked
Yeah,
to my
sure.
Bluetooth.
Yeah.
So that's the only thing.
So you had to get in your car if somebody was going to call you.
If I didn't even know if they were going to call,
Right.
if I wanted to call my wife, I could still press
Get in the car
and call her. And 200 times. I go, give me the phone. He goes 200 before he handed me
Really?
my broken phone. Yes.
Good.
Yes, I said it. It's my
He
word.
answered,
you
but he
bro-
answered
and-
200 first?
Yeah, he goes, yeah, 200.
Yeah, 200. We agreed. And
I
you
agree.
broke it. He didn't break it.
No, he found it like I asked him. Whoever
Right.
finds it gets $200 fucking dollars.
Right.
But he wanted the money before he handed it to you? Or before
Well,
he
because
showed
the
you?
second he handed it to me, I wouldn't have paid him.
Yeah, he was right. All right, let's get back to poor OJ, who was
Yeah.
he was duped. He gave out his information. He couldn't pay cash for. He wanted to buy a knife, a glove,
That's right.
a knit hat. He couldn't pay cash for any of it.
Nope.
Was king. I guess now it's been relegated to a duke or an earl.
How funny is it,
In
by the
any
way,
event,
that they had a credit card receipt for the gloves? They had OJ bought the gloves.
That's right.
They had a credit card receipt for him, and still nothing for him. Nothing. Okay, I'm sorry. Go on. I just watched the OJ show.
I know there's a lot of Americans that don't have credit cards, and I just didn't think it was right. But on a happier subject, we're about a month away from fantasy football. I'm getting a lot of questions about it, and on the next couple of posts, I will address those questions.
Okay, listen.
Right now,
What players would you decapitate?
Yeah. What players out there now are you so jealous of that it would motivate you to kill your ex-wife? Yeah, I've looked at the replies on his tweets. I do not see a lot of fantasy football questions. I see a lot of references to the double homicide, or as he puts it, the LA thing. I see a lot of references to the LA thing, even though, and this is where I think it's distasteful for people to do that. OJ made it very clear. We're not here to talk about the LA
That's
thing.
right.
We're not going to talk about the LA thing. And still, Twitter feels the need to bring it up, which I think is unnecessary. But that's really, when I look at replies to OJ tweets, it's a lot of LA thing, not a lot of fantasy football. You remember the LA thing? You don't.
Yeah, I do.
You do.
I was there.
In LA.
I wish you were bringing glasses to
I
her.
know. No, I remember. It's so weird. The night of the Bronco
Talking over the
chase,
mic.
the night of the Bronco,
that
was the night my ex-wife was really leaving me, and I was out of I had my 2 daughters. They were young, and
Were you upset or did you want her to go?
I was upset. You're miserable in something,
Yeah.
and then when they, they're gone,
Were you crying?
all the time, because it was a lot of fear in my life because I wasn't, I've never been married and I'm getting divorced.
Right. This whole thing that you had, like, this is my life. It's all falling apart.
It's falling apart. And I dream, like I had these pictures of like these ships that I loved. And I used to sit.
You had pictures of ships?
You got to see them. They're beautiful.
You loved your picture. What are you, like, were you staying at a motel?
No, these are beautiful. I'm telling you. They're beautiful.
Boats! Down there.
And I dreamt someday when I was married, I'd have my own place and just sit and look at my
Pictures of ships?
Yeah, and then I
fucking blithering idiot.
And then
what else do you look at? Fucking Old Spice bottles? There's a ship on them.
I liked it.
That's good. So I remember sitting in my shitty apartment after I'm divorced,
boat
staring
pictures.
at my fucking ships, crying.
Well, realizing that's where you're going to be doing comedy for the rest of your career. Just
But
have
the
those
night-
pictures?
But the night, the night my wife made me take it because I had one above the bed, but this one was a ship on rocky water, and I had it above our bed.
It's a
Real
fucking
fun.
garage sale.
Oh no,
painting.
these
It
are
really is.
These are very expensive. I'm telling you.
How much?
One of my frames.
It's a
alone,
restaurant painting.
One of my frames alone is worth about $400 or $500. Just
It's
the
not
frame.
it's a frame.
Listen, you fucking idiot! You don't know I'm an art collector.
You're not
R
an
collect. You're an R collector.
yeah, exactly.
How do you
I
leave
said-
the second syllable off a 1-syllable word?
I said I'm an art.
And R is the first letter for your nickname.
Quit touching yourself. When
I
you're
can't.
talking
My
to me.
dick is fucking going to the right.
He's getting excited.
Scratching my bag.
Hey, before we get back to OJ, Paul in Colorado has a comment about today's
Yay.
show. What's going on, Paul?
Smoke some cheeb.
Oh, fuck. Rich was killing the show. Hopefully he meets OJ in the hallway.
Oh, there you got that one. You planned that too. He planned that one.
I'm a fucking genius, Rich.
I know. That's what people say. Where are you from?
Colorado.
Tell you,
I
I'm
didn't
from
hear-
Colorado.
Ugh. What part?
Ugh.
I used to live there in Denver.
He's got nothing.
Yes, I do.
You had nothing.
You're
I'm having a
literally
little
talking about.
conversation
So
with him.
who's the city councilman? Shut up.
He just
Frank.
said he wishes you were dead, and you said, "Oh yeah, I know."
I love
Denver."
Colorado. I
Yeah.
have a lot of fans there.
He's a big
We
fan.
got a couple of ship pictures out here. Rich, you want to buy them?
See, he's being condescending, making fun of you.
Yeah, it's good.
And all you're doing is saying like, "Oh yeah, I've been to Colorado."
Yeah, how much are they going for? What
You're trying to prove your point.
how much are they going for?
You see how
Uh,
tough
they
the
go
job
for
is? You
crappy
see how hard it
blowjob.
is what we do? Paul, we sit here and talk to him for
Yeah.
hours at a time. You see how difficult?
Yep.
You
Yeah.
see how much credit Jim and I deserve?
That's right.
You guys are saints.
Thank
You're
you.
absolute fucking saints.
You probably
Thank
love
you
that
very
song, "Wreck of the Jeff Fitzgerald."
Is that,
You had 3 out of 3.
is that JEFF?
Yes.
Oh, wow. All right, we go back to OJ then, maybe?
Yep.
We try?
If I was picking first or second, it's easy. Mahomes would be my first pick. And if I don't have that
Fantasy
pick,
football talk.
Shaquan Barkley, without a doubt, that kid is going to be one of the all-time greats. The problem is, if I'm picking third, what am I going to do? You got Elliott, you
I
got
think he's got
Gurley.
wind chimes are going in the background
Yeah.
as he's trying to distract everybody from his accusations of double homicide
Yeah.
to just naming football players.
Absolutely. The sound a neck makes when it's open.
Wind chimes. Those are ex-wife bones that are just clinging and clanging in the wind.
You got McCaffrey, and you got one of my stars last year, Kamara. You know, which one do you pick? I don't know. In any event, we'll deal with that, next week. But right now, I'm in Louisiana. We got Hurricane Barry coming, so all you Louisianians, buckle up, stay safe. All right, talk to you soon.
How many?
Take care.
Does he still get a lot of views on his video?
Yeah, there's 230,000 views on that video.
From when?
A couple days ago. Yeah, 3-4 days ago. All you Louisianians. And on the subject of fantasy football, let me tell you about a real asshole, Marcus Allen. Voss, you step back up to the table so you can continue your break.
I'm trying to log in.
Well, if you're going to take a break, take a break. I don't want you taking a break here. You could take a. I don't mind you taking a break.
I'm trying to log in for you guys.
I know, but if you're going to take a break, you could take a break in the break chair. I don't mind. But it becomes a distraction when you're taking a break in the at
I'm
the
not going to even
table.
try to log in anymore 'cause I don't want to be distracting.
It's been a half hour of you trying to log in. It's a crazy. Like, do you think that
I would go with 20 minutes.
I would go with 30? Do you think
22.
Do you think that maybe Jim and me having the initial assumption that the technology and the Vimeo thing is maybe something that you're overlooking?
Yeah, I think so.
Do you think that that's been backed up by the fact that it's taking you a half an hour to log in? You think that maybe we might be right on this one?
On what one?
Okay.
Okay.
No, the problem is I never did it on my phone, and there's so many. It's very, very complicated.
Troy, you know how
Because-
we like tease you for your computer abilities?
Yeah.
When you see Voss, does it make you feel pretty good?
A lot
actually?
better,
Yeah. Okay. All right. Good.
You know
know,
how you
it's
can just
a morale
reset your
booster.
password.
But the thing is,
That's it. It's
I
3
come in
questions.
here's what you don't understand. I come in here mainly to make Troy feel good. So
Oh,
if
you're
he's
very
feeling
successful.
better-
Great job. Thank you.
Thank you. You're
Very
welcome.
successful then.
Yes.
Very successful.
You see, you're trying to find the negative. You're the one who said, "Can you log in?"
I'm gonna tell you
I never
something,
said
Rich.
yes.
You got me.
I never said
You
yes.
got me.
I said I could try.
I may have a lot of complaints to Mr. Gervais when he comes in this morning.
Yes,
Oh.
sometimes the complaints will be false.
We should take a break. Travis, you want us to take a break before Marina Franklin comes in, right?
Please.
Okay. We're going to take
Hey,
a...
what time do you guys go to? 10.
No,
right?
we're going late today to for Ricky.
What do you mean? What time's he coming in?
He's coming in. We're gonna stay as long as it takes to spend as much time as we can. Our friend Ricky, he's overseas a lot. He doesn't come in that often. So Jim and I are
I'm just asking.
we like to stay in as long as Ricky wants to hang. I mean, when you get the opportunity to hang with Ricky Gervais, let's hang. You know what I'm saying?
I know, Rich. It's a problem.
Yeah, why don't you relax?
You wouldn't do that for me.
No, of course not.
We
You
actually
don't-
leave early when you come.
Yeah. I'm sitting there like, when you're in, I sit there, look at the clock going, is it broken? I guess it
Yeah.
is still moving.
Like I am. I'm broken. And that's what you guys do.
Daddy has to make him the toilet bowl.
Okay.
What's that? Oh, I know. I feel it. Yep.
Daddy has to make him the toilet bowl.
What's he saying?
I feel the same.
Is he saying anything?
No.
Yeah, okay. Because, I thought I was, losing my mind for a second there. Are these even words coming out of his mouth? But this doesn't.
Nothing.
Everything that the words coming out of his mouth had no meaning whatsoever. Correct,
None.
Jim?
Yeah.
I'm not crazy.
I'm ad-libbing.
Just with words, though.
It's
Rich.
an improv thing.
It's a second improv reference. First one didn't work.
Oh, what? No,
Yeah.
I'm saying.
Pack
anyhow,
is.
brokerage this weekend.
Peck is right.
Peck is.
is right. Rich will be at the brokerage. That's going down Friday and Saturday. That's on Long Island. And let me tell you something.
Oh.
You don't want to miss Rich Voss. Clearly, based on this show today.
That's right.
Listen, my stand-up. Oh, fuck. I'm making a new album, 6th album.
Yeah.
And the stuff, it's so.
Did you try Comic 630 for your password on Vimeo?
No, I dropped that years ago
Is that because you announced it on the air?
by accident.
He announced his password, but that was on accident.
Yeah.
That doesn't count.
I won't do it now. Believe me.
You don't even know what your password is. How
I
could
got
you?
about 12 of them.
Which one of them? Give one password and then people can try to figure it out.
No.
One. Out of 12. 1/12.
No. Then next thing you know, my bank account's empty.
Bank account.
Yeah, I know. He didn't say the word right.
I said it, bank account.
He said bank account.
Bank account. Yeah, you did say it weird.
Bank account.
Can we go back and grab that?
And
You can't still?
the one I have in Norway. My bank account.
It doesn't work.
I know.
You said it wrong. Your bank account.
Bank account.
That's not how you say the word.
Okay, whatever. Oh, I think I got the password.
Okay, go to richvoss.com.
Yes,
And-
FGGT.
Oh, I know what the problem is.
What's
Yes,
the problem,
It's called
Rich?
stupidity.
That might be it.
I
Yeah.
think I figured it out. Oh,
Couldn't
fuck.
reach all the letters with the thumbs.
Yeah, your little rock hands. There's no heat coming off them to work the phone. You keep pressing, and it's like putting a pencil point on it.
The phone doesn't detect that there are human fingers on it?
No, not
I
at
see.
all. It's like a reptile trying to type.
There's just not enough room for blood in those little things.
No,
I see.
Teeny fingers.
I see.
Little atrophied fingers.
They're pretty thick.
What?
They're thick.
They're atrophied.
Right. Girth, no length, but girth.
Yeah. Not even girth.
Yeah, there's
You don't
some
think
girth
so?
to it.
No.
I think they just look thick because they're so short, but
Yeah.
in
What?
reality,
Let me see your hands. Hold your
They're
hands
like
up.
dwarf feet.
Pretty big.
thank you, man. I appreciate that.
Nice hands.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that. As I said, brokerage Friday and Saturday for Rich, and you can get the Voss Roast at vossroast.com. Jim, Montreal, July 27th, right?
Yep. And then Columbus and Baltimore. Or actually Timony in Maryland in August.
Love it. We'll be right back with Marina Franklin. Stay tuned. Rough.
When you guys
Well, is Marina
say-
Franklin here? I don't want to have. Yeah, okay. Rich Voss. Let me just let the audience know who's here. Rich Voss, of course, is here. The legendary Rich
Yes,
Voss.
he
You can
is.
get his roast at vossroast.com.
That's
He's
true.
also going to be in Governors,
brokerage.
the brokerage, this weekend, Friday and Saturday. And now joining the show, Marina Franklin is here.
Hi, Marina.
Hi, everyone.
Marina Franklin of her
Good
new
morning,
special
or good afternoon.
available. It is still the
It's
morning.
morning.
Is it still morning?
It
9
is.
o'clock, Marina.
It was a few hours before the afternoon. Yeah. Single Black Female, the new special, will be available July 23rd, all over the place. iTunes,
Oh, nice.
Amazon Prime, Comcast, Spectrum, Dish, Google, everywhere.
Go to my
everywhere.
website, marinafranklin.com, and it's easy that way. You'll get all those options.
It's
Where'd you
amazing.
get it?
I
Where'd
was
you tape
there.
it?
I was
I
at
taped it in Chicago at the Vic Theater, the historic Vic Theater.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know it was historical at the time, but I found out
It's
afterwards.
because you've
so-
never worked the theater.
Hmm?
I said you never worked that theater.
Oh, you mumbled
That's not
hatred?
what you
Is
said.
that what
I
you
said you
did?
didn't work that
He
theater.
mumbled some hate.
No,
Marina,
I
we're
was
really-
at the
Told you
tape.
never worked it.
I was at the taping. It was amazing.
We're very glad that.
Not at the taping.
Okay.
Ew, Voss. He's trying to be supportive, like talking up. Good for you. Call him out of that shit. It is believable, though, on a Saturday he'd be available to go to Chicago and watch a taping.
I was doing an early show in Chicago. Oh boy!
Well, I call it like the wedding I never had.
the special?
Yes.
Because you got to plan it.
Well, because it's home, it's in Chicago,
Mm-hmm.
it's a homecoming, and all my family was there, my friends are all there, and
Do you like that when you're doing a gig for
no,
family and
not
friends?
at all, not ever.
No.
But this actually worked out, and it was surprisingly good, to have everyone there and support me. And I've never been married. They've all asked me to get married. It never happened.
Right.
So they could all come to this place and pretend.
And taping a special in a theater is probably the optimal place to have your family and friends go see you.
Yeah.
Like, because then it's like,
absolutely.
look at what a big deal it is, what I'm doing.
Yeah, they think it's a big deal.
Right.
So good
Did you
for
do
them.
did you do 2 shows or 1?
I did 2 shows.
Yeah.
Yes, because it's best that way.
Yeah, you mix
yeah.
and match them.
If you met,
No, I only.
Jim, are
I
you
could
walking
only do
Voss
1.
through filming a special? Yeah.
I only did 1 because I
you only did
couldn't.
1?
Because it was at an NA convention, and you
Oh, they can't do 2.
can't do 2. They had
Well,
another.
some people probably could have.
In terms of the draw, you mean?
Yeah. It's not because, well, they're addicts. They can only do 1.
Are you
Right.
fucking stupid? They had
Yes.
other things going. Yeah, okay. Matter of fact, when I was on there, it was around. I'm going. It's going great.
What time did it start?
And people are walking out. I'm going. What the fuck? Then I find out there was a midnight meeting.
Oh, they had things.
They
to
left your
do.
taping for a midnight
It's-
meeting?
Yeah.
Well, I
They
was
had things
doing.
to
I
do.
did an hour and a half.
Why'd you start
I'm
so
very
late?
subtle that way.
I did an hour and a half. But go talk about her special.
Why did you do 8 and 10 o'clock? I'm more fascinated with why you decided to go on at 11:20 for a special.
I
Yeah.
didn't go on 11:20. I went on whatever. We're talking about
It was
her
a 5-hour
It's
special?
because- no, it
Recovery
wasn't.
time.
I was doing what the convention set, placed me to do. It was
A 5 p.m.
We've
show.
they've never had cameras at an NA convention.
Oh, that's
so,
true.
So it was almost impossible
the
even
A?
to get the thing done there. So we had to go, but they're very,
They film the audience at all or no?
No, I'm not showing the audience. It's
Oh, because they're anonymous.
Right.
That's right.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, that's difficult.
Plus, how are you going to get 25 people to sign off on?
Right.
That's such a small
7
audience,
times in a
Jim.
row.
What's that?
You fucking dirtbag scumbag.
Marina, we're really glad that you're here this morning
Thank you.
because
To
we're
save
just
the show.
Yeah, Voss is having a real rough one.
Very
I
bad.
know.
night.
I saw him in the hallway. I was like, "What's going on? You always look ruffled."
It was a bad, especially the last segment, very bad segment.
It was
and
a good
it was on Rich.
But the
terrible
first
segment.
one was great.
It wasn't great.
It
It was
great.
average
It was
compared to
fine.
the last one. It was great.
Yeah,
What
so
happened?
that's what I'm going
But
by.
compared to when you had Bonnie in here with you,
That
the
was
first
great.
one
Yeah,
wasn't nearly as good.
Yeah, no.
It's much better when you two
The
are
best.
together.
The first one was average. The second one was a disaster.
Horrible.
It wasn't
Bonnie
a-
is like the highlights to your hair.
What's that?
Marina, we literally had to
It's
sit. It's the first time we've ever had to sit a guest in the break chair in the middle of a show.
He
had
was
to sit
eating
down
on
and
the
take
air.
a break.
We had to put him over there. It was enraging.
It was. I was furious.
You know what? Rich is that person though that you love because he's awful. That's the thing.
Yeah, he keeps coming back. We keep
I mean,
inviting
not-
him.
Awful.
No, awful is right. Awful.
Awful is-
No, you know what though? See, I never want to insult because you have so much love in your eyes.
No,
you said stupidity wrong.
You have so much stupidity in your eyes.
Yeah.
But I never want to hurt Rich. I love Rich.
No, I mean,
but the
you know-
thing is like when you just can only be you, and it's just hilarious.
It's endearing.
Yeah.
you know what? Look at.
I've seen you size me up for a joke. I've seen you look me up and down. I'm like, oh boy, here it comes.
Yeah, he can't hide it.
No.
He can't hide it.
Remember that? We're at the cellar and you're just looking at I was like, what are you gonna say, Rich? It's
I was
coming.
looking to find somebody to attack, but you're so perfect. It's so hard so many times to go
I
after.
hate how your feet are
That's so
dangling.
nice.
Yeah.
You always make me out to be a pop soul singer. That's what you always call me,
No,
Melba
I think,
Moore.
Listen, I think you're one of the best comics that sit in the corner section of the table.
Are you doing your best Rich face?
When Voss is thinking, it's fun to watch his head move.
I know.
It's like a wind-up toll. He's like, and his head goes back and forth.
Right.
Catherine Hepburn.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Anyhow,
just hope another thought is coming because otherwise
Yeah.
he's having a stroke.
Yeah.
her stand up is fucking killing.
No, you were at the
Marina.
taping. Wink.
In spirit, you were
Yes.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah, listen, she talked to Bonnie. We talked to her at the table, and she told everybody how she killed. So I'm sure it went well.
It did go. I didn't
Yeah.
do that at the table, I don't think.
Well, you
I've
probably
never
did.
in my life said I killed it.
Hey guys,
Because you
hear how
never had
great I
a
did?
chance.
I always what'd you say?
I said,
You mumbled it again.
Yeah, what'd you say?
You mumbled that
'cause
hate.
I stopped. I didn't want to say
What did you
anything
say, Rich?
negative.
Go ahead.
I'm trying to be a nice person to Marina. You're not.
I'm always nice to Marina.
You're faking. Stop being a
Stop
phony.
being a fake and holding your.
I said, I like that outfit too. Did you throw that
Oh,
together
gosh.
for radio?
Well, I did. I like wearing Bon Jovi in front of white people. It makes me likable,
It does.
Right.
Relatable. Hey, that's my music.
relatable. I always wear it in Jersey, Atlantic City. This is the go-to shirt.
Yeah.
So
Don't worry, she's on our side.
Yeah, she's a good one.
yeah. Oh, they do that from the front row. They go, yes,
Oh,
approved attire.
So, Rich, why are you pretending to be nice now that
Yeah,
Marina's
stop
walked
it.
in? You've been nothing but a
She knows you
scumbag
for
the whole
20
time
years.
you've been here.
I've not. Are you crazy?
No,
What sneakers are you wearing?
I got these Spider-Man ones on
Oh.
today.
Are they new?
No.
I mean, yeah, they
last year.
came out a few months ago. Why?
I want to see what you're wearing. I like.
You
your
didn't want to.
style.
You wanted to ask me and not go
He
anywhere.
had nothing.
I
Why
want-
would he start it
He had
then?
nothing.
What do you mean? I said, "What are you wearing?" You showed me. That there, I was
Did
answering.
you get your
You guys do
hotel
have nice
problem
sneakers.
settled?
No, that's what's driving me fucking
Okay,
nuts.
then we need to talk about this, Rich. It's a creative block right now. You know,
What
Yes.
happened to him?
Rich is having some kind of hotel problems,
is.
and it's stopping the things that are bothering him are stopping him
You're
from
right.
being entertaining
And
on the
that's-
radio today.
you're right.
So we need to talk about what's bothering you, then get it off your
Get it
chest.
out of here, yeah.
So we can move on.
Money.
Norton's co-host won. Okay. No, they were
I don't
taking-
like that you're not comfortable crossing your legs and you have
I
to
know this
hold your
yoga
shin.
pose.
I'm very
Because his little foot's gonna slip off. That's what it is. He's so unflexible that his little foot's gonna
I'm
slip
so
off.
flexible.
There's
You're
nothing
not.
better
Can
than
you touch
Rich's.
your toes?
What?
Can you touch your toes? When
Yeah,
you-
right there.
Bend over and touch your
Yes.
toes. No, you can't.
Rich, let's see you do
I
it.
can.
I can't. No, I can. But no,
Yeah,
I'm not
right, you
doing
can't do
count.
it.
You can still.
I can do anything you can do.
There's no way you can touch your toes.
Want to bet?
Yep,
How much?
$2.
Get the fuck out of here. You got a raise.
Touch your toes.
That's why he went to 2.
Let's see. Don't do Jim's joke.
Just
touch your toes, dude.
Well, we video everything. There's cameras all the time.
Yeah,
Rich.
it's
Jesus Christ.
Multimedia experience. Let's see. Did he do it?
Yeah, his little fingers just barely reached his little toes.
That's fantastic.
You don't do
That
any
was pretty
flat-handed.
good.
It's fantastic.
Everything.
I can't touch my toes. I got scoliosis.
You can't?
No, I
Can
can't.
you do
Come
the
on.
warrior pose?
What's a warrior pose?
That's a yoga pose where you have both arms straight up
Yeah.
like this, and then you go into a full lunge.
Can you do
What
that?
do you mean a full lunge? I don't get what you're saying.
It's
I don't
a
know.
lunge.
Like a forward lunge.
Like jump in front.
Like with
No,
your-
lunge. It's a thing.
It's a lunge.
Like, you know what a lunge is? Like when you move forward with things.
Marina,
how
I'm
would
gonna
he know that?
I'm gonna take a guess that he does not know what a lunge
If
is.
it was called the stagnate, he'd know.
What are you talking
You're
about?
right, Jim. There's a look of dummy in there.
Show a video. I don't know what a forward. Do you do CrossFit or something?
I don't
It's a
do
lunge.
CrossFit.
I know
It's yoga.
Yeah, there you go.
which
There's a
one?
good lunge.
that.
Yes.
What's
That's
so
hard to
hard
do.
about
That I
Yeah,
want
try
to
it.
see you do.
Do warrior pose. Troy,
Yeah, you
Troy,
have to
show
have
him
the
warrior
arms.
pose.
Yeah, go ahead, Rich.
Troy will show you how to do it. He's a yoga
Troy really
man.
knows yoga. That's
Okay,
right.
knee forward.
No, other foot. Use your other foot.
Let me see a little.
Are we making sure we got camera coverage on
I
this?
don't think his legs are long enough for the lunge.
I don't know.
Is there coverage?
No.
Like sink down low.
Yeah.
Elbow straight or.
Keep his legs straight.
How's he doing?
It's okay. I mean, he's never done it.
Oh no.
Right.
Straight up
But
arms.
would you consider him flexible?
No.
Oh, okay. So no. Okay. So he's not really terribly.
He's squatting
That's
down like a
squatting.
fucking.
Touch your butt to your legs.
Okay.
Touch your butt to your
Stretch your
legs.
butt to your legs. It's just kneeling down.
Touching your butt to your legs.
Neither are you, Rich. You just have short legs.
My legs are like double your length.
That's true.
I would love Rich to be in a yoga class telling people what to do.
No, you're not
Touch
doing it
your
right.
legs
You're
to
not
my
touching
legs.
it.
So no warrior pose.
No.
Well, no, I didn't even really try. I
You
did
said
what
that
he
was
He's
told
easy.
talking
me.
off the mic.
I did what he told me.
Right. That was the warrior pose. Okay.
He's out of breath, though, it sounds like.
Oh yeah, you are. You're blowing the fuck up.
No, I'm not.
You're totally out of breath, dude. You're
I'm
holding
not
your
out
breath
of
to talk.
No, what are you talking
So you can't hear him
about?
panting.
Listen, see, am I out of breath?
Yes.
No.
A little bit.
Is that out of breath?
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
No.
Yeah, you heard that, didn't you,
A little
Jim?
bit. Yep.
No.
Yeah. He's winded.
Do you do yoga?
I used to, but then I hated it because.
It's got to be the dumbest thing.
Well, the teacher was rude, and she was like, "You do whatever you want to do,"
That's not a good teacher.
and then left. It's,
To the class or
it's
just
some
you
type of
personally?
technique where you learn it on your own, is what she said.
It's called the internet.
Yeah, it's called being a fucking a smart teacher. Go ahead, you guys do it.
yeah,
Yeah.
but
She
what are you
leaves the
paying her for?
room.
Just YouTube it.
She gives you one lesson, and then you're on your own, and it's about you developing on your own, which was not good enough for me for the amount of money I was paying.
Yeah, that sounds stupid.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah, good for you. So you just, but you didn't try to find a teacher that would stick around. You just said yoga is not for me.
I just said yoga's. I don't know. I had a lot of theater training in my younger years,
Mm-hmm.
and it's one of those things where I was like, I don't need to do this anymore. And
Right.
Breathing and neck rolls.
I
I'm
see.
good.
Yeah.
I did do it though in preparing for my set during Last Comic Standing.
You
and
did
they
yoga?
caught it on camera. No, my breathing exercises.
Oh.
What are your breathing exercises? Do you still do them?
You do like a lip, like that type of stuff.
Yeah, wait.
Like Ron
yellow
Burgundy.
leather, red leather,
How
yellow
now,
leather.
brown cow.
Yeah.
Red leather, yellow leather. What does that do?
You want to get the vibrations
Vibrational
going on your
breaths.
mouth. Yes.
Red
It
leather,
relieves stress.
Red leather, yellow leather.
Red leather, yellow leather, red leather.
You don't
Tip
have
of
to
the
say it so
tongue.
condescending when you're
Red leather,
exercising.
Red, yellow. Yes.
Rubber baby buggy bumper, rubber baby buggy bumper, all those
It doesn't
things.
do anything, does it?
It's supposed to create vibration, and then you speak better because apparently, like, your voice is the thing that communicates to the audience, and if it's not there, it's not good.
So when you
What do
came,
you do with your lips? What was that?
I mean, what a
It's you sticking your head out of the car window.
Such a
So when you came from theater and you saw that a lot of experienced comics would mock you for taking your craft professionally enough to do breathing exercises, were you confused by this? Were you like, I thought performers are supposed to do this? No?
I did, but I then realized when I didn't make it to the house, that probably looked stupid. Me doing these vocal
Oh,
exercises.
they must have loved the fact that you didn't make it to the house and you're still sitting there doing vocal exercises.
Yes, yes.
Jim, you don't do vocal exercises even before
No,
like your
I
specials?
don't. No.
How do you warm up your vocal cords?
I just walk out there and I just
Yeah, he keeps them lubricated in different ways, doesn't he?
So you were going to be an actress. Did you go up on auditions and stuff, and you just said, "Fuck this, I'm going to do stand up"? Or
I just never was good at sharing the stage and listening well. That's what I.
That's
learned
hard,
about-
right, to listen.
It is so hard. So I just was more of like a solo performer always. I just didn't realize it. And acting is tough. It's actually, I always felt uncomfortable in scenes. And when I tried to do a play after doing stand up, the actors got mad at me.
did you try to steal the show, or like?
Yeah, I would steal the show, or I would just not have the line in my head, and I'd make up a line.
Yeah, well, good.
Oh, yeah, you got it right.
And I'd improv in the middle. I go, come on, you know what I'm saying.
Context.
Yeah, so one of the actor was like, you're just disappointing because you're very talented, and then you're just not focused. And I was like, improv with me.
Plus, stand up, you get instant gratification. When you're acting, you don't know really what's going on.
Well, it's a play.
It's theater acting. You absolutely get the same instant.
Yeah,
not if it's a dramatic scene. You're not going to get the loud applause or the laughter.
Unless it's a
You're not
black
going to get
audience.
laughter during a dramatic scene, no.
Why would
Well,
you?
whatever.
Not getting laughter would be the reaction.
Yeah.
A black audience gives you. I did a play out
yeah.
in Brooklyn at the Billie Holiday Theater, and there was always a reaction. And my name was Shashu Aisha. That was the character I played, and I was like this revolutionary sister. So every time I was not this type of person, but they loved me. They hated the girl who played my sister. So every time I came out, they're like, oh, here comes Shashu. Here comes Shashu.
They liked you?
They loved me. They didn't know I had a white boyfriend.
Yeah.
After the play, my boyfriend came. They were like, "What's Shashu doing?" So yeah. In that way, it's, oh no,
Rich.
That's right.
That was maybe the worst attack I've ever heard in my life.
I don't care.
Oh,
it
Rich.
wasn't even a confident.
That's what
No. Felt like, like not like mean racist, but kind of old man racist. You know what I mean?
Terrible.
Like kind of Sanford and
I'd love to see
Sonsy,
you.
like.
I'd love to see you in a play.
I'd love to see you in one too with Lincoln.
So when did you realize that you're like, I'm not going to pursue theater acting anymore?
Well, when I moved to New York and I wasn't getting parts, it's pretty simple.
Right. You're like, this is not, I didn't reject them. They went ahead and let me know it's not for me.
It wasn't, I had already said to myself, if I come to New York and it doesn't work out, I want to do stand up. I had always said that. I said that to the actors that I met. I was in Syracuse, so a lot of the actors like Wood Harris is an example of one, and I knew him well, and he would say,
That's Avon Barksdale from The Wire, from anybody who doesn't recognize that amazing name.
Yeah.
I know, I love dropping that name. Man.
Yeah, as you should. It makes me really jealous that you know him.
I know him from Chicago, and when we both went into theater school at the same time, and
was he good?
Very good, in so many ways. And then,
did you hang?
I didn't mean to slip that in.
Did you hang out with him away from the? You hung out with him outside of the play.
I did. Not his like.
Does he have a large penis?
It's not. I
Go
won't
ahead.
say that I saw it.
But if you had to guess,
If I had to guess, yeah. Fantastic, I think.
Yeah.
Which one was he on The Wire? The dude that was
Avon, the main drug dealer in the first 3 seasons.
who was in the movie.
He played Jimi Hendrix.
I didn't see it.
That's a guy who played music.
I know he's not the one that had the
Can we
scar.
look a
on
picture up of Wood Harris?
He didn't have
And
the
Jimi
scar on
Hendrix.
his face in the Wire.
No, that's Michael K. Williams. That's Omar.
No. There was another one.
Jamie
that-
Hector played Marlowe. Different.
So this is Wood. Wood is a very, really
How about from The Wire? Yeah.
exceptional actor.
Yeah, he's great.
Right.
He's
And
very, very different.
And you could assume that he's got large genitals.
Yeah, he's tall,
Yeah. Yeah.
sitting.
You remember him top right? Top right picture.
Oh yeah,
Of course.
yeah.
Yes.
Everybody
And-
on The Wire is an amazing actor.
So we were always good friends, and he would say to me, you should probably try stand up, because I would always tell these stories. And so when I moved to New York and I wasn't getting parts, I started doing open mics. Well, I'm gonna be honest, I took a class.
Did you?
From who? Who was your teacher?
It's so embarrassing.
You know, it's probably good for like everybody that's in those classes who gets made fun of for being in classes.
Yes.
It's probably really good to hear anybody that's made it in stand up that came from a class, because they're like, okay, there is somebody.
I don't know anybody who's taken one who's successful, but you're actually okay. So I'm saying you're like the only person I know who's successful who took one. I don't know many people that took one. Who taught it?
Lee Frank.
Oh,
you
okay.
remember
Wow,
Lee
I haven't
Frank?
seen Lee in
Skinny
years.
guy.
Yeah. I haven't seen him in a long time. Where was it?
It was at Gotham Comedy Club.
How long
Okay,
did
the
you take
original,
it for?
right? The successful who took one. I don't know many people that took one. Who taught it?
Lee Frank.
Oh,
you
okay.
remember
Wow,
Lee
I haven't
Frank?
seen Lee in
Skinny
years.
guy.
Yeah. I haven't seen him in a long time. Where was it?
It was at Gotham Comedy Club.
How long
Okay,
did
the
you take
original,
it for?
right? The old one.
The original club. And-
25th or whatever it was.
Yep.
22nd.
And it's because I came from theater. You took classes. You took breathing exercises, like I said. You
Sure.
did all those method classes, scene study. So I was like, yeah, you take a class. And then I took the class, and then all the comics would make fun of me for taking the class. But it was just a good way to start. That's all. It just made me do something.
It's just
figure
a
it
foot
out.
in the door.
Foot in the door. I didn't know anything. I didn't know there were open mics. I didn't know where to go.
Yeah.
So I
get a-
found out that from taking that class.
Do you have your diploma from there? From that class?
Yeah, it's on the wall. No,
Was there anybody else in your class that you remember who's still doing stand up?
no one. None of them.
Wow.
That's crazy.
There was a
Some
guy
of
named Richard Frontfell.
Some of those
Wow. Showbiz name.
That
some
was
of
his
those
joke. His name.
people take those classes to get over the fear of public speaking too. That have to at work.
Sometimes when I speak publicly, I mispronunciate my worms.
You're excited, huh?
And my segment was bad. Oh.
He
Okay.
didn't get the reference.
I get it.
No.
No, I didn't get it. I didn't get it. I didn't get it.
It's okay.
What was the reference?
It doesn't matter.
Was it from a movie?
No, from a TV show.
What one?
The Office. The original Office.
Yeah.
Ooh, you better get that.
It's all right. It'll sneak up on you. Do you ever talk to any of the people, or have you come into contact with any of the people that either started at the same time as you or were in the class with
Definitely a different guy.
Yeah, totally. That's why Woody Allen used him in Celebrity. You know, Woody Allen doesn't use like a lot of black characters, but he's very different, unique.
Right.
You know.
So you guys went to school in Syracuse?
No, he went to NYU.
Oh, okay.
And I went to Syracuse. So at that same time, we were both going off to theater school. I had a party. He came to it. Like my father used to always throw these big parties for me and stuff.
I see.
Yeah,
You went to
It was great.
You went to college?
I did. I was in graduate school too. Yes, Rich.
Are you
These
impressed?
things do happen.
No, yeah, because
You didn't know I went to college?
He didn't go to college. I didn't go. Did
Oh,
you go?
I
Where'd
yeah,
you go?
I went to Syracuse.
Really?
Yeah.
Waste of time.
Yeah.
It really was. I don't remember it much, except for Syracuse was good for the theater experience and the fact that I could go and all that stuff.
Right, yeah. You know all your vocal warm-ups.
It taught you that.
Yeah.
Right. So like $250,000 and you learn some vocal warm-ups and you're
I
good.
used to show when I first started doing comedy and I worked with Jason Steinberg, he would have me take the comedians and do some of those vocal warm-ups so that they could prepare for their auditions. Like Donnell Rawlings, I would do that, but it was awful.
Yeah, I would hate to tell a comedian, all right, do this.
Donnell was Ashy Larry for those. And it was the worst. He would yell at me in the middle of the warm up. He goes, "You're not doing it, son. You're not doing it right, son." And I'm like, "I'm showing you." So
Yeah, I don't know if you need it. I mean, you can't.
Do you do vocal warm-ups, Rich?
I could barely talk.
That's a good point.
You should do vocal
you know what?
Yeah,
you
you
should do some.
What?
Do you want to
Let's see
teach?
your tongue?
Huh?
Look at his tongue.
Lick. I mean,
Take
not
your
lick,
pants
but stick out your tongue. Just open your mouth and stick out your
Yep.
tongue. Oh my!
What do you
Why?
say? A lizard tongue.
Open
It's like a turtle's
but
back.
Open your mouth. Oh, see, you don't open your mouth wide enough. Is Bonnie okay? Now
I
look.
open it wide enough. I'm not him.
Doesn't he have a little teeny dumb mouth?
Oh my god!
Oh, he does. He has a tiny, teeny
You
mouth.
can only open your mouth so wide.
What a fool's
that
mouth.
You'll rip your fucking face in half.
really
But that's
dumb
the whole
mouth.
point.
You have a mouth
Don't
like a
do it
cricket.
enough.
So what do you see when you see? I mean, as a vocal warm up expert, what do you see when
He's
Rich?
got a lot of tension in his face.
Really?
Sure.
Look where I'm at.
Well, what are some vocal warm ups that he could do?
Well, he should do that more often.
What, just opening?
your mouth wider, wider.
You do that?
Never.
Huh?
No.
And then
But
opening
why is
the
it? Why are
back
you?
of
Why are
your
you
throat.
frowning like that when you do it?
Yeah,
Well,
you
how
can't
You're
you
help
so
it.
do it? Let
tense.
me see you do it. Go
I don't
ahead.
need to do it. I
Come
can
on,
speak.
He
I
looks
know
like
it.
tribal
perfectly.
artwork when he opens his mouth. It's not a happy face.
Yeah, right.
New Zealand? No. All right.
What,
That should be the cover
tell
of
me
your
what
next
you do.
album.
Let me
Opening
see.
up.
Let me see what you're saying.
Ah.
Oh, you're not sticking your tongue out.
See, she's actually.
Boss has a tiny tongue.
He's got a
No.
little tongue, a tiny
Yes,
little mouth.
It's a tiny
Now
little
put
tongue.
the tip of your tongue behind the bottom teeth and stretch out the tongue.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the
There he's
voice comes-
drooling.
Oh my
Well,
god.
it's the first time I did
That's
it.
true.
Yeah, these are exercises to
But
move
what
the
does it
voice
do for you?
forward. Move the voice forward and come out.
See how well she enunciated that?
Move the voice forward and come
And
out.
come out.
Yes.
Yes.
they're
Come
two-
out of the closet.
They're two
yes.
different activities for you.
Ah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's ridiculous.
And then there's the throat. A lot of
Yeah, but
times
we're
our throat's
comics. You don't
closed.
need that for
You
comedy.
talk for a living.
Yeah, people should
Yeah, but
understand
you-
what you're
you
saying.
don't need it.
You're
Shut
literally on the radio mumbling through
That is
3
true.
hours.
Who cares about this? You don't need it for comedy.
Yes, you do.
You do.
I'm very soft spoken. You know, when
Soft-spoken.
I'm performing.
Yeah.
I
You're
am.
not
I'm
soft-spoken.
soft spoken. I am
You
when
say
I'm.
guff. You don't pronounce your words right.
Does he say golf?
Just pronunciate your worms.
You did it already, man.
I know. I'm going to keep doing it.
It's too much.
I'll do it when he's here.
You will?
Yep.
It's just
The
fun.
minute he walks in.
The more Rich practices. That's good. Keep it up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What can
Yeah,
he
keep
like? What
going.
kind of what can he say? Like you were saying, the red leather, yellow leather. Like what?
What can he say?
Tip of the tongue, the teeth, the lips.
No wonder Darnell yelled at you. You're fucking
Tip
aggravating.
of the tongue.
Tip of the tongue.
Tip of the tongue.
Shut up. You're not from England.
The
You're
teeth,
from
the
town.
lips.
You see how he said
the
England?
teeth, the lips.
Say it
Go ahead,
again.
Rich. Say it.
Do it. What
You
was
said
that?
England.
You said England?
You said England.
I said England.
You did not.
England.
You said England.
England. You
Also,
did.
A big little mistake.
England.
England.
I say words wrong all the time. It's okay.
I haven't heard you say
cares?
one word
No,
wrong
no,
the whole
I-
time
Not
you've
yet,
been here.
but I do. It's
I've heard
embarrassing.
Rich
Now
say
tell me
very
what you
many.
say.
Tip of the tongue, the teeth, the lips.
Tip of the tongue, the teeth, the lips.
Split the split pea soup, please.
What?
He can't even process
Split the
it.
split pea soup.
too
First of all, you
please.
already said tip of the tongue.
Yeah.
You're not doing any of this. You're just sitting here saying you do it.
I'm a professional broadcaster.
No, you're not.
I don't have issues.
For fucking wrestling, that doesn't count. Do
Rich,
what,
I do this, what we're doing right now, for a living.
Yeah, by default, because he didn't get along with Opie. Shut your mouth. Okay. Ugh. Anybody down the hall could do what you're doing. Tip of the tongue.
You don't have to sound like a British woman when you do it, just so you know.
Yeah.
You can just tip. It's about saying the T's and the P's and the getting the g
Yes.
out.
Good.
Tip of the tongue, the teeth,
The lips.
the lips.
tongue?
Yes.
The teeth.
And you can
the
smile when you do it.
You don't have to do it like that, like you're a dainty lady. Just say it. The teeth,
And say
the
it,
lips.
the.
Tip of the tongue, the teeth, the lips.
Stop saying duh. The.
The
Tip of the tongue.
the tip of the tongue.
Tip of the tongue.
Like just picture
Oh,
if
you're
someone
doing
says,
it?
if somebody
Yeah.
says, like, just answer honestly. If someone says, where should a cock be? Tip of the tongue, my teeth, my lips.
The split pea soup, please.
Oh, I hate that so much.
I never knew why that came in, but yeah.
Split the split pea soup, please. I hate it.
Split the split pea soup.
I
please.
hate it. I fucking hate it.
Try it, Rich.
No, because you know what? All that stuff when you're going on,
Just try it.
when you're going
Just
on an
try to do it.
audition, all that crap in your head, you got too much going on in your head, and it's gonna fuck you
Well,
up.
that's why you have no. It's practice, and that's what
Yeah.
helps if you do it enough.
Why don't you split the split pea soup, please?
If you're a
Fucking
Shakespearean
great.
actor,
It does actually help though in ways like when your voice closes up or a night, you have had comedians that lose their voice, right?
Yeah.
So the reason they lose their voice is because they're not talking from the right place ever. They're not connected. They don't have it connecting from here,
I don't
right?
know, she's pointing to her asshole.
So you've got to talk from the right place. Yes, Rich.
in the diaphragm. I don't know how to do that either. I can't do it either. They say it, but I can't. Yeah, I know I've heard it, but I don't know exactly how to incorporate it.
Do you project on stage?
No, but I mean, what she's saying is right though, because sometimes your throat closes up when you're nervous.
Right.
Like if I'm doing an audition, all of a sudden I feel small and like my voice isn't. But as opposed to now, where I'm just totally relaxed and comfortable, it's weird. It's hard to get your body so relaxed that you're just comfortable talking.
Yeah, you have to be conscious of everything without thinking about it.
Yes.
But I had a teacher that was so strict about it, and she would make the students cry because they weren't breathing properly. It was crazy.
Rich, try the split pea soup thing.
No,
Why?
because
It would be really good for you.
Try
the split pea soup, please.
okay.
Go on
What
now.
you tell him? What was it again?
tip of the tongue, the teeth, the lips. Oh, tip of the tongue, the teeth, the lips. Split the split pea soup, please.
Oh, I feel like this is like the Sound of Music or something. It's really bothering me.
Freddie fights with Flipper on the Flim Flam.
Oh, that's never going to happen without all you getting bathed. Holy fuck!
Maybe
You're
just
really
split
good
the
at
split
this.
pea soup, please.
You could have a class.
I just refuse.
Split the split pea soup.
You could have a
please.
class, and you.
You say
you'll be
crass.
laughing.
You said you could have a
You
crass.
I
class.
can't believe I actually remember these things, but it was so ingrained in me in theater school.
Why don't you split the split pea soup, please? Try it.
When you split the split pea soup, please try it.
There you go.
Okay.
Yeah.
You did
Say,
it.
listen, I'm a quick learner.
The best one
Yeah.
is opening
Not
your
with
throat, though.
password. Huh?
There's ways of opening your throat.
Yes.
Jim, is that true?
It sure is. Yes.
That was yes, but the
If you did that on stage, people were sitting on us like, "What the fuck is she doing?"
no,
I know you're like the succubus from when we were kings.
it's really backstage where you do it. You don't do it.
You're not supposed to do it while you're
Do
performing.
it again.
You just turn it.
Do it,
It helps
but-
when you have a sore throat. Too.
sounds like you're trying to say it, but you can't.
It's like a KAW sound, and you're
terrible.
bringing it in.
I hate it.
Oh, that's very helpful, though.
Yeah,
Go ahead, do it.
Do you before? I've never.
Try it.
I've never seen you prepare like that before you go on stage.
I don't do it anymore. I mean, I
Oh.
did it.
What
and
about
it was
before,
a
like, the
mistake.
special?
Hypocrite.
I did that for the special. No, I haven't done these warm up exercises for years.
Let's try it.
Wow. Try it.
Try what one now. Cock. What like
Cock.
that?
No one said cock.
Why do
Did you want to put that in?
Why do you say
Where?
Yes. Treating it like it's a food order.
But I guess cock could work. Cock.
Yeah, if that's what you want.
Look at this. Somebody's trying to get work. How do you do cock? It's dumb. It's really
It
dumb.
really just opens your throat. I mean, seriously, you have no idea how. You never felt that where your throat was just totally closed up, and you took a mint, but really, this is all you had to do was just open.
I think a mint's easier.
A mint does actually, to Voss's credit, sound easier than doing
Much
this. If
easier.
a mint works, like I'd probably just take a mint.
It doesn't.
Huh?
Like, let's say you don't have one though. What are you gonna do?
Oh yeah, you do need these tools if you don't have a mint.
If
You just
you're
carry a mint.
somewhere you can get a mint,
Yeah.
you know.
All right.
Yeah, Voss
always-
performs in a lot of restaurants. There's mints
there's
everywhere,
mints
right?
everywhere.
Yeah, so it's
Yeah.
no problem.
So an actor prepares that way, but comedian does not.
No, because you
Right.
can acknowledge if your voice is a little fucked up, or you can just go, I sound fucked up. You know, it's a little different.
Yeah, when I've lost my voice before and on stage, and it actually was kind of cool.
For them.
Got it, deep.
Like, finally, the bitch is silent.
Wow.
But no,
Is this your first special?
it is my first special.
Is it nerve wracking that this is going to be out there? Like this is your thing that will people go like, yeah, you're a comic. Yeah, here's my special. This is your representative going
It's-
forward.
It's fine. It just feels like a relief.
Did you?
Right.
Not nerve wracking. It feels like a relief. I mean, there's a little bit of well, I'm sure some people will get upset with me, but
Why do people get upset?
Well, because I talk about not being the wokest person in the room. I talk about not being excellent in the phrase of Black excellence. I talk about very vulnerable things of just being honest in the time where everyone's forcing me to be something I'm not. And that can hurt some people's feelings. I talk about not being good at the pronouns, the theys and the stuff.
This is like exposing the audience to the fact that you have a white boyfriend. This is going to break a lot of hearts.
I've moved on.
Yeah.
To nothing.
I've moved on to loneliness.
Just loneliness and staring at myself in the mirror. Yes.
How far did you go back in material? Like, did you only do the new stuff, or since you didn't do one before this, did you go further back in your material, like maybe 3-4 years ago?
They wanted me to, but I just physically and emotionally couldn't do it.
Didn't feel right.
Didn't feel right.
Yeah.
There were some things like my name that always is a joke. It's my name. Why not? It says hello. And there are some things that just always work, but like most of it just didn't feel right to do again.
Yeah.
It didn't make sense.
'Cause
I
you're
always talk
past it.
from where I am. That's it. And that's the thing that connects me to the material. I
Yeah.
can't connect to old material.
Yeah,
It's
Marina's
hard.
a really good stand-up. I'm looking forward to seeing this. I'll
Yeah.
watch it.
Thank you, Jim. Jim is the only one, by the way, who can give me like tags, and I've always said this.
Well, he's the only one that watches you. Just giving you tags.
Jim was forced to watch me at the Cellar because I would host, and I was the worst at listening to the audience or asking questions.
That was my favorite, was watching Marina do crowd work.
Oh.
What do you
Not
do for a
good.
living? I'm an electrician. Oh, that's nice job.
That's
And then go to the next person. That's just not giving a fuck at all.
Yeah, I didn't have the ability to care with the interaction as a host. It just was so difficult, or give the right intros.
Do you host there at all anymore or no?
No, I had to stop because I just wanted to work on my act. It's the craft. It's why not? You know, I can't craft an act and go, hey, where are you from?
Yeah. All right, the servers are going to be coming around. Welcome to it's a
The
fucking...
announcements, I can't. The announcements killed me.
Yeah, that's a fucking...
I never did them, by the way.
thankless job. No, I know.
I would mess up like Judah's intro all the time about where he was doing his book, The Tears Drops or something like that. That's how I would bring him up. And he was like, Marina, you never get that correct.
What do you want you to say?
The right title of his book.
Oh,
You still don't remember the title, though?
I would just get it wrong.
Yeah.
When the rain drops or something, but I would say when the teardrops fall.
And would he correct you on stage?
Yes. Yeah, he would do like 2 minutes. So I gave him material, so it was fine.
It's fine.
Yeah.
Should we break before 10?
Yes, yeah, sure.
Says we need to break.
Sure. Well, Marina, I would recommend everybody check out this special. It's July 23rd. It's called Single Black Female, and it's going to be available just about everywhere.
Thank you.
Just about everywhere. It's a very exciting time. And you can see that these vocal warm-ups have paid off over the years.
Yes.
I think they have.
And Voss has got his roast, and he's going to be where?
The brokerage, Friday, Saturday.
And I'll be in Montreal the 27th.
Yes.
And then August, I'll be in Columbus and Timonium.
And don't forget Creeps with Kids tour coming up in October.
That's right.
Yeah, there's a
Creeps with
preview
Kids.
in Montreal July 27th.
Yes.
And then starting October, go to creepswithkids.com or creepswithkids.tour.com. Is that it?
Creeps with Kids.
Oh, and Sarah Silverman. I'm working with Sarah this Thursday through Saturday.
Where?
I don't. Well, go to my website, marinafranklin.com.
MarinaFranklin.com is the spot.
Some hotel in Soho. But it's with Sarah Silverman on Thursday. I don't remember the hotel.
That's terrible.
I'm the worst. Wait, go to my website, marinafranklin.com, to see where I'll be with Sarah Silverman.
But it's in Soho.
It's in Soho on
Okay,
Thursday.
so
Yes.
So okay, we've put at least a
I love Sarah.
location on it.
She's always like, Marina.
That's a very good Sarah.
It's at Pier 17. Pier 17 in New York City. Sarah Silverman and Friends tour. That's on Thursday. And Marina Franklin will be there. Pier 17 is where it's at.
All right, we'll be right
Of
back
course.
with
For letting
Ricky.
me know.
Unless he blows us off.
Yeah, we'll be back. We're going long today, so stay tuned. Thank you, Marina.
Thank you. Love you all.
Okay, cool. No, I thought you were talking, so I'm looking down, just getting everything ready.
Oh no, just in the end. There he is.
Welcome to the show.
Look at that hippie.
I've never seen your legs.
I know. Thank God.
They're not bad.
I requested you were on this
Oh,
with me.
thank
I know
you.
we're not thrilled with you to tell
Yeah,
you the truth.
absolutely.
It's been a rough morning.
It's been a
Ricky.
disaster. It's been a disaster.
Ricky, it hasn't been good.
You were playing Atlantic City and you
Yes.
came in.
I drove
especially.
in last night. Yeah,
How's the
because it was
hotel?
you.
All right. How's the hotel?
It's beautiful. It's the Borgata. But if you weren't here, I think I'd drive in. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He really thinks this is going to make his showbiz career.
No, it doesn't. No, because I like doing radio with Ricky because he's generous. He gets good comedy. He can see a fraud. He knows what's going on. you know what I mean?
You never let me down either.
No, thank you.
I asked what is he wearing, but they didn't say a baseball cap on backwards, and that is a thrill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He looks like a Dominican 6-year-old.
I didn't want to fix my hair this morning, so I just don't.
You've got more hair than me as well.
Yeah,
That's annoying.
so does Norton.
So, oh God! I was thinking on the way in, right? With my body, your head and neck, and his hands, we could make one good turtle. What are we talking about? What's going on?
I mean, we've been trying to talk about just about anything, but somehow progressively through the morning, we started okay.
Yeah.
The wheels came off after the first break.
I mean, Rich has been slowly taking off those little lug nuts ever since he got
first
here.
of all, you're supposed to take control like Opie did. You don't take control.
You already did an Opie reference.
Yeah, you
I
did.
know.
You got over once. It's not going to get over
That was
again.
last week, not this week.
That was literally 1 second
An hour
ago.
ago.
Oh, you're right. You're right again. You're right on that one. But what I'm saying is, here's the thing.
Okay.
You tell me, you asked me to go to Vimeo, log on. I've never done it on my stupid phone. I could barely see.
He's upset about stuff today, and he's upset about other stuff.
They were supposed to pay for my little things.
Pay for your
they
what?
Were supposed to pay
Lobotomy?
for my hotel.
That's what I
'Cause
asked
can't-
about, but you said it was great.
You know,
He needs the one he's working at in Atlantic City, not the one he's staying in.
Oh, what's
yeah.
what's the one like here?
It's okay. I was only there for 4
I thought you
hours.
lived here. Don't you live in New York?
New Jersey. I live in.
Okay.
It's an hour away.
Yeah,
Oh, is
no.
it? It's not worth
Not
it.
near.
So I
Yeah.
couldn't go from
It's not
AC
close.
to there.
Right.
So
Okay.
they say we're going to pay for my hotel. I get to the hotel. They go, it's not paid for. And I don't want to deal with
Yes.
it. It's,
No.
listen, you know.
Listen,
What I'm saying is, so now they say they pay
don't you
for
get
the
paid
hotels.
for this show?
No one does. They don't even get paid. What are you kidding me?
No, I
This
don't
is
get
fuck-
paid.
Yeah.
no,
No.
I do it for the fun of it.
Yeah, I do it to get to 6 people.
Well,
in
he
the
complained
room.
in the hotel and they got pissed off at him.
No, I didn't complain. No,
He was
they-
like, I think there's been a rape up there.
Sneaking in the references.
So you got there, right? You got there, right? And they said, you said like, it's all paid for, right?
Yeah.
By my company, Sirius.
And what
Right?
time is this, by the way?
I'm
Is
a
it the
bit-
middle of the night?
1:30.
You said I'm a big shot. I've flown in from Atlantic City.
I
right?
drove in.
Drove in,
yeah.
right? Yeah.
Yeah.
And I need a room to crash, right? And they said, oh, it's not paid for.
No, they said, first, you're wrong. I walked in. I never been there before. They said, welcome, Mr. Voss. They knew me. And I've done TV. So they were big fans. And I said, yeah, this is all taken care of. And they said, no, it's not. I go, well, they did it. I go, they did it on booking.com. So I wrote, I didn't
That's how all the big stars do it.
Why would you say that like that? Proved your point.
Yes.
I think you're
No,
fine.
but-
They did it on.
Have you ever done
I'm
that?
telling you, they didn't.
No.
Okay. Booking.com. No, I'm telling you, they didn't do it, Mr.
Okay.
Boss.
Check
Listen,
booking. Check
let
the
me-
booking.com column.
That is how you prove you're a big actor, though, and a big star. You know,
Yeah.
Travelocity.
Listen, you fucking idiots. Well, when you go on like a Priceline or a booking, I don't know booking. I do Priceline myself. And automatically, you pay Priceline, you go to the hotel, it's already paid for.
Right.
So when the company here said they went to booking.com,
Yeah.
I would figure it's like Priceline already paid
Sure.
for. So the hotel
Is that what
said-
you do when you're
so
on
the
tour,
ho-
Ricky? Do you go through Priceline?
Well, I
Hold
think
on.
it shows a massive amount of disrespect for him, for this company. He's already doing this for free. He's
Yes.
I've requested him
You
to
have.
be
Thank
here.
you.
Yeah.
Then they put him in a hotel,
Right.
right? That's not even. How much was it? Was the bill?
It's $183. Oh, wait, maybe $186. I got it.
He's actually going to hand Ricky the bill if he's getting a cash stipend.
183.
Right.
Yeah.
So you're down on the deal.
Down. I'm down financially,
Mm-hmm.
mentally, spiritually. Everything you could be down on. I have
He's
to
actually
go buy
lost-
something to fill
he's-
this emptiness when I leave here.
What are you going to go for?
The jewelry district. No, I don't know. Nothing sneak. Just something to fill. Something.
Jewelry.
No,
He
no,
answers
I'm going.
seriously.
Yeah, he does.
Right. What?
Like he wants to give the facts.
He set you up for a joke. What are you going to do to Phil? And you're like, I don't know. Maybe I'll,
Something tough. Something, nothing, not that big of a deal.
Hey, wait, you're talking about me saying something funny? Fuck off. Are you kidding me? My 11-year-old is funnier. This guy
Rich, it's your job.
It is true.
It's not my, no.
Your
I
job
came
is to
as
be
a guest.
funny. You're a comedian.
No, he's an
That's
actor.
true.
You have him come in and do a scene. You
Sure,
fucking
Ricky,
idiot.
he's pretending to like you.
No.
Oh God!
So listen, I'm a guest. You want to interview me? Go ahead. I got some answers. I'm not going to come in here and
I interviewed you last time. I found out all about you. You started and when you used to go
that's
doing
right.
crack and
drugs
yeah,
and
we
yeah,
did like 20 minutes
short
on you.
shorts
Yeah.
and
And then I saw a picture of you with no teeth and the Jerry curl.
Yeah.
Which is incredible.
That's right.
Yeah.
Someone showed me that. Who showed me that? I think Roland showed me it.
Oh, yeah.
Was that the 80s?
He
Yeah.
had like Mountain Dew mouth almost.
That was
where the teeth were
incredible.
missing. Yeah.
He's
Yeah,
lived
it
an
was-
incredible life, but the life experience has left him with no knowledge. It's
Oh,
the
really?
oddest thing
No,
you've
no.
ever seen.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
but
he's-
guess what?
So, go on. What are you going to say? Do you agree with? Do you agree with Sam? Firstly,
no, because
Let's do
Put your
that
glasses
first.
down. Put your glasses down.
Hold on. Hold on.
By the way,
on stage, I'm a fucking monster.
True.
And all
Yeah,
of
right.
the experiences and knowledge I went through, I fucking, I don't fail when I'm doing stand-up.
You crush every time.
Every time.
the majority of the
and-
time you do very well.
No. Listen to me. Fucking blinking.
By the way,
What?
look at the glasses of the fucking. You see the glasses?
Look at the
Hey.
sticker.
What's the sticker
It says
say?
wide
Wide frames. He forgot to take the sticker off his fucking glasses.
I bought 5 pairs. I bought 5 pairs at the dollar store, and sometimes I forget to take the
How do
sticker
they know
off.
they're for you though? Are they
They're
just?
250s.
Oh, you know that they do a
You know your
Every
prescription.
couple of years I go 25.
right.
So
okay.
250.
Okay.
Do you want me to? This is true. This is how fucked up I. This is no lie, and it might not be funny, but it's true.
Okay.
I was getting a
That's what
physical.
the odds are.
I was getting a physical last week or the week before. You get a physical. And,
Sure.
Yeah.
So the doctor, and I pull my pants down, and he's touching it, and I said to my doctor, "It's so much nicer when it's hard." Right? Just because I
Why
felt
did you
so
say that?
insecure. Because I felt
That's
insecure.
hilarious.
And he said,
hilarious.
I felt so insecure that he's grabbing my soft, and I go,
Dick.
I swear to someone, it's just a lady in the room. I felt so much nicer and her that and he goes, I don't want to see it that way. He told me, but that's how insecure I was.
But he
about it.
didn't laugh. He
But
didn't
hold
like,
on.
yeah.
He did laugh.
He laughed. Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
okay.
he's a
Okay.
funny. Yeah, I can say anything to him.
Well, you
But
can say anything to anyone and they laugh.
Yeah.
Sure,
yeah, that's
professional.
true. Yeah,
That's what you do for a living.
Yeah, right.
True.
Yeah. So hold on. So this is a relationship. You knew this doctor already, or did you just
Yeah,
took a
30
chance with some? Oh, right,
30
great. Okay.
years.
Yeah, I have a different one every time. So I probably. I'd never make that sort of joke with a doctor just in case, because I don't think in case it went badly, I could.
Yeah.
Then you're there.
Yeah.
It's not like
Oh, really?
you can't move on. You can't move on, can
Yes.
you? Really?
I
Oh,
said,
well, this killed last night. Yeah. Oh God.
That's only a
you're
great
stuck.
joke if you say it to a pediatrician.
no, I said. I said it when he gave me a prostate check.
Voss did, by the way, Voss did the finger
Yeah.
poking
Yeah,
forward.
that's what he does. So probably, and I turned around and I said, "That's all you got." I said that because he's funny. We've been there for years,
Yeah.
And
I mean, I'm
Then he
58. I've had the finger now for probably 8 years, and it's still awkward. It's two grown
Yeah.
men. It's still awkward when he says,
Yeah.
"Can I give you a rectal exam?"
Well, don't do it in a van.
And every day, you're back again, doctor. I'm sure I've got cancer. I'm sure I've got cancer. Okay,
Could you
right,
double
what-
check?
The guy last night did it with his tongue.
All right, just relax.
I know.
Now
It's
let me
still
check
awkward.
you, Doc.
Doesn't it feel like it's high up as well? Like they really go for it. Like it's not like it's like they really push. They feel like they're about a foot in. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's
sure.
The grossness is, and you know this, it's when they're done all that waxy oil.
It's the oil, that's the part I hate the most.
Yeah. Ugh, dripping, and you know what I mean?
I've heard. It's only a rumor, right? But you can do it without that now. They can tell in
well, a blood test.
a
you can
urine,
tell.
yeah, urine as well, yeah.
Yeah.
But
Oh, I
think-
thought you meant without the oil. I was
No,
like,
I think,
maybe
no, I think the imagine Voss giving you look at those fucking fat
I can
fingers
absolutely
up there.
imagine. Yeah, all five of them curled into a
To
fist.
at least take the sovereign rings off. Yeah.
Caligula.
Yeah, you can do blood tests, but that's no fun.
So
Have you done a colonoscopy?
No,
I did one.
I've never had anything major done. The worst thing I've ever had done probably is like root canal. Right? I've never had any. I just want it to go away.
Well, just as a test, though, the colonoscopy doesn't fix
Yeah.
anything. It just kind of checks
I
you
know.
out.
I suppose the next few, however long I live now, are going to be all the years where all the terrible things are going to have to be done to me, aren't they? Eventually.
Oh, yeah.
Well, no,
Yeah.
They knock you out. It's not a bad test. You
Well,
literally
so
it goes off, you wake up, and you're fine.
Some
Okay,
people
but what
do
about
it
the
awake.
prep?
Some people do it
I
awake.
took propofol. I was up
Yeah.
15 minutes later. I felt fine. Like, everything's great.
But don't you have to prep yourself?
Well,
like take all like
it's-
the stuff,
drink the
beforehand
barium or
and
whatever the
shit
night
everything
It's worse.
out.
What's
and-
the one? Kidney stones.
I had
Put
that.
it up your.
They
The
put a
urethra
tube.
catheter.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
They put a tube in my
Your
after I had
urethra.
in my penis. And after
He
when I
literally
was
sounds
young-
like he's on the stand talking to a doll.
Listen,
Yeah, yeah.
And then,
Just like that as well. Just like that. How
And he
old
took
are
me
you?
behind the bushes.
I'm 8 years old.
and I was when I was done. I had it because I had mine done in lithotripsy. I think it's called, where they put you in a.
I guarantee that's not what it's called.
Definitely
look
not
it
what
up.
it's called.
Lithotripsy. Look it up. Where they put you in a tub and they vibrate it and it explodes.
Oh
in
yeah,
you.
they can
Yeah.
destroy the because it's tiny.
Yes.
It's tiny little bits of grit, isn't it? It's like a
Yeah.
crystal.
Well, I was pissing out. I had a strain. I was pissing out sand that was
Fucking
coming.
hell.
It was coming out sand, and the good
But
thing
it
is, though,
worked.
huh?
But it worked.
Oh yeah, this was years
Is
ago.
that how
And-
they get rid of kidney stones? I thought you had to just
Well,
piss
there's
it out.
different
Different
ways.
ways. You
Yeah.
can, they can dissolve them. They can
Yeah.
destroy them with ultrasound. That it smashes up and then
Yeah.
you piss it out and it hurts.
It hurts.
Yeah.
Or you've got a
Surgery.
up the thing and they blast it with something, don't they? What do they do? Or do they remove it or?
I don't.
What
I don't
causes
think
it?
they
Is
pull
it
it
salt?
out.
Too much salt? What is it that causes
No,
that
it's
shit?
calcium.
Calcium, yes.
Too much
Is that
calcium.
is what? So what causes kidney stones then?
Calcium.
Like
we just
eating-
said
but
it.
What foods causes it? Or is it lack
milk,
of water as well?
Let's break down what's in has calcium. Milk,
What
Right.
else?
dairy.
right?
You just said
That'd be milk.
Yeah.
I
You said
know.
milk
I'm
and
just trying-
dairy.
I'm trying to sound smart.
Dairy is mainly milk.
You're trying to be
I think-
condescending,
I
like,
think
duh.
Almost exclusively milk.
Well, how many
Dairy.
things
I
have
think-
calcium?
Fluid.
I don't know, but isn't it lack of water as well? Can't you do it by just because it's not flushing them out?
Oh, maybe.
Yeah, I think because when you have kidney stones, you're supposed to drink like crazy amounts of water to try to flush
and
it
that
out.
can do it as well.
Yeah.
Because it's yeah.
Well, can you imagine trying to pass a kidney stone, but it gets stuck halfway
I'm sure that happens.
halfway in you?
It's supposed to be one of the most painful things ever.
That
Yeah, it
and
must be,
watching
yeah.
you do an hour are the two most. I can't. I'd rather have a kidney stone. I got greedy.
You did. We got it. Watching me is like pissing a rock through your dick. There's no need for a tag.
So what's your new show? Is it a new show? Is it a tour you're doing? This Atlantic
No,
City
we're
thing?
doing a tour. That one coming up in October.
Oh, I saw that with the
Creeps
guys
with
with
Kids.
the, what was it called?
Creeps with Kids.
That's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love the photo as
yeah,
well.
it's going to be great. It's all,
Yeah, hosted by Jeffrey Epstein. I like it.
Yeah, that's.
I love the fact you did a photo shoot for it and everything. All
Yeah,
black
it was great.
cigars. Yeah.
Oh, it was a lot of fun.
It's
we
Foss,
did it-
Ron Bennington, Jim Florentine, and
Kelly.
Bob
Bobby
Kelly. It's a
Kelly.
really great show.
5 of us.
Yeah. Oh God. Oh dear.
So no, I'm just doing stand up, clubs until it happens. Going to Montreal next week, and
Is that just for laughs?
yeah,
Yeah.
and my wife and I are doing our stupid podcast here and there.
Oh,
we
no,
got
don't
other
put yourself
things.
down, Rich.
I'm trying to
No,
sell.
it's a good podcast. It's funny.
It's a good
you guys are very
podcast.
funny.
Don't put yourself
Him
down.
and his wife, the fact that they don't have a show, and it's I sound like somebody's aunt saying that, but they're fucking hilarious together, and it shows you how much show business stinks. Like the fact that him and Bonnie don't have something.
Why don't you do a documentary then? Just follow each other around
did
and
do-
date it down.
Well, we made that one documentary called "Women Aren't Funny."
Oh,
which
yeah,
which
yeah.
did real well.
Yeah.
and it was a lot of us in it.
Right.
And we were supposed to do a sequel. A network held us for a year, going, "We're going to do it. We're going to do it for a fucking year." and then they go, huh?
It should be just you and
Yeah.
Bonnie living your lives, going
Like
to
the
do gigs.
Osbournes,
They have
but-
a kid.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
But with like,
Two comedians who literally do. You wouldn't have to force any of it. None of it would
Yeah.
be for it. Would all be legit.
you'd want somebody to direct it and produce it though, just to keep it all together.
Yes.
but
Yeah.
just to.
But
you know-
Bonnie wants to direct. Bonnie writes and directs. She just had a fucking 3-page article in the New York Times. I mean, amazing. You know, I got one blurb that I'm a stage hog, but it was her. I mean, my wife is fucking brilliant. It's a whole nother, she writes scripts. It's just, look.
He's holding her back.
I am.
Yeah.
Stopping
I
Bonnie.
am.
Yeah,
He's
no,
an
it's clear.
anchor.
No, she does what she does. And I
Is this a Sinatra song? She does what she do.
and I do what I does.
I do what I does.
She does what she do.
She does what she do.
We were all just kind of waiting for it.
She does what she do. It's amazing.
I mean, that's terrible.
We were all just kind of waiting for it. Like the longer he talked, we're like, okay, he's meandering now. He's not going
Well, I saw
anywhere.
what you did with the little guy.
Yeah.
Yes, that was amazing.
Yeah.
With
It
the
was-
little bagel shop guy.
Yeah.
Amazing. When he said, I'm not going to be syllabus, right? And you went, no, why should you be syllabus? Right? And then you said, the good thing about you is your bad behaviour is justified. And he went, thank you. Unbelievable.
He was incredible. He was
Did
absolutely
you see it?
incredible.
We
Did you see-
enjoyed
You know
him.
what we're talking about? The
I
little
know
guy,
what you're talking about. I didn't see
It
it.
went viral.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Little
Why-
bagel guy.
Why did you ask him why? I only saw that clip. Did you ask him why he started going crazy in the first place in the supermarket?
We talked about it.
Yeah, he was
He's
mad
got a lot
because
of built
there was an
up
Indian
anger.
woman who was working there,
Right.
and the Indian woman didn't understand egg whites that he wanted. And then when he asked 3 times for egg whites and she turned around, she snickered. And he said, "Why are you laughing at me?" And he said, "And that's when the video starts."
I see.
He's been getting laughed at his whole life.
Yeah,
and he's
no, I
just
get that.
tired of it. And
I
this was
get
just
that, yeah.
one more example.
Yeah.
And he just snaps.
I
There's a
know,
whole
but
bunch of
who
videos
was
of him
filming it, though?
yelling at people.
They started
Some woman.
filming it when someone went mental.
Yeah, some woman.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Although
No,
apparently he does this, like, he said he does it 1 to 2 times a week. He flips out.
Yeah.
Like, it's
Yeah.
not like this was built up over years. It's just probably 4 days. He hasn't flipped out. He had anger built up. He did it again.
He had literally video after video of him yelling at people. And the police had been involved multiple times. Like, he just gets
And is
very
it
angry.
about him being shorter?
Little
Is
guy.
it-
Yeah.
And
It's-
so, do you think that do you think it's real that he's hypersensitive to it? Like,
Yeah.
he notices it. He notices a
He's
look
got
or
anger issues, yeah.
Right.
Yeah, it's real. Like, his flip outs are real. That's another thing that I think we were both
it
kind of
was real,
looking
yeah.
for to figure
Yeah, but
out if this was fake or not. And
it's legit.
It's real.
It's
I
absolutely-
he's
knew
out
it
of
was
his
real,
mind, yeah.
But of course now he's capitalizing on it and
Yes,
got a bit-
exactly.
yeah, but yeah, no, I get that. If you've had 40 years of being treated like a second-class citizen or a joke, it would.
But here's the thing.
He's the punchline.
Doesn't get to
always.
Voss though. It doesn't
No.
get to Voss.
No, it doesn't.
He's just
But
goes. You use it.
He took it and empowered himself. Like, literally, he should have hung himself in 1985. True. But he empowered himself
Yeah,
and
that's
became a great comic.
Yeah, that's because I can't hang myself without slipping through it. Fucking, I stopped.
I know you did. I don't. So put your hands together.
Most fascinating thing about Bagel Guy, though, that we found out yesterday was that he was married for a period of time, and he's pissed at the world because women don't like him because he's short.
His physical shortcomings.
His physical shortcomings,
Yeah.
and we said, "What went wrong between you and your wife?" And he said, when he met her, his preference was women with smaller breasts, and then his preference changed, and he wanted women with bigger breasts.
Right.
So he and his wife split up because her tits weren't big enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he kept harping on it, and she got annoyed hearing it, and then she finally
I
left.
mean, I do see people's problems and I acknowledge them and they're real. But then it says something like that, like, oh, so it's your fault as well then.
This is your
Yeah.
fault.
Sometimes
Yeah.
you behave badly.
Yes.
Nothing to do with how short you are.
Yeah.
Sometimes you're just an ass.
Some-
I know, yeah.
Sometime the breast will be small.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
He's an asshole who happens to be short.
But I like the fact that went viral last week, and the
Yeah.
first thing you two do is say, "Get that get that guy from the internet on.
I want to get his take on this.
Now,
Yeah.
how did you even find him? How do you see that sort of thing and you go, right, who is this guy?
Travis, how'd you get him? Travis got him, I think, right? I saw him when he was coming in that morning. He was outside. I'm like, he must be doing something on the
Oh, you
platform.
didn't know he was a
No,
guest?
no, we've been talking to him all weekend,
But I
trying
didn't
to
know.
arrange
I
it.
mean,
Yeah.
I knew we were going to get him, but I didn't know we had him yesterday, so I
Yeah.
saw him outside. I'm like, oh, maybe he's doing
But how
Howard.
do you even find that?
Well, luckily for us, he did not shy away from publicity.
No.
Right, oh, okay.
He decided
Right.
he wanted to lean into this.
He
thing.
wasn't shy about it. He didn't go, I don't want to talk about it. He was like, I'd love to talk about this.
Yeah,
more.
because
Wow.
because he feels like a victim of the whole
Sure.
thing. He's not ashamed of his actions. He feels
No.
that like you saw, justified.
Yeah. Well, I suppose he treats it like a racism. Or
Ricky, he said he was the new Martin Luther King.
Which we all agreed with.
Okay, see, okay.
Let's put him on a balcony.
Okay.
Bullets whizzing over his head.
Missed.
No stuffed animal.
God damn it, if he got out behind that potted plant.
So, what do you mean? He said he's like Martin. What does he mean by that?
He said when he
Right.
was talking about.
Oh, does he mean like leading short people to?
Yes, he's standing up for people that are
Prophet.
short and get bullied, and then he said, "I'm a prophet. I'm the new Martin Luther King."
He said,
Right.
I'm a prophet. He said those words. I'm
Yeah.
a prophet.
But
That was in a
that
News
was
12
ironic,
interview.
though, wasn't it? That's
No.
No.
So he thinks he's gonna.
He's a
like,
prophet,
I have a
yes.
dream that one day a tall woman.
Yes. With big boobs. Yes. It's going to be a very
For
powerful
now.
speech.
For now.
A very powerful speech coming from behind a podium.
we'll walk cock in hand on the streets. Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah. So he was great. He was absolutely.
I enjoyed him. I enjoyed talking to him. I think, he has his issues, but he was
He
in
lives in a van, he said. He lives
He does
in
live in a van.
Oh, does he really?
I
At the
think
moment,
maybe
he
that's
does.
why his wife left. You know, I don't think she wanted to live in a van with him.
So
right?
did you? Were you all clean and everything when you met Bonnie? Then were you? Or were you?
Oh, yeah, I've been-
Oh,
yeah,
yeah. Right,
for-
right. That's all done, right?
for years?
Right,
My
right,
kids have
good.
never seen me high.
No.
You know, so yeah.
Not
I was-
yet.
Yeah,
No, yeah.
No.
Hey, please, if I get high, I'll die. I got.
I don't know. I was just joking.
Yeah, just go with the facts.
Now you start. now,
Now you start. Jesus Christ! Oh God! It's like a video game. When things are coming out of everywhere. You've got to shoot. You've got to shoot them all. It's no relaxing. No, dead. Got caught again.
No.
I'm just fascinated. I'm just fascinated by it, and
Yes.
and it happens a lot. I realise I see it more in New York, like all New York comics that have sort of made it through. And you know what I mean? Working comics, they seem to have had this thing that you all went through.
yeah. Well, I mean, back
I think it's
in the
because
day-
Brits don't admit it as much. We just carry on.
Maybe
with
they have
something.
to.
We
They just
die.
not-
We
they don't talk as much.
We don't get out. We go, fuck it. Pull yourself together or die. Don't go to someone.
Right, you pick die.
Don't go and tell someone you're an alcoholic and you've got problems. That's embarrassing. Just
Right.
carry on or die.
Right.
Yeah.
And if you die, you won't be embarrassed.
No, exactly. No, you'll be like Martin Luther King.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you know who I got obsessed with? The British comic, Tommy Cooper.
Oh, he's amazing.
Fucking love Tommy
See,
Cooper.
he was an alcoholic. And,
Oh, was he? Yeah.
Shot to pieces. He was really worried about her. But just funny. Just walked on sweaty and.
Did you watch him as a kid growing up? Yeah.
He was like a mainstay. He was like, one of the five comics that were always the best to be on telly. The whole family loved him. Your dad, your granddad, all the kids loved him. He was a clown. He was this guy. The joke was that he tried to do magic and he was terrible at it. He didn't, and his jokes were terrible. But you're in on it. So it was things like, I went to the doctor. I said to the doctor, it hurts me when I do that. And the doctor said, don't do it then.
Yeah.
So it's just jokes like that.
like dad jokes.
Yeah.
But rapid fire and really fucking funny.
And it was sweaty and out of control, and his magic tricks were just awful, and they wouldn't, and he'd fuck them up on purpose. So he was like a big thing. Growing
I've
up.
watched speeches he's done, like at this thing where he's presenting at this club and he's being honored at this dinner, and he's just a funny dude. I mean,
He is. No, he had funny bones, and everything he did was funny, clowny, and a sweaty ball of fear. It was that classic falling down and failing for our pleasure.
Right.
Do you know what I mean?
Right, yeah, totally.
There was no, and I think that I love that. There are these slick comics. We've got them. You got them here. You got them there, and they've got a smart suit on. They do great one-liners, and they write 50 a week. but it's exhausting.
Mm-hmm.
I want someone to come out and tell me what a bad day they've had.
That's why you like Rich.
I know,
Right.
genuinely.
Yeah.
Genuinely.
Yeah.
I want the comedian to leave something of himself on the stage.
Mm-hmm.
I want to get dirty with his stuff. Whereas there's some comedians that it's as good to read their jokes as them do them.
Totally.
We don't need you're great jokes, but now just leave the paper. I'll read it on the way home.
You're
I don't
a writer.
need-
Yes.
Yeah, I know.
Well, they
Yeah.
think their job is to teach you something, and it's not.
And it's not. And it's nothing to do with them. They're
Yeah.
just puns.
Right.
Or there's nothing. These syntax and semantics are nothing to do with them. I want someone spewing up their fucking guts.
Well, the
Right.
thing is, too, there's two different comedy. When I leave, if I left a comedy show, I want to know that person.
Yeah.
Now, the whole crew we hung out with, Norton, Patrice, myself, Colin, Bobby, we're all putting it out.
Yeah. We're all screwed up in some way.
Yes, you're fucked
Yeah.
up.
Yeah,
Fucked-
yeah.
And you don't have to be fucked up to be honest. You can still be honest
Of
about your
course.
political views.
Of
about
course.
how
Yeah.
you see things.
Honesty's
you know.
funny.
You know,
Honesty's
yeah.
funny, particularly
Yes.
if it's a taboo. That's
You know,
already funny.
but-
Yeah.
But just our whole crew is just broken toys. We're just broken, and
Yeah.
I don't know. What
No,
you're
no, no.
laughing
I'm
at.
laughing because you're making great points.
And you hit the-
but
Yeah.
your fingers are so short, and you still manage to hit the microphone while you're making these great points.
That's
Listen, you're-
incredible.
I know.
That's incredible. Imagine if Martin Luther King had been fucking interrupted.
Yeah.
I know. The thing is,
I have a
when-
dream. We all sleep,
Yeah,
Martin.
yes,
I have a
Fucking
dream.
heckling, fucking.
What I'm
His
saying,
dream would be to wear gloves that an adult can wear.
Yes, us three would have been such a better podcast than doing this. But I'm saying 'cause we would have been free of dead weight. We could have fucking just talked 3 comics and him.
Jim,
Not-
Jim,
know
would
what
you
I'm
have
saying?
would you have noticed the hitting of the microphone?
Yeah, I did. I noticed the little thing flopping. I'm like, that was not necessary.
well,
Not necessary.
Who cares? Sometimes on stage I'll do, but you know what?
What?
I can do an audible. I know how to recover.
Do an
Boom,
audible.
big. I still talked. I still went on. I made my point. But you, Mr. Negative,
Right.
found the littlest thing.
You
No, you're
fumbled,
right.
but you still got the
Yeah.
still
Sure.
got this touchdown.
You
Let's
fumbled
try to-
again and still.
I'm sorry if I took
Yeah, just say
Ricky's
again,
attention
again.
away from you.
Yeah,
right.
But
No,
we're
you're right.
comics. We're headliners. We're talking. Okay? We're different levels of headliners.
I was about to say, I don't know.
Different levels, but we're headliners. On a 1 to 10 scale, we're all 10s in our own
And
way.
so what? and so
The scale of 10s.
I agree. On every level of
Yeah.
success, there are comics as good as everyone on
Yes.
every level. I agree. So what's the next stage for you then? Is it to get on? I don't know anymore. I don't know.
Stern.
What?
No,
If you're doing your comedy, I don't mean become it like. Is it still cool to do 7 minutes on Fallon? Is that still?
No, I don't. I don't do. First of all, I,
I mean, why do his
best
best stuff twice?
I'm not going to do that. No, because
It's got a solid 3.5.
Fucking hell! He's got a fucking cracking 3.5. That's what his doctor said.
You know
Yeah,
what was
go
so
on,
brilliant
yeah.
about that joke?
What?
That Jim already had. I could see it in his eyes. He already had another Voss joke in his head, and that one just leapfrogged and jumped out.
that was. I'm not a late night guy. I don't want to get somebody fired.
Say
You
that
know, because
again.
you work in
Right.
a moment.
I'll tell you what Voss's goal is: to be able to do comedy without hearing a soda gun.
Funny. Yeah, that's funny. Yeah, that's funny.
I was in Atlanta last week. I was in Atlanta, and I'm trying to take because I want to make another CD, my 6th one. I want to make another one. And
CD? Are they still CDs?
Exactly. No, you put it out.
Yeah, you put out
Make a cassette.
Yeah.
Make it because
No.
you can both sides. You can do 2
Okay,
hours
sure.
of it.
It's really hard to take you serious in those shorts. Jesus Christ. What
It's a floppy
what are you
disk.
staying in the meat pack? Anyhow, so
He's
Jesus.
got fucking shorts.
I know,
on.
I was thinking.
But
He
my
does.
nuts aren't hanging out. Pull them down.
I'm old. We're old. Why aren't yours hanging up? Do you wear a bra? Testicle bra. Yeah.
So,
Hurry up!
I was in Atlanta, and I'm trying to make this see. You know, and
Hurry up!
you hear the
We interrupted him 15 times. He gets out one word and you go.
But he keeps restarting. He's like when you watch a fucking Instagram video. I was in Atlanta. We know.
He wants to go back to the beginning.
You don't have to reset every time.
Yes.
Atlanta, established, go.
Where
were you?
It's a dumb shit.
We're in front of the soda gun. He's
From there, yes. The
soda
home
gun.
of Delta.
They're putting the drinks. You can hear the
Right.
glasses in the back.
Oh god.
You know the
fucking
whatever.
annoys me.
You know.
I ban ice at my fucking gigs. I don't even like the rattle of ice.
How about the snoring?
Oh Jesus Christ. Oh dear. Right. So come on. So you're where are you? Atlantic City.
No, now I'm in
No.
Atlantic.
Atlanta.
I'm just
Atlanta.
saying,
All
it's
right.
hard.
Right.
Right.
Look, you asked where do I want to go? Exactly.
Right.
I'd love to sell we'd love to sell a TV show, my wife and I, or
Right.
to direct a movie, make a sequel to our other movie.
Right.
But
what's your aim? Is it because
what's my aim to
sell more tickets so you'll gig
just to become the best comic I could be.
Right.
Hopefully. No, wait a second.
God.
That's all right.
I
No,
like
it
fucking-
isn't
true.
No,
No,
shut
it's
up.
not all right.
No,
don't
to
make
be
a-
the,
don't
because
make
I
a-
want to bring
hold on.
joy. Shut
No,
up.
I don't want to bring joy. You
don't.
Listen, you fucking overacting stretch face fuck. I'm trying to say, okay, enough with your fucking.
But he said, what's your goal to sell more
face."
tickets? No, I just want to be the best
No,
craftsman.
yes, I want to.
Shut your face.
Of course, I want to.
You don't think he's being legit?
No. Hey, do you want to do 7 minutes on Fallon? I don't want to get anybody fired.
No,
Be
I don't.
quiet.
I'm not
Stop
a late
shouting.
night. I don't do late
Screaming.
night. That's not my. But
No, you
listen,
don't.
my
'Cause
wife.
I don't, no, yeah, exactly. I don't know what's cool and what your aim is because some people want to get a TV show to sell more tickets. And some people want to do gigs to get a TV show, and I don't.
Well, listen, I taped this hour.
Right.
We're trying to sell it.
Right.
It's like I said before. It was
Right.
done at a NA convention. No one's ever done it. Ever.
What's NA mean?
It's like
Narcotics
AA,
Anonymous.
Oh, is it? Right.
They have conventions.
Great.
And there was.
And the
you know,
audience were all
in recovery.
Right, great.
And I don't show the audience. It's Bonnie directed the opening, which is fucking amazing.
Right.
Then we had a 5-camera shoot, and we're trying to sell it. No one's ever done. I have a distributor, but I'd like to get it on Amazon or Hulu.
Right.
You know, whatever. So that will also
And
bring in.
and when you go to Amazon or Netflix, is there we don't want it, or is there we want it but it's worth this? Is there
I don't know. My management's dealing with that.
Okay,
I'm not
right,
on that end,
right.
but I don't think I think we've heard we don't want it, but it's worth nothing because we're paying nothing.
But I don't understand that though because it's the internet, isn't it? So it's not like they've got like it's all there. It's in the cloud. So you'd think they'd put a price on it. We don't want it unless it's this cheap, or we want it so much.
Because what does it cost to throw it up there?
That's what I mean.
Yeah,
right?
I've seen some of it. It's really funny.
Then it's up to you to promote, and it's always there. That's the good thing.
Yeah.
But you want to get paid for it, otherwise you might as well put it on YouTube. Exactly. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So
exactly,
my goal is to hopefully sell this. Then also I'll bring in a bigger audience and
Right.
a lot of people in recovery that will get material that I don't do in a regular club. I could do different. Besides what I do in a club, I could expand and do that.
Why don't you
other
chop it
recovery.
up and put it around a documentary about it then?
Because we've already. I didn't pay for it. My management,
Right.
paid. It's a 5-camera shoot. They had to edit it.
It's because he didn't think of that.
What's that?
But I think
Because
it'd
you
be
didn't think of
amazing.
that.
No.
Because you could talk to comics
Yes.
about recovery and people that, and then do your bits on it, and they could talk about your bits on it. And
Well,
I don't know.
we also have a TV show attached to it.
Right.
So that could lead, that could be the interviews, whatever.
Yeah.
If it's sold, then I'll go in that direction.
But
If
you
not,
want to do stand up every night. If you
I
can.
love stand-up.
Yeah,
I love getting on stage.
I love it more than I ever
Yeah.
did. Yeah, the last couple of years, I'm sort of obsessed with it.
Yeah,
I'm fascinated
I mean,
with it, and I love
because-
the process, and I love the awkwardness and trying it out and bits fail. I'm fascinated why didn't they laugh at that bit so much? I'm
Maybe-
really more and more fascinated by
Bits
it.
bombing is kind of fun. Something. Not that you do it on
I
purpose.
love
but
the
when
fact you
something-
put on your tryout things that didn't go well. That's amazing to me. That
Anything
you
he
put the
puts
things
up.
up there that and they're going pretty well.
They're okay, yeah, but they're all
yeah.
topical. I can't do
Yeah.
it for long. How
Oh,
long you do
really?
ga-
Oh, I
anything
see.
that's topical, like Game of Thrones jokes? the Alabama abortion
I love
thing.
that when you put that, your list of Game of Thrones jokes. It's just so funny.
Thank you.
To put up your process. It's great.
Because it's not like it's something I could do. Like I have other bits I'd love to put up, but it's like if I do a special, I want to save them. But these are all topical things that you burn a topical thing in 2 weeks. What am I going to do with it? I'm not going to do it on a special.
Well, it's funny you say it because we do these things. I do. Socially, we're always making jokes. We do the podcast. It's like 2 hours, but to get an hour together, it takes fucking years. Why we throw stuff away because it's not that.
Because you can't meander on stage. In a podcast, we can meander. We can talk for 10 minutes without a laugh here or whatever.
But what I mean is,
4 days.
If we were on stage now in an audience, they couldn't be laughing more. We'd be laughing. We'd do jokes, right? And it'd be 2 hours, right? And yet we went out there with a new material. It wouldn't be like that. It would be traumatic and hard, and you've got to hone it. And is that because they judge it differently? I think.
Yeah, but
here's what you just listen. What you just said. What you just said was a statement. We're having a conversation. We can't do that on stage. Like you could just say something without being funny. That's conversational, and then we go into a joke. The pressure of being funny, every line isn't here. But they don't want me. An audience doesn't want to see us meander.
I think it's the same reason that an ad lib gets a round of applause.
Yeah,
because they know. It's like they give wit more credit than hard work.
But also to a comic, if you think something's funny, 99 out of 100, it's funny. You know more than they do.
You do it intuitively because you've worked it so long.
And you know what funny is. That's
on a bad day, you should be funnier than a regular guy.
I don't know if we know more than they do because they fucking it's all about what's funny to them. Like whatever they think is funny.
Yeah, but we deliver lines differently. Even when we're talking, we deliver lines with a rhythm and a punch that
it should be what's funny to you because you have to live with yourself.
No, I know. What I'm saying is what they interpret as being funny to them is up to them.
But also too, they're also so some of them are politically correct. Some of them won't laugh because it is whatever.
Well, yeah.
One bit will kill in one place, and then I did a bit last night. It just died, but it always kills.
What's the bit about?
Why?
I don't want to do
See,
the
that's
bit.
why did it die?
Because I talked about.
I have a guess.
No. I mean, it's a true story, but it's a long bit about Ron Jeremy doing comedy.
Okay.
And he walks on stage. He's an ex-porn guy, Ron.
Yeah.
He walks on stage playing the harmonica.
Right.
Then does 10 minutes of unwatchable comedy, walks off playing a harmonica. So I went on stage after him.
This happened?
Yeah.
This actually...
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And I went on stage after him, and I said, that harmonica has AIDS, right? Because he's a porn star.
Yeah.
But I got off stage and there was a porn actress in the back complaining that my joke offended her.
Why? Okay.
Because I said, hey, a porn, like fucking triple anal, my joke offended, something. So the bit, when I do the bit, the whole story.
Do you add humor to it?
I do. Okay. He was serious. Look at that. His eyes only blinked 7 times. So... Okay,
you're describing a terrible bit.
It's not a terrible.
It's the second guess he's told us.
That's a good joke. I think it's a good off the cuff line. One's got AIDS, right? Yeah. And what's offensive that anyone could come up to you and say with any fucking dignity that's offensive. But that is amazing. They could do that.
Where this country's headed is that I offended a porn star.
Yeah, of course.
This fucking lady's fucking all day long, but my joke. Fucking go fuck yourself, you know what I mean? So last night in Atlantic City, there's a lot of blue hairs, and they hear, and I go, when you burn a candle and you look at the base of the candle, her faces look like that after, and they're staring at me because I said, she has a whole jizz face, but they're older ladies. What I'm not trying to do the bit. What I'm saying is one.
Oh,
joke.
good.
Wow. What I'm saying?
I feel like I'm watching somebody just spiral.
Fucking
Jesus, Captain Queeg. I told him I would do the joke, but
just face.
Listen, you don't have to do this.
That's Captain
enough.
Queeg. I know you didn't get it.
Who's Captain Queeg?
Exactly.
Didn't get the reference.
No, he didn't.
Okay.
What is it?
I don't know either.
Don't worry.
I don't know. Who's it?
It's a Humphrey Bogart Kane Mutiny reference.
Oh, yeah, topical.
Oh, it should be.
He's right, Jim.
He is right, but you were in high school when it came out.
and you were under a porch.
That's true.
Yeah, I can't
laugh at. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with not being topical. I mean, I've still got Hitler all the way through my new set.
Absolutely. Well, until he's proven wrong.
Exactly. Fucking hell.
I didn't mean to do that long. I'm just saying.
No, it's just funny to watch you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I don't.
You can't
but when
do
something
your act
works,
sitting
I
here.
know.
But you do. I suppose I don't do lots of different crowds. I do my crowd wherever I am in the world. I'm doing my crowd. So once something works, it sort of works every night,
right?
For me,
because you don't have to prove to them you're funny. They just like you. So if the bit's good, it's going to work.
Well, I think if they've bought tickets to see you, they already want to laugh,
right?
You just have to corral them in. You just have to give them the rhythm and the punchlines, and I mean you have to do a lot more than that. But you know what I mean. It's not like they're there. If I walked onto someone else's audience, I'd struggle. Wherever you are, you'd have to win them over. There's comics that are just so different that there's a 2-minute where they go, "Whoa, okay."
There's you could take a guy like Brian Regan, who's as funny as anybody, and if he goes on, they don't know him.
I think he would do well anywhere, though. Regan's just a fucking
he's a funny guy. Yeah. But I'm just saying as an example. You know, your audience. You know, when your intro is just your name. Then you one step up, you know, because they're coming to see you.
And how do you try out new material?
On the road, I'll throw it because I'm doing an hour and 20.
But they're coming to see you. You're not doing clubs on the road.
Clubs. Actually, all I do is clubs and diners. But okay, diners. But, so I do clubs. But if I'm going to do a lot of time, I'm going to throw in new stuff.
Annoyed by him? Yep.
And I know if it doesn't. If it doesn't work, I surround it by something that's going to work. And I'll get the rhythm down until I get it to work. That's all.
But is there the club scene, it seems to be that you work in things that were topical when you first tried them. So you're doing stuff that's happening in the world. I don't do that. Sure. I try and do anything but, because I think I've got to tour this for a long time. Then it's going to go on Netflix, and in 3 years' time, no one's going to remember this fucking story. So I try and Hitler, the Holocaust, famine. You know, those
they never go out of style.
Evergreen, evergreen, timeless. That's it. Yeah,
but I'll make it. I can try to make it personal. Like say the lady that got kicked off the plane for fat shaming.
What was that? What was that?
United, some lady was sitting between these two messes and got up and complained.
She was shitty though. I watched that. She was a bitch.
And I said, I don't mind that she got kicked off. It was all the social justice warriors on the plane clapping that she got kicked off.
Yeah.
You know, go home and sleep between your mattress and box spring, and then tell me what it's like to sit between two fucking. You know what I mean? It's uncomfortable. So you're sitting here talking about this country on how the direction it's going and how everybody is outraged.
It's point scoring, though.
If they're outraged when they're not outraged.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay,
there's so much fake. I mean, even real outrage, it's not a slam dunk. We can still go, I don't care.
Yeah.
But fake outrage is actually annoying, because I think social media is sort of to blame, because they've got an audience and they find their audience. So now they're playing to the crowd. So now, like virtual signaling, I think is going, look how cool I am. I picked this person up on a thing that we don't like, and it's like there's loads of these clubs. There's these big mobs and clubs, and they get a pat on the back and a round of applause. Then they do it again tomorrow. They go looking for somebody to get the pat on the back again. It's like a kid going, I was good at school. I said this, well done. I really do think that it's point scoring now on social media.
Here's you know Bobby and Keith. I don't know if I
Bob
told
Kelly
you
and Keith Robinson.
Bob Kelly and Keith. I was working at the Village Underground, so I go on stage after a comic who's as funny as anybody. Nikki Glazer is funny, dirty but funny, and funny. She goes on and destroys.
You think she's funny?
Do you like her?
So Bobby and Keith go. They came over from the cellar. They go, we're going to come over and watch you bomb. Right?
What do you?
Yeah,
sure.
That's fantastic. That camaraderie would make me cry. One of their funerals, I'd go. They used to say they used to come to watch me bomb. I'd well up.
Yeah,
I mean, that's such a sweet fucking thing for guys to do. That's how I grew up. That sort of camaraderie, taking the piss. Oh my god, he's got to go to assembly. Look, he's got an erection. Take a picture. It would be like
as an adult that you still have that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And also that you play the odds.
Yeah.
I mean, they know.
Like he's gonna bomb.
So we're at the cellar. I walk around the corner to do the other club. They come over. So I'm on stage. She kills before. She always. So my first 3 jokes, I get good laughs, and I go. I knew they were there. I go, look at that. 1 for 1, 2, 3 for 3. All right, I'm not going to bomb. So then I did it. I didn't see this. They went, and the audience is with me.
Then you said that harmonica's got AIDS for no reason. Oh, come on.
This is how crazy. So I didn't see them. They went on each side of the room, and then I did a dirty joke. And they groaned. With the audience,
they sabotaged you.
Thought
that's amazing. I agree.
So
I
now
heard
the
that.
whole audience is like, "Oh, what's he doing up there?" And throughout the rest of the bit, they're going, "Oh my God!" And the audience,
they sabotaged you.
Amazing.
The audience
This is amazing.
turned on me
That's
like it was
incredible.
so.
Me and Florentine
That is
ruined
incredible.
a 45-minute set you did at Caroline's doing that.
What,
Behind the curtain, yes, fucking 15 years ago.
Oh, that's
happened?
great. What'd you do?
Groaned on opposite sides of the curtain, and you snap for 45 minutes. You're like, what the fuck? Screaming at the audience because you were headlining.
Did you think it was funny?
Yes.
That's incredible that that's a thing that you
Isn't
go.
that great?
Yeah.
You're going to watch him bomb, and if he's not bombing, you're like,
You
oh
make
no, he's gonna bomb tonight.
All it takes is this. Oh man! And the Florentine was so funny because you go, oh man, and people groan with him.
So the lady, so the people thought they were audience members, and one table lady, after I did a joke, go, "What's going on here?"
But what did you say? Did you acknowledge them?
I didn't know it was them out there. I just thought I
you thought
started
it was
bombing.
real.
And then I kind of got the crowd back. I go, because I said something dirty, and they and then groaning. I'm going, wait a second. The comic before me was talking about her pussy. And this is. Then I started yelling at the crowd, "Fuck you!" And I kind of got them
You
back
held it
towards
together. Brilliant.
But all you need is one.
I mean, I'm not going to fail. I got to do whatever I can. I didn't know these two fucking mokes were on each side of the room.
People
I
are.
love the fact that because he thinks that they don't like some type of comic, he refers to the comic before.
And he snitches on her.
What a coward.
Let's groan at her in retrospect.
Oh no, you can get away with that, and I can't. Fuck
That's
you.
so funny that they started
But isn't it amazing that like people are so afraid to be the one person laughing at the inappropriate time?
That's right.
That all you need is one person to groan, and the entire room goes,
Yeah.
"Oh, we're groaning.
They must be
we're
right.
Not laughing. Oh, we're not going to do that."
I bet that none of your friends has ever gone and started a round of applause to say,
Let's help him out.
Yeah.
Let's help
They
him out.
never do it. the
Only
other
when
way
he
around.
says, "All right, I got to go, folks."
Oh God.
Well, Ricky is here because the Supernature Tour has been announced. He's going to be in the United States back on tour this spring, and tickets are going on sale next Friday, July 26th. You're doing New York, you're doing Chicago, you're doing Los Angeles.
Yeah, there's the first 3 dates, and next May and June.
It was very funny. The set I saw a lot. Is that a lot of the stuff you did at the Sirius?
Oh, that you
show?
saw a really early one when I
Yeah.
did sort of 3 lots of 10 or something between.
was
you
funny.
and-
Me,
It was
Bennington, and you.
but
Yeah, it was funny.
I mean, it's obviously it's the real deal now. But yeah,
What month?
What?
What months are they starting?
Next, it's not till next May and June. I'll be doing Europe before then, and
I'm
then
available.
But,
Sure,
but you're going on
next
sale.
week.
You're going on sale next Friday, though. July 26th.
it goes on sale 10 a.m. local time, so 10 a.m. New York, Chicago, and LA. And I'm doing the Hulu Madison Square Garden,
May 14th.
Chicago Theater.
Well, you're selling tickets now
May
for next
11th.
May?
Yeah.
Wow, that's great.
Isn't it amazing?
Jesus Christ.
And then
Yeah.
June 24th in LA.
I start
That's
pushing.
right, yeah,
Wow.
yeah, Orpheum, yeah.
So a year from now.
I'm selling
Yeah.
tickets for last week.
And they still have to pay for the room.
Oh God! He had to pay for his hotel room to come
He
on the
did.
show.
No, they're
I
gonna-
thought it was nice to be reunited because we always had a
No.
good time. And I said to her, I said, "Oh, get Voss on, right? Yeah,
Thank
sorted.
you.
He's flown in, driven in from where is it? Atlantic City or Atlantic?
Yeah,
City?
Atlantic
3 hours
City.
from here.
Yeah.
I got
I'll drive back. It's not a big
He's
deal
holding my
because,
wrist.
what
You've
I
had
would
such
just,
a good time.
Yeah, I have a great time. What am I going to do? Play golf today or?
Are you okay
gamble?
with the hotel room? Because they literally just told me during the break what hotel you were at, and I was not thrilled.
No, it's not bad. It's just I was there for 4 hours.
I guess it's not that
don't
big
give
a
fuck
deal.
if
Well,
it's
are you
a
out of
lot
it now?
No, I got to take care of this because it's not going to break me. $700 for a room is not going to break me. But
$700?
no, 200. But I just don't want to have to.
You said it was
deal with
180 earlier.
183. I'm rounding it off, okay?
And you
I'm
leave
gonna
a big tip. What tip do you leave in the room for the
What do I-
chambermaids? Yeah.
I don't have. I always leave 5
You
because
don't.
I don't clean. I don't
You
get
don't
anything dirty.
leave 5.
I always
anything.
leave 5, or I left 5 tips in Atlantic City. I always tip. I'm a fucking.
Ricky's
I'm a
saying
tipper.
that it just occurred to him, like, oh, I guess people leave money for the. Yeah.
So you gamble. You go to.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't that
not like him. I
dangerous
don't
for-
fuck guys in the ass without a rubber. I play dice.
Yeah, but don't. So you can't brag because you're a bottom. Of course you don't.
Okay. My gambling's different. I
Do
can't die.
you play? Is that craps?
Craps, yeah.
I don't quite get that. What
Yeah.
do you do? You have to bet on what the combination will be, or the total number. Right?
You can look it up on Google. There's so many different things, but
okay.
I play. It's the most exciting game when it's.
I thought you
fun.
stopped. You quit gambling.
And
Yeah, isn't it-
but I started again.
Do you
So quit again. What are you
No,
Do you
doing?
it's
refer
not
to
my-
yourself? Do you refer to yourself as a? I don't know what the correct term is. Because
Homosexual.
Compulsive, a compulsive gambler.
Have you got an addictive personality then?
Oh yes.
Yeah,
sure.
but isn't that dangerous then to gamble?
Yes.
Oh yes.
Yes, and he quit gambling and he started again.
Well, no, I don't.
When
bet
did
on
you start
sports.
again? I don't care. When did you start? I don't drink beer. When did you start again?
Oh yeah, I don't blame.
When
you,
did you start
Chris.
again?
When did I start?
Yeah, he had quit, and it was the
I
lottery.
quit for like 10 years.
And then when did you start again? When?
A couple of years ago, maybe.
Oh, you haven't been telling people? Stop
I
killing
told
your
you.
label.
I'm
Nervous.
so nervous.
I'm not nervous.
When did you start
I hate
again?
labels, huh?
When did you start again?
A couple of years ago, maybe.
And do you win?
Maybe.
Or does it matter? You
Sometimes.
just like it's just fun.
It's just fun.
But you
I'm
don't spend your wages on it, do you?
Yes, he does. He
No,
used to have to.
no.
He used to. Here's what he used to do.
Wow.
He
Used
would go
to.
into
No.
Vegas and
No,
blow
it's
his
not
whole
true.
check, and then have to call us to send him
Oh,
money.
that was years ago when I
Wow.
didn't have
Jim,
money.
you can
That
have
was
one
years
drink every now and then and still be sober.
Sure, why
Just
not?
for fun.
Listen,
It's
I
a
didn't
party.
line.
Yeah.
Listen to again.
You're a terrible,
Dead hole.
terrible gambler. You're a terrible
I'm
gambler.
saying- Dead
So-
hole. It was going.
I can't
smoothly.
believe you've never had a drink. That's
Never.
You
That's,
never had a drink.
No.
That's incredible.
No,
Pot?
you
You
did
ever
once.
smoked once?
No.
You did recently at Bar Rescue.
Oh, you know what?
shit,
I had.
blew
I,
it.
What? I missed that. I missed that.
He blew. We were working. Okay, so we were on a TV show where they help bars that are
When
in
they
danger.
help bars, what? You're on a TV show, what?
We weren't going to say the name Bar Rescue because
So I just blew it because Sam had a beer on the show. We did this thing called for a John Taffer show called Bar Rescue. He goes in, he whips a bar into shape, and we made a guest
Right,
appearance.
right.
And we've kept it quiet this whole time, but I forgot Sam had a beer on the show, and I just
Yeah.
blew it and fucking spit
Yeah, it
out
hasn't
on the
aired
stage.
yet.
That's the only thing that's kept quiet on this show.
So why is that a problem? Because you're just spoiling the fun for
Yeah.
people, or
Yeah,
well,
we
yeah,
just-
we
we
hadn't
promised
announced
we
that we were
wouldn't.
on the
But you're
show.
not,
and-
you've never had a problem with drink. You've just never drunk, have you?
Exactly right.
Yeah, but
Right.
you
And,
haven't
why,
addicted-
and why? Why was that? You just didn't fancy it. You
Yeah,
didn't-
it's never appealed to me at all.
Right.
And also, I've a compulsive probably personality.
Yeah.
more than
Really?
anything.
Do you smoke pot?
No.
You never even.
But how?
did-
When
No,
did you
not
know?
at all.
How did she? So you
It's
must
either
have known
off or on. Like I either do it or I don't do it.
Collecting wrestling stuff. It's all wrestling. It's like that.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
100%.
It's either everything or nothing, and it's a
It's
switch.
how it is with
That's it.
But that's not
sneakers.
harm.
Yeah, exactly.
Those
I've-
aren't harmful addictions, are
200 pairs of sneakers at home because now we're collecting sneakers.
they? Yeah, I've never had anything like that. I've
Yeah.
never had it.
You're lucky.
We have to wrap up. They're going to cut us off otherwise.
Okay,
Otherwise, we'd
great.
stay here
That
all
was
day.
all.
Oh, the
for sure.
computer shuts
Yeah, the
it, yes,
computers are going to
because
shut
there
us
are
off.
other
Oh,
shows.
wow.
But get tickets going on sale next Friday for Ricky's U.S. tour that's going to be next spring and summer.
Follow
But,
me at Ricky Gervais, and I'll tell you all the details. But
and
yeah.
Afterlife is renewed for a second season. So
It's a great show.
It's a
man.
great show.
Really good.
It was
Really good.
So good.
Oh,
If you haven't
cheers,
watched the first
fuck,
season, it's
was
on
it good.
Netflix. But it's really, really a great show.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah.
Cheers. That was fun.
Yeah, man. And
Brilliant.
Rich Voss, of course, is going to be at the Brokerage Comedy Club in Long Island on Friday and Saturday, and he's back at the Borgata tonight and tomorrow. VossRoast.com to get honestly the best comedy roast I've ever seen.
Ever.
The roast of Rich Voss, in which I believe his wife Bonnie said she would rather listen to her children drowning than mine and Jim's show.
Colin Quinn told me that, and I laughed. So the idea of saying that about you, but then last time what I was on when I was talking about wanting to everyone wants to die before their partner, he went, "Are you serious?"
Yeah, it was great.
In real life, he said, "I want to outlive my kids."
We'll see you tomorrow, everybody. Goodbye.
Some good ones today too.
This has been